everybody, it's Bill from Nothings for No One. Just want to give you a heads up for next week's episode and the albums we're going to be doing for death metal. We're starting with John From. The album is A Stirring in the Noose. The song to check out is Through Sand and Spirit. We'll also be doing Gamora's self-titled album, and the song to check out there is Predatory Reich. And finally, we'll be doing Cryptopsy's None So Vile, and the song to check out is Slit Your Guts. Thank you as always, and enjoy the episode.
Strawberry Crush, huh? Sick. What up?
Yellow.
Oh, are you on? There we go. I hear you now. Yeah.
I think I was. My limiter is on.
Yeah. Cool. What up, guys?
Not much, man. What's going on with you?
You know, life and shit.
Guys out there, you ever dunk your 7-Eleven cookies into your 7-Eleven coffee?
Nice. I didn't realize you had the double heater there.
Yeah. I love these fucking
cookies
so much,
and
man.
coffee. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What, just basic chocolate chip? Do they offer any other flavors?
They have some stupid like rainbow one where it's like sprinkles or.
Okay. Is it not like M&M rainbow cookie?
No.
Just like sprinkles.
The
like
those
are awesome.
Sick. Yeah. I like
that's a good
cookies,
choice.
but when they got like a one where it's like a fudge cookie or whatever, where it's like chocolate, like the base is chocolate. You know? What I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't like those cookies. That's too much.
Yeah. Too much chocolate. Too much power.
I mean, these are so sick because they're like the fakest tasting cookies of all time.
Yeah, they are.
Like it tastes like they're like raw, but there's like probably something in them to like change the color to make them look like they were baked.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that kind of
fake.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love it though. It's so good, man. Like, I don't know, the 7-Eleven by me stopped selling because they usually sell them in like normal size cookies in packages of 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
that
like
one,
in a little plastic
packaging.
packaging.
The one by work would sell them that.
Yeah.
But the one by me stopped doing that like a year ago, and then like they didn't have any cookies there for a long time, and then they like started getting these. So I've just been fucking with these, man. I get them in the morning. It's the first thing I eat is cookies and coffee, and I just
every morning.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
But like it hurts so much, like it makes me like feel sick for like 20 minutes after I do it.
Hell yeah.
So I'm able to talk myself out of it a lot, where I'm like, don't do that.
That's good. Yeah.
But this morning I was like,
I
I knew we were gonna get Dunkin', so I was like, yeah, if I get something, if I eat that first, and then I'm talking with you guys, and I don't eat these really fast.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, exactly.
It's because I eat fast. I eat like 4 cookies. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna eat 4 right now, and then I'm gonna wait and eat the next 4. And it's like I eat the 4 in like a minute.
Yeah,
and then it's like I only wait like 3 minutes, and I eat the next, and it's like, you fucking idiot, you're not waiting long enough.
Yeah, very true. But you know, like, you got to do what you got to do, man.
You got to do what you got to do. They're good. I can't stop.
You can't resist.
Set up a little timer on your phone. You're like, okay, I can eat one now.
I just fucking.
Did you? I feel like when I go to 7-Eleven, like my go-to is usually, it's definitely like the buffalo chicken rollers, because I mean, it's like probably the worst thing in the world for you, but like
the tube of chicken.
A buffalo chicken
that
roller
rolls from 7-Eleven is not good for you.
Yeah.
It probably tastes great.
It was tasty. Like, I mean, I will even admit that for the longest time, like 7-Eleven food was like a big like no for me.
Yeah, for me
but
too.
But like when I was in high school, and probably a little after high school, when I discovered like Reckless Records, me and Eric would like drive up there every week. We would drive up to Reckless, and like the one in Wicker Park, you know, there's that 7-Eleven that's on Damon, like part of that strip mall right by like Big Star and shit. Mm-hmm. We would go there, and that's when like I remember we would go there.
That's a good 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
too.
It's a dope. It's clean as fuck, and they sell booze. Yeah. But like also like I remember when we went to that 7-Eleven is when they first started serving pizzas.
Oh yeah.
When they first started serving pizza slices, and it didn't look like hot trash, so we were like, fuck it, let's try it. And it was actually like not bad.
They got good frozen pizza.
Yeah, it was pretty surprising at first because we were like, oh, how bad? We were like, 7-Eleven pizza. And I'm like, well, it's probably the same thing as buying a frozen pizza at the grocery store. And it is.
It's probably coming from the same company.
Yeah.
They just repackage it.
It's good though.
As long as you get it
at that time.
As long as you get it fresh from there, because there's times where like the lady by the one that I do, like if I go in the afternoon, she's like always there. And she'll be like courteous enough to be like, this pizza's been sitting out too long. I'm going to fire up a fresh one. That's like really nice. Because when it is sitting out too long and like the cheese is like melted onto the thing and it's like hard and it's just sucks ass. And it's
you've definitely like some of the pizza slices you brought from work.
The ones at work are some of those are horrible.
Those are nasty, dude.
Or like that one time I like bought those cheese and it was like definitely like picked off like pepperoni.
Yeah. Nasty shit. Yeah, dude.
Like, what the fuck, man?
I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty gross. I remember oh man. Yeah. I remember the pizza being good. Like, I mean, it still is all right at certain ones. Like if it looks safe and I'm really hungry, maybe I'll go for it, but
it's good. That's usually what I get. Like I don't do the taquitos anymore because it just feels like you're not eating anything.
Oh, the taquitos, those buffalo chicken rollers. Have you ever had that?
No, yeah, those are pretty
filling.
Those are good.
Yeah,
but like the taquitos, man, like so you get 4 of those. It's like all the sodium you need for the day, and it's just like it doesn't even like it doesn't
probably
even feel
more
like,
than that.
Yeah, they're all there. It's if you look it up, one taquito is 25%.
Yeah, that's insane.
So it's just like you eat it, and it's like you're not full, and you also just like damaged your body. You know?
Definitely. Put your liver through its paces.
Yeah, it's just stupid. It's like if I'm gonna fucking get something that's not healthy, I want to at least like feel like I ate it.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, it is fucking stupid. But I don't know, man. Like I'm trying to think. I had another point. Oh, okay, your cookies. Like, do you remember like in the mall, like you would go to a mall and there would be a Mrs. Fields restaurant? You remember those? Like you could get muffins there, pastries, cookies and shit. Those were so sick, good. Yeah. Those were so good. And they were like warm. Like you would get a muffin and it was like a chocolate chip muffin and some of the chocolate chips in the center were melted because it was warm. Shit, dude, oh my God. Yeah. Well, my dad used to work downtown at the county building, or like we would go to the county building, but the state of Illinois building where like that food court is when you get off at Clark and Lake. Yeah, like there used to be one in there. Yeah. And it was like, oh man, I used to love getting like a chocolate chip muffin. And then I'd go like to my parents' business office and play like weird shit on like a compact computer. It was really sick. Yeah.
Compact computers are so sick.
Yeah. That was their brand for a long time.
Yeah, man. That's the one.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
They don't still exist, do they?
I don't think so.
I'm
I don't
sure
think
they
got bought.
You
know who is coming back though?
What's up, fucker?
Hey, look at who we got here. We got some Max for you.
Was this a surprise?
Yeah.
That's sick, dude.
I legit I'll take that. I couldn't get a hold of Ivan. All that shit was like, yeah. By the way, Ivan,
hey, you can pull that seat up.
If anybody knows where.
No, we started maybe like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
not even 10,
we're fresh in, man. Yeah,
fuck yeah. All right.
Yeah,
all
got a brother bang here.
Yeah.
Feel free to move anything you need to move. But yeah, good ass brother bang. By the way, I have hash browns. If anybody feels like my appetite has been dog shit, so if anybody wants some fucking hash browns, I got a couple packs here. Feel free to. I'm sharing the love today.
Say something more derogatory when I open the door.
Yeah.
Then it's just a weird edit, and you're just here all of a sudden.
And they got the Japanese load shirt. That's like so sick.
Very
man.
sick, like issues. Load shirt.
Vaporwave Metallica shirt.
Yeah.
Like,
very out of character.
Like, yeah.
That is so weird. Why would they do that?
Because it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes no sense.
I wonder if I have any input on any of their merch anymore. I doubt it.
I guarantee they don't. I guarantee
so.
it's probably like 2 companies like in tandem that just like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You make their merch decisions, dude.
I would love to.
The Metallica pre-order bundle.
Pick up the phone, James. Lars.
The pre-order bundle, new album, baby blue, yellow, and purple shirts.
Yeah, that would be sick. I would buy them.
Yeah. The ultimate bundle, but they're like, imagine their ultimate bundle where it's like 3 shirts, a vinyl, a hoodie, a CD, and a poster. That would be like $500.
Oh, from Metallica? Yeah, dude. That would be like, yeah.
Instead of like $149 or some shit, it would be like $500.
Yeah, dude.
God.
Yeah, I think the shirt was like $25 or $30.
Yeah, it's a
but
t-shirt.
it's worth it.
Yeah,
it's cool.
fuck yeah.
I do want to get the St. Anger one still. I keep fucking forgetting to buy it, but I would love to have a
They have a St. Anger shirt?
Yeah, and defend my fucking honor every time I go out.
Yeah.
And people getting bad mouthing it. And actually, it's a brilliant record.
Actually, it's sufficiently. Yeah. Man, good times. Who brought the Goose Island? You did?
Yeah, I had one left, and I just
Got a little beer, got a little coffee, got
it's
some
not even gonna
cookies.
do anything to me, but I'll fucking
Yeah. Bite into
I'll
it and
pop it,
shotgun it.
yeah, like you follow those like drunk pages on Instagram where like people
Dude,
just
those
like
are the best. No
bash
chaser.
their heads with shit. Yeah, it's like, what are you doing, man?
Just a
Yeah.
bunch of college kids having fun, man.
Beers, blunts, and booze, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, gonna have to genuflect after that. Yeah. Man, I wish we could get Dave on here now.
Just have him come down. Just
I've
to tell
tried.
that
I was like,
story.
come on, like tell us
And
the
then
story.
you can
Yeah.
go.
He's got a coworker that does like, you just heard it, but
Yeah,
Max,
sick,
you hadn't
dude.
heard it. Dave told this awesome story about this like coworker he has named like, I forget his name, but he was just like this insane like white dude that used to be like a coke addict and
Oh,
like
cool.
you know Dave and his father
cool.
Dave and his father run a business, so it's like they hire people on the fly sometimes, and like one of like Dave's dad's friends was just like, hey, I got a buddy, he's a really good guy, he just needs some work, can you help him out? And he's like, yeah, whatever, right? And then
Yeah.
like before
I know that story.
Dave had a job that they were working on in Hinsdale. That's the nice suburb, right? Hinsdale's
Yeah,
the
it's
nice
really
one.
nice, yeah.
In Hinsdale, and like
That's the one that wasn't a trash heap before.
he got a call from the police, and the police like he got a call from the police because apparently like this dude the first day on his job he was standing in the middle of the street like genuflecting. And like the cops saw that and they were like, what the fuck is this insane guy doing in the middle of the street? And like they called Dave, like he that guy called Dave and he was like, hey Dave, like I want to let you know I got held up by the cops here, like I'm just trying to go to work, like I don't know what they're doing. And like Dave got so pissed that like Dave was like, let me talk to the cop now. And Dave talked to the cop. He's like, why the fuck are you holding up like my employee here? Like, why the fuck are you doing that? Like, this is ridiculous. He's like, he's trying to go to work. And they were like, sir, he was genuflecting in the middle of the street. Yeah. And they were just like, and he was like, and Dave was just like, Dave was just kind of like, oh my God. He was like, you know what? He was like, well, when was that ever considered illegal? Can you let this guy fucking go? And like,
Good point.
the cop was giving him attitude. He was like, listen, I'm a detective. And like that means anything. And then like Dave just like hung up. I guess Dave hung up and he called the Hinsdale Police Department and was like, you like, hey, you guys want to tell me why your cop has my fucking employee held up, preventing me from getting this fucking job done? Like, tell him to let him go like now. And they did. And then eventually like that cop called him being like, oh, by the way, I'm sorry. It was a little bit of a misunderstanding.
go
And
fuck
yeah, it's like
yourself.
Dave was like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
And
I'm a detective. man.
yeah, like what is that? What the fuck does that?
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
What, this was like one of your cases that
Yeah,
you were
but then-
like trying to find?
Then
Like,
David
come
was
on.
just like, he went up to him. He was just like, hey man, like, I just got to ask, like the cop said you were like genuflecting in the middle of the street. And the guy, like his reaction was just like in passing, he was walking by. He was like, maybe, I don't know. Like just like he didn't know. And it's like, what the fuck?
You either are doing that or not.
Yeah,
doing
how do
it.
you not know
It's
that?
not a maybe.
But it ended up turning
What
out
the
like
fuck?
this guy is like, he's super Christian, right? He's like a super Christian dude. So like,
Well, he's like a former
ex-coke addict, yeah. So and like apparently he's had a lot of demons in his past. So he's solving them with the love of Christ.
Right.
But apparently,
He's letting
like
Jesus take the wheel. I get it.
Dave told me that apparently every time like he curses or says like Jesus Christ or Jesus fucking Christ, the guy like whatever he's doing, if he hears Dave, like he'll either like genuflect or he'll say like a Hail Mary prayer. And last night,
That's the worst thing you can do in front of Dave because he's gonna take advantage.
yeah,
of
well,
that.
that's what this is what happened. Dave was like, Jason, he's like, I realized that this happened, and he was like, so what I started to do was I would get around this guy when he wasn't around anybody else. I would get my Bluetooth headset in, and he would be like, watch. He showed me a video. He's like, I pretend I'm on a phone call, and then I just keep saying Jesus Christ, like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Like
And he
he's
said
really upset
there
with
was one
somebody.
time he was trying to like
That's so
sand
good.
something, like he was trying to sand something, and then Dave was just like, oh Jesus Christ, and he would like go like that, and he'd be like. And then like he was like, what the hell? And then Dave was just like, he did it again. He'd be like, oh fuck, Jesus fucking Christ. And like he would do it again. And then eventually he did it like 7 times in a row. So the guy was just like he wouldn't stop.
It's like a skit.
Yeah, I know.
Awesome.
It's like hilarious. And Dave actually showed me a video of like they were working outside on a job and like Dave was pretending to be on the phone again, and he just walks by and he's like, Jesus fucking Christ. And you see this guy lift his head up and he goes like, he's saying a Hail Mary. He's like, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Like, and I'm just like, holy shit, man. I don't even know if that's a Hail Mary, but
It's
Hail Mary.
something.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It was clearly a prayer and he was like staring right at him. And then he showed me another video of like the dude, like, how he thinks like he's one of those like really fucked up dudes that thinks like the Jews are in control of everything.
Oh, no.
And he's just like, cause like Dave, he had to fire him because they got into a huge fight. Cause I don't even know why I'm saying this on this show, cause Dave should really be telling the story. But I guess like they got into this huge ass fight and like, because he went up to Dave and because like he had been working there for a year or something. And Dave was like, hey man, like, I just want to let you know, like, if you're going to stay here, I got to start putting you on the books. Like, you know, like make sure you're a regular employee. Yeah, make it an official thing. And like, he was like, I can't believe you falling into this Jew trap shit.
No.
Yeah. And Dave just got so like, cause Dave, like Maggie told me that Dave kept him on just because he was so funny.
Yeah.
And, like,
and it's a
didn't
pretty
want him to
harmless
go.
thing for him to be doing that.
And it's like,
So
it's a
why
job, you
not?
know? So he's like, this guy.
If he gets the job done, fuck it. You know, let him hang.
And that's what Dave said. He was like, he was a decent worker. So like,
And he brought some fun to.
yeah.
the
And then
group.
like, I guess Dave just got so mad. He was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, get out. Like, cause he was just like, I can't believe you would stoop this low. Some shit like
How
that.
dare you.
Yeah. And the guy's
Get
like,
the government
blaming the
involved.
Jewish people. And it's just
You know
like,
what they do?
he
Like,
said he was like, the weirdest part was like, he like pulled out of his like ass pocket or something like this pink folder, like a child's folder with like papers in it. And he's like, you should really read this.
Oh, no.
Some shit like that. And Dave was just like, get the fuck out. Like, get out.
It's the equivalent of like,
He sounds like
look
he
at
knows what
this
he's doing.
Google search that I found. You need to see this.
Yeah,
And
and-
physically had it on.
Yeah, but then like I
That's a
guess
lot of
he
effort.
showed up the next day at work and like didn't even just
Try to
avoided Dave.
pretend like it was-
and
like he never got
And then
fired.
at the end of the
That's a good
workday,
move.
yeah,
Costanza movie.
yeah, it is the Costanza
Yeah,
move.
That's awesome.
And like I guess he was in the back like. And Dave didn't like. Dave knew he was there. He was just like, "I'm not going to talk to the dude. Whatever." Like,
He dealt with it. enough
yeah.
the
And
day
then like the
before.
guy came up to him like at the end of the day, and he was like, "Dave, just want to let you know, I found a new job. It was great working for you. Thanks for." And it's like, "All right, you found a new job in one day." Like,
I mean, maybe, but
But also, like
don't
he
know.
had to end it on his terms. Like,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
like,
like,
what?
he
I
didn't get
quit.
fired. I
Yeah.
quit.
Fuck you, man. You could have gotten unemployment if you got fired. You
so
fucker.
ridiculous. Yeah. It's just
Actually,
well, I
no,
don't know because if he wasn't on the books,
yeah,
yeah,
so
so
it would have
So
worked
you
out. Yeah.
couldn't-
Oh,
it's
well.
just such a funny story to me.
You believe?
Yeah,
in
man.
that
People are out
Jew
there. They're
shit?
amazing.
Yeah, it's just some shit like that, and it's like, oh my god,
it's like, oh,
come on.
What you mean? Like fucking
Taxes?
taxes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shit that's controlled by the Jews, and it's like, oh my god, man, you're so fucking fucked up.
I didn't know the Jews controlled taxes, but what are you gonna do?
I don't know. Half of it
Apparently
does.
they
I
do.
guess.
Apparently
so-
they do. That's a new.
Yeah.
Go with the times,
I thought they
Bill.
just controlled like Hollywood and the world banks, but
I should know. I'm half. You know,
right.
I'm a half.
You're part
Jewish
of that.
man. Yeah,
What part do you control?
nothing.
Yeah, dude,
I
sure?
can't even control my own life.
When you were 18, didn't they fucking employ you to rewrite history books
Right.
for 2 years? That was your mandatory service?
Yeah, that's true. They drugged me, so I forgot about it.
That'd be sick.
I was in a warehouse in Franklin Park, Illinois, and they were like, "All right, now you
Franklin
gotta."
Park.
Yeah,
sick,
like-
sick warehouse suburb.
Because it's all like industrial
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they're just like, all right. And then they filmed the Die Hard as Murder music video, like a
get my
couple
spray chemicals from.
buildings down.
Yeah, man.
Girl tied to a chair core in a warehouse.
Carnifex music video for
Yeah.
a lot of my fucking face.
They filmed that there too. They refilmed it, but then decided not to put
On
it
the
out.
Suicide Silence music video for the doctors won't be able to recognize your fucking face.
Yeah.
A girl
What is that
tied
song
to a
called?
chair music video.
Yeah,
Just
girl
to death.
tied to a chair core.
Yeah, that's like so much shit like that.
Do you remember that when every deathcore band would do a music video and it's like
What's
there's some
that
girl
one?
in a warehouse that's tied to a chair?
And some guy yelling at her.
Oh, I know.
Amir
What's the
did
one?
it. Also Parrish
There's
did
like
it.
the funny
Carnifex
one
did
that
it.
was on Catatonic Youth. Where
Lorna
like
Shore did it.
something dinosaur.
Dinosaur?
Yeah, what was that band? Something dinosaur. They were on Catatonic Youth, and like that singer's like ridiculous.
I told you about him. Do you remember that
Yeah.
band? They were called like Hunt the Dinosaur
Yes.
or
Yeah,
something.
That's
okay,
it.
yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, there's like it was like I wrestled a bear once type shit.
Yeah,
wasn't
but
it?
and the dude
Goofy.
was it was goofy.
Yeah.
It
music.
is like ridiculous.
yeah,
Like,
it's supposed to be.
it's a
I
train
forgot
wreck
about
of
that.
Yeah,
But I mean, I don't think it's like tongue in cheek for them. I think it seems pretty.
No, it
serious.
is.
Is it?
Yeah, I know their drummer, Mr.
Really?
Bryson. Yeah,
So it is like
yeah,
a joke for them.
Yeah, it's like it's not like this big
Oh.
like exactly, and that's why I think there's that divide because it's like they're doing that because they know it's ridiculous. yeah, that's that dude. Have you Bryce? What's his face? He's friends with Nick.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah, him. Yeah, him. He
Bryce
did it.
Butler.
Yeah, Bryce Butler.
Yeah.
He played drums on that, and that kid's like playing in every band now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's they from?
I think they're from Texas because he's from Texas because he's like good buddies with Nick Smith and shit.
Yeah, he
so
just posted something about it.
yeah, he was in. I'm pretty sure he was in Black Avum with Nick Smith before.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah,
Oh.
Nick, if you're
Before
watching,
he
can you
got big.
confirm? Huh?
Leave a comment.
Before Bryce Butler got too big for his britches.
Yeah, you got way too big for his fucking britches. Yeah, something like that, probably.
Yeah.
You know.
Because then he toured and joined every band this side of the Mason-Dixon.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
This side of the
This side of the Mason-Dixon line. The Jason Dixon line,
Yeah, the
dude.
Jason
Yeah.
In Dixon, Illinois.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason Dixon line.
Jace and Dixon.
Yeah. Yeah, Jace and Dixon line. Yeah, that's so sick. Oh, man. Yeah, but that story about that dude was just so fucking funny to me. Like, I couldn't get over it. He was apparently he also believes that, like, the Jews control the food. I'm not even exaggerating with this. The Jews control the food industry, and he believes that food is not meant to be cooked. He thinks that you should
There's-
never
Music
cook
of
There's
food.
raw.
people that
Yeah, the
that.
raw
Yeah.
diet
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, and there's a video of him, like Dave has a video of him.
I don't think they
like,
do it because they think the Jews are controlling the
That's
food.
what this guy said.
But I
apparently.
mean, I think people on a raw diet are doing it for.
Yeah, but if the Jews are
dietary
controlling
purposes.
the food, wouldn't you want to like cook the poison out of it?
That makes
Yeah.
more sense.
I think that's
Yeah,
what his,
yeah.
I think that's what his logic is about it. So this
If
guy's
you don't
like,
cook it, the poison doesn't go away.
yeah, it's
it
like,
makes
what do
no
you-
sense.
And he was just talking about like, there's a video of him like
Salmonella is a fucking.
he's
hoax.
explaining about how to eat a raw egg, and he cracks a little hole with it in his
Jesus
like
Christ.
with his eye tooth,
And then he
he
just
like
sucks it down.
and he sucks it out.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
and it's
That
like disgusting.
Have you guys ever
Dave's got a
Oh,
video of it.
dude.
It's sick, and he's explaining.
Okay,
he's
I
like
wanna see a
teaching
video.
everybody about it. He's like, "This is how you do it. So this way you don't damage the membrane." And like, it's like, okay, this guy's clearly
How old
like
is this guy? Did Dave
he's
say?
older. He's got like gray hair and shit. I think he's like in his late 50s or in his 60s or some shit.
He's
And
made it
just
this far.
fucking
Have you guys ever attempted
Yeah.
to eat a raw egg? Because I
Fuck
just
no.
never wanted
Dude,
to.
I barely like
That's
cooked eggs.
stupid.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, eggs are,
I mean, I'll
are
eat
weird
it
for me,
If
man.
they're like if the yolk breaks easily, like I don't mind that. Like
Yeah,
hash
that's
browns and
my
stuff, that's
preferred
good.
way to eat.
It's got to be somewhat cooked. I mean,
Sure. Yeah.
a
yeah.
raw egg, I'm good.
What's your preferred egg cooking?
I don't know. I'll take them anyway. Doesn't
Oh, really?
matter.
You don't have a-
Lately, it's been poached.
Ah.
Toast egg.
What about you?
In soup. I'm an over easy guy or
Over
a sunny
easy.
side up.
Sunny side up.
Just scrambled, man. It's just easy.
Yeah,
Same.
Max,
It's
Max
so
is a
easy.
total
Yeah.
scrambled guy.
Yeah,
That's the
I'm
good
scrambled
go-to
eggs
if
too.
like you fuck up. You're like, I guess they're scrambled
yeah,
now.
exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
eating scrambled eggs in the morning with toast.
Every
Like,
morning?
Yeah, every morning. Cause it's just
Really?
like,
Instead of oatmeal?
yeah, because it's just like, you know, the sugar in it and shit. It's just like a simple.
Yeah, but you can
Good
eat
thing.
oatmeal without sugar.
Yeah, but I don't like the oatmeal without sugar.
Tastes so good.
So I just like eating eggs now.
Yeah, that's true.
Gotta watch the cholesterol, right?
Yeah,
With
that's.
eggs.
I think that's
What
like
everybody
good
said.
cholesterol.
Yeah, that's
though.
a
I don't
myth,
know.
I thought.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thought I heard recently, like that particular, there is different, types of
Yeah.
cholesterol, and like eggs aren't
That's
as bad
me.
as they say.
Egg cholesterol shit sounds like some weird 90s diet fad to me where it's like
Absolutely.
a bit of information in the 90s when everything got fat free and it's just everyone was freaking out about the wrong shit.
But that's the problem.
Yeah.
That stuff like
Yeah.
sticks with you for like ever. And you're like, when I was 10, I heard that you're supposed to
Right.
have 14 portions of bread a day. And then it's like,
Well,
you're not supposed
like,
It's just like the food
Like the-
pyramid. I still think of that, but that's like wrong now.
That's
Yeah,
they
totally
changed
wrong.
it.
Yeah. So
Quite
it's
a
like,
bit.
but I can't like shake that from my mind. You know?
Well, that's like
But-
when that big thing with Chinese food, like MSG. Like
Yeah.
the whole thing behind that was it was people that got allergic to it,
Mm.
and it was like a good number of people,
Yeah.
but not a vast majority. And then word just got out,
That it
and
was
then all of a
bad.
sudden MSG's bad for everybody. Kind of like with
You guys still eating these? I was just gonna put they're cold.
what's,
I wasn't sure. All
what's
right.
in bread that people
carbs,
or glucose.
gluten.
So that was
Yeah.
another thing where
Gluten, yeah.
people did have like a disease or a sickness where like they couldn't process it and they were getting sick from it.
Mm-hmm.
So then people took that as glucose is bad. We got to get rid of it. And now you go to restaurants and there's menus where they have dedicated sections of like
Shit.
gluten free
there's
stuff.
like
Oh,
there's
really?
always like there's always options for like gluten like
Right, which is nice that they at least do that and they're not like we got to get rid of gluten completely, like the MSG thing and like like weird
Yeah.
shit like that. How that
yeah,
happens?
it's like but like people in like Asian countries like are like really healthy and they're eating MSGs all the time. So like what the fuck?
Right.
It's probably fine.
Yeah,
they
it's
don't eat
just,
fucked up shit.
Another form of sugar, right? I think is what it is.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a salt
Or salt.
thing.
I think maybe it's salt.
I thought it was like
because
because it makes everything just taste good.
Yeah, it's MSG is amazing.
Yeah, it tastes fucking awesome.
Yeah, I mean that's why they put it in everything.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. Like culturally, they're usually pretty healthy people.
Yeah,
so
well,
it'd be
because they
weird.
don't eat like fucked up. They eat like fish and like
Right.
noodles and vegetables.
They tend to stay away from the processed stuff more.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
true. Yeah.
We're here, like you're hard pressed to find anything not processed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Everything has like soy lecithin in it. What is that shit?
Whatever substitutes they
lectin.
have. Yeah.
Like then, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Cum in it.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
it has
like,
cum in it.
uh,
everything has the baker's cum in it.
Yeah. Ew.
What's the diet soda, like
Get ready
sugar,
for another batch.
Aspartame.
aspartame. Yeah, that's another one.
Aspartame,
Where
yeah.
If you get enough of that in you, it eventually
Can't that
causes
like cause cancer? Yeah, yeah.
But you have to be like chugging Diet Coke like there's no tomorrow.
To have it affect you.
Yeah, because essentially your body just doesn't break it down as fast as other stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're continually drinking it, your body just can't keep up, and it just keeps filling into your liver or whatever, and
I
eventually
see.
causes cancer.
Yeah.
But if you have one like once in a while, you're fine. Just like anything. If you have anything in moderation, you're gonna be fine. Like just don't
Yeah.
overdo it. Yeah.
Like
Remember when they made like
radioactive
Diet Coke with Splenda? Remember when that was a thing for a
Yeah.
period of time?
Vaguely.
Yeah. They had
Well,
like
don't
the
they do-
cans.
Because Splenda's another fake sugar,
Yeah.
right?
Well, isn't
Yeah.
Coke Zero made with something that isn't aspartame? I think that's what
I
makes
think
it
it is.
different.
Yeah, it's different.
Diet Coke. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Coke Zero is better than Diet Coke.
Diet Coke
Yes.
just tastes
Like
like
for you.
chemicals, man.
Yeah, Diet Coke
It's so
tastes
fucking
like
gross.
nothing.
I can't drink it. It's just
Really?
like, it
I like
hurts.
Diet Coke.
I
It's
like
like burns
Coke
my
Zero
throat
more.
and it's just like doesn't taste good. It's
No
like,
shit, huh?
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah,
it.
it's not
You
like
like
just
Coke
like-
Zero though?
I don't like any Coke
Okay.
or any colas really. I'm not
Okay.
a cola
Yeah,
man.
he's not a cola guy.
I'm more of a sweet nectar guy. You know?
Like a lemon lime. Oh,
Yeah.
like Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew, yeah. Or
sweet
like orange
nectar.
drink. I like orange drink.
Orange drink is good.
That's a good.
Yeah, I don't like any of that. I only like cola and root beer.
Cola sucks.
I like
Here's the
Sprite.
And
shit.
ginger ale's good.
Ginger ale's the
ale's-
shit. Yeah.
I like ginger ale a lot now.
Yeah, ginger ale's good. I like Sprite, lemon lime shit. That's always a safe bet, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know.
I miss Sierra Mist though, man.
It's still around. It's called
Yeah.
Mist Twist.
They
Or
changed
no,
the
now
name?
it's back to
I'll
it
be
was
right
Mist
back.
Twist for a while, and now it's Sierra Mist again, I think.
That's Pepsi,
I haven't
right?
I
Yeah.
haven't seen Sierra Mist in forever, man. I gotta keep my eye open.
It's just Slice.
yeah, Slice
Slice.
was sick,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Wasn't Slice orange though?
They had a
They
lemon
had
lime and an
lemon
orange.
lime, yeah.
Oh,
I
It was
think
an
they-
all-inclusive brand umbrella for
That's
all
awesome.
their weird flavored drinks. Yeah,
was it Pepsi?
yeah.
Oh.
They had, I think they had like strawberry slice and grape slice. I think.
Yeah,
Well, you got
Slice
a
was
you got a
sick,
strawberry crush there. That's interesting to me
Why?
because it's like like strawberry sodas. I feel like are very few and far between.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
not
there's
common.
They
that.
don't taste like strawberry, but I love it.
Yeah.
Whatever that artificial strawberry flavor is, I love
It's
it.
good. Yeah, I like
It's
it
so
too.
good.
Have you ever heard of cheer wine?
Cheer
Yeah,
wine?
I
No.
have recently. I've heard of
That
cheer
shit-
wine.
When I worked at Big Bob's, like fucking, he had cheer wine. It's from like North Carolina or something, like a regional soda. But he like had it once and he loved it, so he like ordered it for the
I
restaurant.
thought cheer wine has alcohol in it.
No,
Really?
no, it's like a strawberry raspberry flavored thing. It's
Okay.
like it's like it's a
Rhubarb.
it's a rhubarb soda.
And so you can't get it out here.
I mean, not like in a store. I mean,
Order it.
unless a restaurant has it, like that
Yeah.
restaurant. Like, dude, it's like so sick. It's like the fucking best soda I've ever had in my life.
Cheer wine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If we
That's
go to
sick.
North Carolina, we have to get it there.
Some cheer wine. Yeah, fuck it, man.
I know a few people there.
North Carolina, maybe
I'll have to go.
Virginia. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
is that
guys,
where
we're
is that
going.
Ben Woodward's in North Carolina, right? Or South Carolina? Ben
He's in one of
Woodward?
the Carolinas. Yeah.
You're one of the Carolinas. Shout out to you, my man.
North Carolina, I think.
Yeah, Rick is there. I think I just told you last night the bass player from Everything Must Die is moving there like this weekend or something. I think his name's John.
Oh, you told me on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
How
did I see
random
you
is
yesterday?
that? Yeah. Or Friday, yeah.
He's moving there
Hard
because
to
his
eat.
family lives there, though, right?
No.
Oh,
I guess like his wife's grandfather lived down there. They stopped in like on vacation back in July. And it was just like, oh, I'm gonna look up the prices. And like everything was super fucking cheap. And it's like a really nice area. It's right on like the beach. And he's like, fuck it, let's do this. So he like, not only did him and his wife move, but I guess his parents moved. And like her brother are all like moving into this small town, like
Sick.
all together within like blocks of each other.
is that the guy that plays the stand-up bass
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
everything? Oh, good,
And
John.
I think he's in some John. I don't know his last name, but
Yeah.
he's in some other bands.
He's a nice
too, but
guy. I
super
always like
nice
that
guy.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to come into Metal Haven with what's his name? The guy that works at Tommy's Guitars.
Oh, Ryan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ryan, the bald dude.
Yeah.
He's a sweet guy too.
But I love those guys. They used to come in Metal Haven.
Yeah, they're
They would
awesome.
shoot the
Yeah,
shit.
they're super
They're
nice
cool.
guys. I like their drummer too. That dude is
Ryan.
fucking wild. Yeah. Remember when I got him to like, cause like Danny had like that samurai tattoo and I kept making fun of him and calling it a Winds of Plague tattoo. And then like that guy, Ryan, thought it was like the drummer. Was the drummer's name Ryan too?
Yep, there's two Ryans. Yeah.
Okay, he thought it was like the funniest shit, and he would just be like sick. He would like make fun of Danny for it, and Danny would get like not mad at him, but mad at me
you.
because Danny was drunk.
Well, he can't
He'd
get
just
mad
be
at
like,
him. He can get mad at you.
like,
I was
like, okay.
I felt like Danny was here.
yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, there was one time I remember him like he was like physically chasing me at a show once because he was like so mad at me and probably drunk, and I was like, all right, man.
Just it just reminds me of maybe I'm giving my age here, but you guys ever see the movie Trading Places?
Yeah, of course.
Like where he's Santa Claus and he's like wasted, just that's Danny. Like it
was,
off
yeah.
in the distance.
What's
You
he
just
supposed
hear
to-
screaming.
Are they
You're
supposed
like,
to
oh,
like
man.
remake that movie or some shit?
I don't.
Or are they remaking Coming to America? I can't remember.
They are
They're
with Jonah
making a-
Hill
no,
and
they're making a sequel to Coming
Selena
to America.
Gomez
They're making a sequel to Coming to America, and then they're remaking Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
With all
Oh,
female
God.
cast, I think. I don't
No,
know.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Will Smith and Kevin Hart.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
in Planes,
okay.
Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be strange, but probably good.
Curious to see how it goes, like, because like like the way the dynamic work is a little bit different than how these actors.
Yeah, which
are.
one is John Candy?
Kevin Hart. Kevin
like-
Hart is definitely John Candy.
You think
Yeah.
so?
Well,
I don't
he's a
think
straight
he can
man.
do the serious.
Should have been The Rock and Kevin Hart. That'd been way cooler
Yeah.
combo.
They've
That's a
done
sick-
enough together.
That's a sick combo, man. That's
Well, I
my
mean,
dad's
like-
favorite combo.
Yeah,
Your dad likes Kevin Hart?
Dude, he loves that combo.
Really?
Yeah. He
Your
loves
dad
him,
likes
yeah.
to see my parents like hate
modern-day
like
Abbott and
I
Costello.
know my mom is like not big on Kevin Hart, period. She's just like, I'm sick of seeing him everywhere. And like, most
Yeah.
of that's like that makes total sense though. Like that's sick. Your dad likes Kevin
Dude,
Hart and
he
rock
had this like
movies.
sick dream where he had a dream that like he met Shaq and Kevin Hart. And so Shaq's like over 7 feet. Kevin Hart's like 5 something short.
5'4",
My dad's
5'5".
6'7", 6'8". And he had a dream that he was like, he met them and he's like, hey, let's do the Three Stooges. Hello, hello, hello. It's like big, medium, little. Like,
Hell
that's
yeah.
cool. And I was like, all right, cool dream, Dad.
That's
like,
awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But he's like obsessed with him, man.
You ever see the
It's sick.
Photoshop where they like switched Kevin Hart and Shaq's head? Because there is a picture of
Yeah.
them together, and that's like so funny.
Yeah, very weird.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
dude.
Yeah.
I don't think you can replace John Candy though with anyone. Like John Candy's just so
Yeah.
fucking sick.
Well, Will
And,
Smith definitely
I don't know.
couldn't be John Candy. That's what I'm thinking.
See, I think
Will
he
Smith is
could.
definitely really.
Because of that part, it kind of requires like some like acting chops.
Yeah,
like,
some
it's
depth
sad.
when he at
You
the
know?
end,
Like,
when he
Kevin Hart can't
admits
do
that he has
that.
no one to go to.
Yeah, like when
You're right. You're right.
That's the only argument I have for
And
like,
Kevin
their
Hart. Kevin
positions.
Hart could be like an uptight Steve Martin type guy who gets
But
mad.
can he though?
I think Kevin Hart could do the part where he like goes to the car rental and he's like, I want my fucking car right
Like,
fucking now.
Yeah.
That could be Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart
But
could do
so
that.
could Will Smith. That's the thing. Like he's
That's
got the
true.
chops to do it all.
I guess we'll
It's
find
kinda
out
weird,
in time,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
But,
Definitely.
I mean, I'll probably see it. I mean, it's a
I'll watch it because I love the original.
it's a classic
Yeah.
situation. It's hard to fuck up.
The
you know?
old road movies. Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Driving car like road trip movies are like the best. Any
Best
movie that I
genre,
love
yeah.
are like
Yeah.
they have road trip elements to them. Like all the Fairley Brothers movies, pretty much. have a
Right,
road
yeah.
trip.
Really just Dumb and Dumber and Kingpin, but
Yeah, and Stuck on
Kingpin's
You.
good. Yeah.
Stuck on You sucks.
Yeah, but it's a Fairley Brothers movie with a
Yeah,
road
that
trip.
movie's
in it.
bullshit, dude.
Did you
it
like that
is.
movie?
And I saw
never
it
seen
once
it.
on vacation with my family, and I
Was it
don't
Matt
remember
Damon
anything.
and
Greg Kinnear.
Greg Kinnear.
Yeah. It's like, we're fucking Greg Kinnear. He was just trying to do a Jeff Daniels, like, hey, dude, I could
See, I could be funny,
Yeah,
too.
have the same haircut as him.
Right.
You can't beat Jeff Daniels, Jim Carrey combo.
Dude, that's
Too
like
good,
the
man.
best. Yeah.
Can't
too
beat
good.
Jeff Daniels in Newsroom.
Yeah.
That was the whole speech
When
that
he did a Make America Great Again speech for Democrats like
Yeah.
10 years before. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's literally a Make America Great Again speech. He's like,
Yeah.
my God, we used to be good. We used to care.
Yeah. We used to be a great nation. We used to
Everyone
care.
was sharing that. They're like, this resonates
Yeah.
with me. And it's
This,
just like, oh, now
just
you're
this.
mad
Yeah,
about it.
fuck
Yeah.
you.
Now you're mad about it when someone you disagree with.
And
says
honestly,
it.
like, it's not that bad when you watch it the first time, but then you see it a million times. You're like, I just hate this because I've seen it.
I'm like over it.
Dude,
Yeah.
Newsroom it was the worst show fucking ever. Dude.
Was it on HBO though?
Yeah.
That's
Or
wild.
maybe Showtime. I can't remember.
I thought it was HBO.
It was
never
definitely,
watched it.
yeah, it was definitely a
A
news
premium
channel.
show.
Yeah, it was definitely
premium
on
channel.
a movie channel. Yeah.
You gotta pay.
You gotta pay the big premium, bitch.
Yeah, it's such a fucking stupid show.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
I
hate
agree.
Aaron Sorkin. He's such a fucking four-eyed
Aaron
little
Sorkin?
fucking asshole.
Right.
Yeah.
Four-eyed.
Yeah, he's four-eyed, dude.
You're good. Like, that's what came to your head when first was
I
four-eyed.
don't even know if he wears glasses, but he writes like a fucking
Come on, man.
four-eyed.
Sorkin walk and talk.
That's a good
Yeah.
insult. It's like an adult to lay
Yeah,
on someone.
four
Like,
eyes,
like,
dude.
what are you, 5? Like,
Yeah, who gives a shit? dude?
yeah.
Fucking four-eyed. It's like Egghead, where it's just like, you're a fucking loser, man. You Egghead.
Yeah, it's like, all right, thanks.
Egghead's like my favorite, man.
Egghead?
Yeah, Egghead's
Yeah.
such a sick insult.
It is.
Egghead.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's a good one.
Because sometimes people just have fucking eggheads.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, you fucking egghead. We were watching, Tia was watching this fucking thing about the Challenger blowing up.
Okay.
And there was all
Oh,
these NASA
man.
guys.
What
on
year
there.
was that?
86.
Mhm.
There
It
was
was the
all these
day
NASA guys they were
Rick
interviewing.
Tauber was born.
Oh,
Damn.
28.
Yep. It's funny because one of his birthdays, his cousin Al made a pinata out of a little shuttle and he put plastic army men inside. So that when he hit it,
Oh,
it's
wow.
just like the
That's
Challenger
sick.
exploded.
Very Al.
Dude, I was
Very
thinking,
The
Al.
Challenger was
Yeah.
not as solid as rock solid Rick Tauber. from
Exactly.
That road case, yeah.
Yeah. And then I wish
Rick
you two
didn't
got.
explode.
Yeah, I wish you two got
Yeah.
to meet. Did you ever meet him?
I never met him.
Yeah.
I think I've always wanted to, but
Yeah.
I
He
never
is,
have.
yeah, he has since moved, but
I bet if we go,
hopefully
if we
be back.
ever play North Carolina
He'll
when the
come
world
out.
is back, I
Yeah.
bet I could get him to come
Oh,
out.
absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's the man. That would be so funny. Man, it's so weird that him and Al are cousins. I always forget that. Do you
Kinda
remember when
funny.
you met Al?
Al Rogala,
We were
pretty
in
tall dude.
Bill's backyard for that 4th of July party.
Oh, yeah.
And like you were talking about how you would fuck ICS Vortex or something.
ICS
Yeah, you said
Vortex?
something about fucking like
something
I would
blowing
fuck
him or something
Yeah,
like
you were
that.
like, oh, would you get a blowjob from ICS Vortex or something
Wait,
like
is
that?
that the behemoth guy?
Dimmu
No.
Borgir.
Oh, Dimmy Borgir.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. And like he literally
I
turned his
remember
head and
that.
he's like, "What did you say about getting a blowjob from ICS Vortex?" And like,
Of course, that's the thing that perks his
Yeah,
ears.
he
He's
like
hold
literally
on.
turned
He's like,
around.
I
Yeah.
can add to this conversation.
It was really sick.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
But
That was a
that
while
sounds
ago
like
now.
something I'd say.
I see us.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
you just like read that name that morning. You're like, that's really funny.
That's exactly what happened.
ICS Vortex is sick, man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
A good
Now of Borknagar. That's the band he is in. Bork Boys.
Good old Bork boys.
Yeah.
Remember their cover of Burn in Hell?
Oh, burning hell.
Oh, you're gonna burn in hell.
Yeah, that was a sick Dimmu Borgir cover.
You
Yeah.
know evil, don't you hear no evil?
Yeah, down
Yeah.
on me.
I was like, oh, it's a song from Pee-wee,
I'm gonna
dude.
burn in hell. Same. That's what I thought too. I was like, where did I hear this song before? And then I like realized, I'm like, oh, this is a cover. And I'm like, oh, this is Twisted
The
Sister when they were in the Pee Wee movie.
Pee-wee song, dude.
Yeah.
What's your favorite like appearance of a band in a movie?
Ooh,
Probably Cannibal Corpse.
I was gonna say
and
someone's
Jim
gonna
and
say
Ace
that.
Ventura because
Yeah.
it's just like
White Zombie and
I think-
Airheads.
I think
That's a good one.
infectious grooves and Encino Man. is
Yeah,
really
dude.
sick.
I
nice.
agree with that one.
That's a good
yeah,
one.
that's a really good one.
Infectious
Song is
Groups.
sick,
And
too.
they're in Encino Man.
Yeah,
And
at
what's
the
that
end, it's
song?
like Rob
The-
Trujillo. I can't remember what it's called.
What's
but
that
it's like-
Pio Monkey? Something like
yeah, it's
sick.
it's like one of their famous. Like if
Yeah.
you search them on YouTube, it's like one of the first songs that comes up.
Yeah,
What
I
about,
remember that band name.
Slipknot and Rollerball.
They're in Rollerball? I
That's
forgot
I
about
gotta see
They're like
Rollerball.
literally in the arena, I think, playing.
Is Rollerball
while
the one
they're,
about
like-
the wheelchair? That's Murder Ball. Never mind.
I
The
mean,
sport where they're in the
Yeah, no,
in
that's
the,
that's Murder Ball, which we had the little-
Rollerbar's like a
Boy
shitty
frog.
roller derby movie, isn't it?
Well,
No,
but they
it's
kill each other.
futuristic,
Yeah,
where
they kill each
Oh
other. and
yeah,
shit.
yeah. Like
It's a
'Cause
remake.
It was a
from, like, the
70s movie,
70s,
yeah. And I can't remember if that one or the remake is on Prime.
wait, they
right
kill
now.
each other in Murder Ball?
They
In
can.
Rollerball, they
Rollerball.
like they fuck they like hurt each. It's like a
It's like Death Race,
apocalyptic.
but
You can't
sport.
die. Yeah.
Cars.
It's like in like a Mad Max setting.
No,
not-
it's like
not
an
that.
arena,
It's
like
just-
a futuristic.
It's just in like
arena
a
and stuff.
shitty bleak future, like fucking Running Man with Schwarzenegger or some shit. You know?
Yeah,
He was in
kind-
Schwarzenegger was in that movie?
No,
Schwarzenegger's in Running Man.
Oh,
which
Running
kind of
Man.
similar vibe.
Yeah,
What's-
it's like a game show that's
No,
on
the star
TV
is,
that's all fucked up
Chris
and shows
Klein
that people
from
are.
American Pie.
Yeah. And I remember,
Oh, he's
the,
in?
remember in the
Yeah.
trailer when
And
he's like,
Rebecca Romaine.
"Who's it gonna be? Us or them?"
What was Slipknot
That's what I
playing in
remember.
the do you know what song they're playing?
Something off of Iowa, I
It
believe.
was that era.
I think
Well,
so.
that's when they were doing like the Resident Evil shit. Remember
Yeah.
that? They had that.
I think of other movies that have bands in them.
That album is
It's
kind
so
of
good.
sick.
Iowa?
Like, yeah.
What about
Hell yeah.
It is kind of
Boingo
good.
Boingo and Back to School
Mm.
is really sick.
It's a good
Boingo
one.
Boingo's. Ah man, I don't know a lot of band
Back to School's awesome.
Yeah, Back to
Shots in
School is an
movies,
awesome
so
movie,
good.
dude.
I hope they never remake that.
I like, you know what? I recently watched.
I mean, there's versions that are kind of like a bastardized version.
I mean, every other Rodney Dangerfield movie is basically the same premise.
Yeah.
I recently watched one of the best trilogies of all time, which is the Meet the Parents trilogy, which is like Meet the Parents.
That belongs
Meet
in
the
the archive of films where it's like if something goes wrong, they're going to be saved. Right?
Yeah. Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers, and Little Fockers.
Yeah.
Which
one is the when they introduced Dustin Hoffman?
That's Meet the Fockers.
The
second one.
Yeah, and Barbara Streisand.
Yeah.
And he's got the wall of gay lord. Yeah, this is the fruit of your loins. This is the fruit of your loins. That's so sick.
Make yourself a chimichanga.
Yeah,
his parents are just so fucking like caricature though. Like it worked in the first one because the mom was just like a normal wife and like the dad was just like
was insane.
But like, but he made himself normal and like his. The Fockers are just like
Meet the Fockers was it was too self-aware.
You ever see the clip or the screenshot of Joker when he's like on the show with Robert De Niro at the end?
Yeah.
And like I saw one where it was like, I have nipples, Joker.
Yeah, I've seen that too. And I saw a bunch about the circle of trust.
awesome.
Like,
Dude,
you are not in the circle.
I have nipples, Greg. Can you fuck me?
It's so sick.
I said
So
that.
what happened
J
in
slide.
the third one?
The
they got
third
the
one,
kid, right?
Yeah, so they have so the first one is like the realistic one. First one's the best
first
one.
one's yeah.
And
easily.
I would be hard pressed to like if somebody pointed a gun to my head and was like, "Do you like logically think this is a good movie?" I would be like, "I don't know. I like it.
It's a good movie.
I don't know. If
I think the first one's
good
movie.
But the second one was with Dustin Hoffman, and that's the one where like they meet Greg's parents,
right?
And they find out that they get married at the end impromptuly, and then they have pregnant. And then they have they find out she's pregnant, and then Little Fockers is like years down the line, and they have a couple kids, and like they have a house in Chicago somewhere, and then Jessica Alba is like this girl that works with Ben Stiller's character, and like she's like a threat to like their marriage, or like she's like because she has a crush on him and she's trying to get with him.
I do not remember.
It's a very forgettable movie because I'd seen it once before I rewatched it because I was just bored at work, and I was like, I'll throw it on while I'm doing shit, and like I barely remembered any of it. I remembered it like it's bad. It's definitely bad. But it was made in like
the second one a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Whoever that lady is, that's his like wife or whatever. Like she's like not even a character in the first movie. It's like
she's barely involved.
To do those sequels, it's like she's not. She has like no like. She's just there to be like, this is my dad. You know, she's only there to introduce.
I mean, the
like
sole purpose
like,
of
and now you make two
yeah.
more movies, and she has to be in it, and she's not even like a character. It's
Yeah,
like so
well, she's
stupid.
like she's got to be the catalyst that bring Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro together.
She's just like a nobody, man. She has no personality. It's just like
yeah. I mean, it's just like it's so funny because you watch like Meet the Parents. When did that come out? 2001 or something? Or
2000? Yeah, it was definitely pre 9/11.
And Meet the Fockers came out in 2000. Or I'm sorry, Little Fockers came out in 2010. So that was when we graduated high school.
Like, Jesus Christ.
So it's just like it's so weird to see like how much changed then, like in film, and just like the shit that they were doing changed, and like it's so fucking it's very weird. But yeah, I mean it's that same thing where it's just like like. This doesn't really make any sense, but she's got to be there, or else it's like
the movie made money, so let's make it a franchise. Right. Like, all right.
Cool. Fun fact: do you remember the sister in the first one that got hit in the face with the volleyball?
Yeah.
She died in real life from pneumonia.
Say she did.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy?
Really?
Like
that's insane.
A year after that film released or something.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because she was never in the
She never
sequel
showed up
movies,
again,
and they talked about how like in Meet the Fockers, like because that was it? No, it was Little Fockers. So the premise is like. That girl,
premise?
Yeah, the premise. I don't know, guys.
That was sick.
Premise.
There was like everybody looked at each other like,
I don't know.
Premise,
So like,
Sick,
the premise is like the fuel to Robert De Niro's fire is that the wife's sister, the girl who died, like they got married in the first movie and Meet the Parents.
Yeah,
remember that?
Which is when they meet. Who's phenomenal in it? Who's the ex-boy? Wilson.
Yeah,
amazing
Wilson.
in that.
And
just try and follow the teachings of Jesus, And like, what the fuck?
And but anyway, like that and Little Fockers, they get divorced. the
sister.
Yeah, the sister and her husband, Dr. Bob, they get a divorce, and Robert De Niro's pissed, and then he's like on Greg's ass now because he's like, you better not, or Gaylord's ass, and being like,
Gaylord
you better.
Focker.
I mean, dude, first, oh my god, I have so much to say right now. First, it's like, imagine there being a movie that came out in 2020, and the lead character's name was Gaylord Focker. Like, think of how fucking insane that would be now. It would not fly. There's no way.
Gaylord is a name, but.
Yeah, but it's the
but if it was
Gaylord
presented as a
Focker.
joke.
Like, think
Yeah,
about
I know.
how different it was back then. It's so fucking nuts. Like, you could put that in a major. I mean, like, I was a kid when I saw Meet
See,
the
this is why I
Parents.
want to do the other podcast.
Your
or why
name
you
is-
can't do this shit anymore.
Your name is
you know?
Gay
Yeah.
Focker. That's pretty funny though.
I would be down.
Good payoff.
Oh, it is funny. It's
Yeah,
but
it's
definitely
really
people get
stupid,
upset.
but it's funny.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's
It's
really
like,
just like a lane. Like that's like your whole character is named that just for like one
For the
stupid
sake of a
payoff.
joke.
yeah,
it's just
Gaylord Focker. It's just
Like, and then
like,
you made a
if you're,
franchise.
if you're in grade school, that lands.
but it's like they
Yeah, when you're
just
12.
took it and ran with it, and it's just like then there was like in Meet the Fockers, there's the wall of Gaylord, and like because like Dustin Hoffman has it, he's like gay, like this is all you, and it's all like his 9th place awards and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
And like it's very
Nice.
sick.
Like
I
in the-
do remember that.
In the first one, when the UPS guy comes up, he goes, Gaylord M. Focker.
Yeah, Gaylord. Yeah,
Gaylord.
They're like, what was your name? It's Gaylord, and then he's like, Robert De Niro gives him that look, that like Robert De Niro look, that like that pissed look, or like he's about to like kill you
Yeah.
look. Yeah, but so Meet Little Fockers, it's like they're gonna fucking like now he's on Greg's ass because he's like my
Gotta keep
my
the
other daughter
family
got
together.
divorced. You better treat my daughter right, and like Jessica Alba's in the picture as like the temptation lady, and it's like the marriage test movie.
right.
But yeah, it's not good. It's really bad.
What's it on?
And Harvey
Watch it on.
Keitel is in it. It's really weird.
What fucking part does he?
He just
play?
plays a small role where he's helping like build their house, like they're building a new house or
he's like a
something.
contractor or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. And he's just like,
That's funny.
it makes no sense because I'm like, why is Harvey Keitel?
Remember
in this?
Jeremy Piven in fucking Rush Hour 2?
Vaguely. I
Oh,
want to.
hell
I gotta
yeah.
rewatch
Yeah, why is he
those.
like in
The
That's like a
designer?
stupid little fucking
Where he's, what is
part
he saying? It's
about
like,
silk. He's like, I could wrap you in some
like,
silk.
and like dead
Yeah.
animals. Got to put dead animals on you.
Yeah.
And that
Oh my
that
God.
couldn't fly at
no,
all.
fuck no. A straight
Jeremy
man
Piven?
doing
But
a
that's Jeremy
gay.
Piven. But that's essentially a ripoff of Bronson Pinchot from Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, okay.
Like a direct ripoff of
Oh,
that.
I never saw Beverly
Yeah, I
Hills
never
Cop.
saw that either.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
With
that's a fun one.
Eddie
Eddie
Murphy.
Murphy.
yeah, I've seen it a long time ago, but I remember it.
Do you remember Bronson Pinchot in that?
Bronson Pinto?
Pinchot?
No, I don't even know who that is. Pincho?
Yeah, you would know him if you saw him.
It's a sick last name.
Yeah.
Paging Mr. Pincho. Paging
You ever
Mr.
see,
Pincho.
True
Mr.
Romance?
Herman.
Yeah. Did I see who?
True Romance.
No.
I saw it like 5 years ago.
Oh,
I
man.
don't really remember it.
God damn it.
I watched Mulholland Drive recently
That doesn't
again.
matter.
It's not even a similar movie.
Well, we're
Really?
talking
You've
about
never seen
movies,
True
man.
Romance? That's-
No, I haven't seen a lot of movies. I have seen a lot of movies, but I also haven't seen a lot
Have
of
you
movies.
seen Nutty Professor 2 Meet
Yes.
the Clumps?
You know I
Yeah,
have.
I know.
Yeah, come on.
What about Nutty Professor 3?
That doesn't exist.
Is there not a Nutty Professor?
There's not a no.
There's a
almost
Dr.
wanna
Dolittle
say
3.
there's a
There's
three.
2 Dr. Dolittle movies with Eddie Murphy, I think.
Okay, and then there's a third one with
With Robert
fucking,
Downey
uh,
Jr.
Right?
That's right.
They
I was,
remade it.
I was
Yeah,
gonna try.
There's a
right.
third
Yeah, I
one
forgot
where
about
his
that.
daughter takes over.
Yeah.
And then there's a new Dr. Dolittle.
Okay, I wanted to say Dr. Dolittle 3 with someone funny in it, like I don't know, who'd be a funny doctor.
Malcolm McDonald. Or no, John Malkovich.
Yeah, John Malcolm.
Malcolm McDonald.
Malcolm
Yeah.
McDowell would
That
be
would
really
be-
yeah, that
sick
would be
though.
sick.
Yeah.
I called him Malcolm McDonald.
McDonald.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be
with
sick.
fucking
Being John Malkovich.
yeah.
Malkovich.
That's on.
Malcolm
That's on
Bitch.
Netflix now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be sick to know him and you call him Malcolm
Malcolm
Bitch.
Bitch.
He's
Yeah.
like, oh, you
Why are you
bastard.
being such a fucking Malkovich, John?
Dude, Night Professor 2 is a really sick movie though.
Yeah, both of the
Good
movies
shit,
are really
yeah.
Not
sick.
really. Oh, no,
It's
Night
good.
Professor- yeah, it's
Night
all right.
Professor 2
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah, the first two are right. I was thinking of Dr. Doolittle too, because all the Dr. Doolittles I thought sucked.
I just hate in like in the Nutty Professor movies how like the girls are different in both the movies.
Yeah.
Like it's
I don't
Janet
like when they
Jackson in
recast
one,
people and they
it's,
don't explain
what's
it.
her name in the other one.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's just like what? Just some new chick.
Well, it's because like those movies don't have any. And you know what? Okay, before we wrap up Meet the Parents, the last thing I wanted to bring up was like in Meet the Fockers, like they're yeah, he's the fruit of your loins. Like the plot is like, you know, he's the fruit of your loins. Barbara Streisand is so sick in that role.
Yeah.
She's like perfect in that.
Yeah.
And Dustin Hoffman, would you please excuse me while I shtup my wife? It's very sick. But like he they decide like the whole thing is they're trying to hide the pregnancy from Robert De Niro because like he's gonna be like, oh, he's traditional and he's not gonna like that they fucked before, like, and it's like, what, man? Like by then that's got to be like, I don't know. We were young when that movie came out. What was that, like 2003 or some shit?
Something like that.
It was young. Yeah, like
middle school.
Yeah, I remember being in middle school too, but I remember it being so funny at the time.
Really?
I thought it was hilarious at the time. Yeah, Meet the
Fockers. I hated
Fockers.
the second one I saw.
Really?
I was like, this is not
I thought
funny.
it was fine,
I was
but I
alright
remember
with
the
it.
first one just being like the funniest thing ever.
So much
It is better. Yeah. I mean, it is the best.
I remember people in the movie theater like hysterically laughing when they saw that movie. It was
definitely.
like insane.
It's got, like the first one has like one of the best like random Judah Freelander moments. When he's
the whole bunch of mums.
He's like, you can buy a whole bunch of bums if you want. Because they had jack shit for alcohol.
Yeah.
And he was just trying to like be nice and buy like a really nice bottle. And the guy's like, now we don't have any of that. He's like, but you can buy a whole bunch of mums.
A whole bunch
So
of mums.
good.
That guy's sick, man.
Yeah. And but anyway, my point being, fuck. So at the end of Meet, like, they find out, like, they have this whole conflict where it's like, oh, you hid the pregnancy from me. And then, like, he's like, I'm going to leave. And then they're like, well, fuck you, man. And then Robert De Niro comes around. They're like, let's just get married now, like, in a weekend, like, in 2 days. And then all of a sudden they, like, manage to pull this whole fucking wedding together. And they do this final scene in, like, this paradise, like, island thing. And it's like, man, I never realized, like, how unrealistic that is.
Yeah.
In movies where it's just like, oh, here's the wedding. And it's like, well, what happened to, like, how did you pull all that off in 2 days? Like,
clearly nobody, like, whoever wrote that has never, like, had to, like, set up a wedding. You know?
No,
Some virgin writer
Right.
who's never even been laid.
You could do this in like a week.
virgin
right?
writer. Yeah. It was pretty fucking weird.
First one also has, like, one of the best scenes where he's on the plane. He's like, you can't take bomb on a plane. He's like, bomb.
Yeah,
I like when the lady's typing
bomb.
too. And she's like,
Yeah, she's a bitch.
that was pretty funny. I remember laughing really hard at that
That's
when I
so
first
good.
saw it.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first one's far and away the best one.
Robert De Niro's done some weird movies, man. You ever see The Intern?
Oh, when with what's her name?
Yeah.
Is it Anne Hathaway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
So-
she plays like a business mogul in like
Yeah.
a fashion design company that's modern and like
Mhm.
it's a newer movie.
Yeah, it came out like 5 years ago. I
Yeah,
think.
and like Robert De Niro is like this character. He's like this old retired guy, and he like wants to get back just to work to like feel useful again, and like he ends up becoming like her personal confidant. And he doesn't do anything scary in the movie, so it's
Yeah.
like, what's the point
He doesn't
of
do
Is
watching
it a
this?
comedy or what?
Yeah, it's kind of like a feel good comedy movie, a little bit of drama. I don't know. It's not. It's like fun to watch, but it's not good.
Yeah, he doesn't tell Mickey Rourke that he's the devil or anything. And
Yeah.
it's sick.
Yeah, and he doesn't like beat the shit out of anybody.
Yeah, he
You ever
doesn't,
see-
he doesn't get
Watch
shot
that,
by
Do
Al
you ever
Pacino.
see This Boy's Life?
Mm-mm.
Dude, that's like
Oh, wait, is that the Leonardo DiCaprio?
it was like one of his
Yeah,
first movies. Leonardo
great
was a kid.
movie.
It's a movie. It's like based off of a true story about this like author. I forget what the guy's name is, but it's like it takes place in like I want to say the 50s.
I think so.
The 50s, and like it's basically Robert De Niro is this kid. His mom gets married to like this military drill sergeant type dude who's Robert De Niro, and he just
DiCaprio
like
as a kid.
yeah,
Leonardo,
and then
yeah.
like Robert De Niro like
That's his
beats the
stepdad.
living shit out of
Oh,
him in the
that shit,
movie.
that's fucking
yeah, like it's like really hard. I saw it when I was young, and it was like really hard to watch. It's very fucking freaky. It's
You ever
like
see
ugh.
It is a
You ever
good
see
movie, though. It's a
Domestic.
really good movie.
You ever see Domestic Disturbance with Travolta and Vince Vaughn?
Domestic Disturbance with Travolta
Sick
and Vince
fucking
Vaughn.
movie. It's a stupid it's basically just like one step above Lifetime movie.
No, I
I
haven't, but
believe
that's
like
probably
a remake,
awesome.
too.
Oh, is it?
Domestic
It's a really
Disturbance.
fucking sick movie because
Domestic Disturbance.
John Travolta whoops ass at the end.
Nice.
But Vince Vaughn like marries John Travolta's ex-wife and he like beats his kid and shit and like he
Whoa.
fucking because the kid like witnesses him like kill a guy.
Uh-huh.
So like he's like, we have a little secret, don't we?
Oh
You can't
god.
tell your mother. And he's like, oh,
How old is the kid?
he's like
27.
12 or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the movie called?
Domestic
Domestic
Disturbance.
And
That
who else is
sounds
in it?
really sick.
Yeah,
man.
it's Travolta, Vince Vaughn, some kid, and then
Weird
some
lineup.
lady. I can't remember who the lady. Oh no, the lady is that's the movie I was thinking of. The lady is the chick from he's the Meet the Parents wife.
Terry
Or
Polo.
Meet the Parents
Ben Stiller's wife?
Ben Stiller's wife. Yeah,
Terry
that's
Polo.
her. Yeah, that's her in the movie. She's his wife.
I wonder who the kid is.
Really sick.
That sounds like a good movie, man.
Yeah, it is. It's really sick. It's only like an hour 20 too.
When did
so
it
it's
come
just
out?
like like 2001 or something.
Yeah, that's like one of the very forgettable like 2000 like
early 2000s movies
it was
that no one gives a shit
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
And Travolta's
Dog
like
shit.
fat in it. It was like when he started getting fat. It was probably like
Travolta's the
when he was
best
putting on
Travolta.
weight for fucking Battlefield Earth
yeah.
to be a fat alien.
That fucking
Play
movie.
a
Yeah, all the
I
Dutch
forgot
angles.
about that.
A lot of Dutch
Is that
angles.
movie's Dutch
pre-Scientology
Insane.
Travolta, or
No,
is that post
that's
post-op
right there.
post-op
Yeah,
Scientology?
Because that movie's
he's already
that movie's like
Scientology.
loosely based on Scientology.
Yeah, I mean, that's
yeah?
the movie
Yeah.
that he wrote it on.
Well, I didn't know.
That's
Yeah,
a
My,
that
great,
was
good,
sick.
my
great bad movie.
goodness
Yeah.
gracious!
These
I
cavemen
did
learn how to
not know.
use F-16s like overnight.
Holy shit!
Did you ever see the Time Machine remake?
yeah, with
Yeah.
Guy Pearce. And,
Yeah.
I think is it
I was-
Rachel McAdams is like
I think she's,
the wife
uh,
that dies in the beginning.
Oh,
You
She's
might
the
be right,
alien,
yeah.
dude.
What's up?
You might be right. I think it might be
I
her.
can't remember.
yeah, I was thinking about
She's
that
an
movie the
alien.
other day.
Fucking
'Cause I want to
Chuds.
watch like the
Chuds,
new, or I want to watch the old Time Machine.
The old ones. I mean, I haven't
More-
seen
the
it in years,
Morlocks.
but I watched it so many
Morlocks,
times.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was
Morlocks.
the Chuds.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Chuds. Chuds is
Kinda,
a different
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, same idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, the first Time Machine's like a really actually sick movie.
yeah.
I like the movie.
Weena,
awesome.
dude.
Yeah, my grandpa-
man. Fuck
My
Weena.
grandpa loves the Time Machine. I saw it when I was
great.
like a kid with him.
I
Yeah,
used to watch a lot when I was a
H.G.
kid.
Wells is sick, man.
yeah.
Except
Didn't he
that
do War of the Worlds?
Yeah, except that movie. I remember hating that fucking movie.
Really? Which
the, Tom,
oh,
the
the
Tom
movie?
Cruise one?
Oh,
Have you ever read the book?
people seem to like
Do you
that
read
one,
books?
though.
That movie
You kinda
does
read
suck,
I don't read
yeah.
fiction.
For some reason, there's a lot of people that really like
fiction
that
to
movie.
read.
And I was always like, I'm all right with it. I mean, it's
Yeah,
cool to
it's not
see
good.
like a modern version of it, but
Yeah.
as far as the story goes, I'm out.
Like Tim
Like,
Robbins, fucking that was
Going
the only
nuts.
good.
Yeah,
that's
that was
the only
good.
good part of the movie. And he's like, I gotta kill this motherfucker, and she's like singing a song. It's like traumatizing.
Tim Robbins is in there? Isn't he
Yeah,
a Jacob
he's some
Slatter
crazy.
guy?
He's some crazy guy that they hole up with.
Yeah,
and he's
they-
like going
random
insane.
house.
He's like Tom Cruise like has to kill him because he's like obviously a danger. So he's like telling Dakota Fanning, he's
yeah,
like
I
sing a
forgot.
song so you don't hear what I'm about to do, and then he like you can. She's like, it's like
forgot
ring
about
around
that.
the rosy.
But
or
they're
some
trying to
dumb
make it like
shit.
dramatic, and it's just like,
Yeah, that's pretty funny though. 'cause
I
it's
forgot
like
about that.
traumatizing to her. She's just like, yeah, she's crying.
Why is he going insane?
I don't know because
I
the
think
world's
the
ending
world's
and he's
ending,
freaking
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
At the end, they're like,
all over the place.
He's such a good
"Walker
freak
killed
out
the
guy."
Aliens.
Dude,
Yeah,
my,
you ever see the Hudsucker Proxy?
Yeah.
No, is he in that?
Sucker.
Yeah,
Project?
it's
What the
it's a Coen Brothers
Yeah.
movie,
Oh,
and Tim Robbins
Back in
is
like
in
the
it.
90s.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
a
freaky?
sick ass movie.
Is it funny or like
Yeah,
scary?
Like
some
a
guy
heads up
named
display sucker.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like the original.
There's some guy
CEO.
named Hudsucker,
Yeah.
and like Tim Robbins like invents a hula hoop or some shit, and I can't really remember. But
Is
I
it
remember being
funny?
It's a
yeah,
comedy.
It's kind of a fun
Oh.
movie,
like a
yeah.
dark comedy.
It's a
Have you seen
Coen
Jacob's
Brothers
Ladder?
comedy.
Isn't he Tim Robbins
Yeah,
in that?
he's in that.
That's
Yeah,
not
you've
really
seen
a
that.
comedy.
Barton Fink. You ever see Barton
No.
Fink? That's a good Coen Brothers movie.
Do you like Jacob's Ladder?
I liked it. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
only
it's a
seen it
sick
once. It was like
movie. Yeah.
recently.
Like,
Yeah, it's good.
You didn't see the remake Jacob's Ladder?
They remade it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
some,
remade
like-
Did it come out?
Yeah, it's on
it was
Netflix.
like a straight to DVD film, I think,
Yeah,
or
it
made for
looks-
TV or
Netflix.
something.
Well, he said it's on Netflix.
It's
so
on.
probably
Is it
wouldn't
on
be
Netflix?
I don't know if
surprised.
it's a Netflix original, but it's on Netflix.
Is it bad?
I refuse to watch it.
Yeah.
It's like,
I kinda
now
wanna
it's like
see
an
it,
all black
but-
cast.
Yeah.
Like, at least from what I
Yeah.
saw.
Yeah,
And I don't even recognize who the actors or actresses were in it either.
I didn't even look at that far
It's
into
Will Smith
it.
and
I
Kevin
forgot.
Hart.
It's Kevin-
This was the first time they worked together.
Which one is Kevin Hart? What like?
Kevin Hart is fucking the
He's
the
Jacob and
ghost.
Will Smith is
yeah.
Ladder,
Yeah,
man.
he's the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Will Smith is a
the ladder.
chiropractor.
yeah.
And-
All right, lay down.
Yeah, that's so sick, dude. The chiropractor.
Yeah,
Dude,
Killing it, man.
so last
that
night,
guy was awesome. His guardian angel, man.
Yeah.
Last time my dad put on Cloverfield, because it was like the last half of it.
Fuck
And
yeah.
he's like, dude, this is the part where you see the monster. And I was just like, Dad, like, you're watching this movie. It's not a monster movie. It's like a relationship movie, you know?
Yeah.
And he,
At the heart of it, yeah.
but I was kind of getting like frustrated. Like, he always watches like movies like that.
For the wrong line.
Yeah, it's
For the
like, it's
wrong
not like,
reasons.
he's like, you're going to see the monster. It's like, it's not a monster movie. Like, watch Godzilla. Like,
Yeah, if you want
and
to
he's
see a
like-
monster, watch
it's like,
it.
oh, they don't show enough monster in it. I'm like, that's not the point.
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, watch.
But-
Planet of the
Yeah,
Apes.
he'll watch it again because he's just like, I just want to see more of that monster.
Yeah, and then I never saw the other two ones, but I'm like, I was reading up on the
Really?
Wikipedia about
10
the other
Cloverfield
two,
Lane's awesome.
and the Paradox one or whatever that came out a couple
That's
years
cool.
ago.
That's a lot
Like
of fun.
I looked them up. I'm just like, I don't know.
They're loosely tied
You wouldn't like
together.
that
Yeah.
shit. I don't feel like that's
It's
like in your
totally
wheelhouse.
not me.
You
Yeah,
guys
but
ever
I
see
was
the?
reading it.
You guys
I
ever
was
see
like,
the softcore porn cleavage field?
No, is that real?
Yeah, it is.
Is it like what's?
It was like a
I don't even
Showtime
know.
softcore porn
That's awesome.
that I stayed up late to watch one.
Cleavage field.
Yeah, it's not that good.
I like those.
Your dad
Yeah,
also
yeah,
likes
yeah.
Van Helsing.
Yeah, he does.
Just say-
That movie fucking rules. It's so bad, but I love it.
Yeah, I hate that movie.
Oh,
man.
it's so
Dude,
good.
there were some kids on my block. They were like on like a top floor, of the apartment thing.
Uh-huh.
And like, I was like walking down the street yesterday, and these kids like yelled out the window, they're like, "We're watching Van Helsing!" And they like yelled it to me, and I'm like, "Yeah."
Did you go like, that's sick? You're like, that's sick.
I was like, "Why you guys watch? Don't watch Van Helsing."
Yeah.
Listen,
Yell back,
kids, here's some
the
good
plot's
movies.
nonsensical.
Yeah.
Recommend all these like movies. You gotta watch The Thing.
Yeah. Propaganda movies.
You gotta watch Loose Change. Zeitgeist moving
Yeah.
forward.
Flubber.
Flubber's a conspiracy movie.
You know what?
Robin Williams made a lot of shitty movies.
I don't think any of us
did.
have talked about this, but how insane is it that the Smashing Pumpkins is now on Sumerian Records?
Yeah, that is really weird.
Isn't
Yeah.
that fucking
It's
wild?
like really
Forgot about
fucking
that,
weird,
dude.
but it also makes a lot of sense. Like,
Yeah,
it's not,
I'm not surprised.
It's so weird. But
It's just kind of like,
yeah.
oh, that would be something that happened.
Yeah, but it's like also really fucking weird. I don't know, man.
Somebody last night, I was at Kevin Servin had like a socially distanced birthday party in his mom's backyard in Westchester. I want to say it was Dave or somebody asked me, they were like, so who's like the new Sumerian band? And I'm like, Sumerian doesn't even really sign metal bands anymore.
No.
It's very
Getting away
rare.
from it.
Like, I mean, the last
Aren't they picking up older bands kind of like that besides
they'll do
Smashing
legacy
Pumpkins,
band. I
right?
mean,
Yeah.
they had like they did Dillinger for one, but that's the thing is like they get these legacy bands for one album. So I'm thinking it's like a licensing deal. You know what I mean? Like because they did that. They did One of Us is the Killer for Sumerian, but it also came out on their sub label Party Smasher.
Which was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
So
part
I
of
think it was like
Sumerian,
a
right?
co-partnered
Yeah.
release, and like, I mean, I don't know if like I have no idea what their fucking contract looks like, but it's fucking. I'm sure. I don't know. It's very strange. I was like
It is
shocked
weird.
when I saw that. It's like, what the fuck?
But
Like this-
Sumerian's like a huge label now.
I know.
And it's
yeah.
weird to think of that. Their first album was like,
The
Alabama,
Sumerianos.
Yeah.
tour.
yeah, it's just how it's grown in like, 13 years.
And I get it.
Insane.
Like, I don't think there's
Yeah,
anything
right.
lame about that. I think it,
No.
it makes
It's all
sense.
that asking Alexandria money, dude.
It's probably more than that now.
Yeah.
I mean, based on all the fucking, isn't like
That's what got
Sleeping
them
with
going,
Sirens
man.
on
It's
that
all
label
that
now?
day show money, dude.
Yeah, it is all that. I don't think they're on that
Money.
label anymore.
What?
All the Eye the Breather money.
Yeah, the breather
all the
money.
Eye the Breather money.
Fucking betraying the martyrs money.
Yeah, the Upon a Burning Body money. What was it? Oh, this is a funny story.
Yes,
One time, so
It was last
that the-
summer.
was
We
it-
were driving to the
Martyrs?
show.
Shit blew up.
we were driving to what show was that?
It was a show in Lansing with Boreworm.
Yeah, it was like an off show we had, and we were driving. Dude, that was when Sugar leaked by Brockhampton.
Yeah.
And I first downloaded it, I played it, and nobody gave a shit. And I was like, nah, somebody say something. But you came around real quick.
Yeah, good song.
Yeah, but I remember there was a story that broke out, like there was a tour that was going on. That band Betraying the Martyrs was a Sumerian band.
They
They
were
are
headliners.
a
They're
Sumerian band.
headliner.
It was a headliner tour that Defonce booked, our booking agent. And they had to cut the tour short because like their van caught on fire overnight.
Yeah, their
And the trailer?
did.
Yeah, and like everything that was in there was gone, like all of their gear, all of their like merch and shit, and like, wasn't your immediate reaction like, "Wow, I can't believe they lost all that merch"? And we were all like, "All the merch." We were like, "What about all their fucking gear, like their guitars and their
You
like?"
can get new gear.
You can get new merch too.
But you're gonna sell your merch. That was my idea, where it's like you're gonna sell your merch.
I
You
know.
lost all your money, and Betraying the Martyrs being a band that nobody gives a shit about besides the merch. Like nobody likes that band. They just
Yeah, but
want
I
to
don't
buy
think
the merch.
I don't think anybody like. When have you ever seen a Betraying the Martyrs shirt?
I don't know. I'm not a kid, so I don't fucking.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but they're not like a
what you're
merch
saying,
band.
16-year-olds.
but I don't know if you're right.
Yeah,
but I
but
see
I
your
get what you're
logic,
saying, too.
but I don't think it's right.
I just think that
They're
band like
moneymaker.
isn't good enough to do much. Period. Like I'm not saying they're not good enough, but I'm trying to
Yeah.
say like I don't think they have enough
Their
traction to do
Their
shit.
Frozen cover didn't
And they're
really
like-
take off.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I'd be
like-
more pissed that my guitar burned up than our shirts if that happened to me.
Oh yeah, me too.
I'd be way more
But it was-
mad
we
that I
made
lost
this joke
like,
where like
a guitar. But-
immediately the reaction would be like the merch.
Yeah, so our shit catches on fire.
Say the merch.
Get the merch, get the merch.
He's like burnt himself, but he's like, I saved the merch.
Yeah, it has a
That's
box
all
of
these
like
half-charged shirts.
yeah, it has a box of like
We can still sell.
sweatpants.
We can
Like,
still sell, I swear.
like he gave his life for the sweatpants. It's sick though. But yeah, that band was like that was when Sumerian was doing all that weird like we'll sign you to our label if you do shit like this. Like,
Yeah.
like, dude, they did that cover of that song "Let It Go" from Frozen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. And that was like I know it's not for proof, but I'm like 100% sure Sumerian was like,
Someone was like,
you're going
"You
to be
should
the
do
metal
this."
band that does
Does
it
this.
because this will make us money. You know?
Yeah, for
and
sure.
it's like,
That's
it was
it.
the same thing with Upon a Burning
I get
Body.
it.
Yeah, they did
Like,
that fucking.
Upon a Burning Body, their first album, all the songs are named after
Al
movies that Al
Pacino
Pacino have been in.
it's like
they were like a
Bury Your
mafia
Dead doing
themed
the
band.
Tom Green shit.
Right.
Tom Cruise.
They did a Tom Green
Green,
album?
Yeah, they did
Yeah,
a Tom
dude.
Green
What
album.
is it? Freddie Godfinger?
Yeah,
But does like
fucking Charlie's
lyrically-
Angels.
Does
Yeah.
it lyrically have anything to do?
Stealing
No.
Harvard.
No, they just
Their gimmick was like they had to dress up as like mobsters, kind of like they wore like white button downs with suspenders and like black pants, and like that was their gimmick. Because before that, they were just like it was all the same songs. Like on their, I remember finding that band
jeans and
because
t-shirt band.
Huh?
They were just like a jeans and t-shirt band.
yeah, they were just like an His Blood Runs Black type band before,
Yeah.
and then like they kept those because like a lot of those, especially at that time, like the early 2010s and like the late 2000s, like. When you were a band that was probably getting signed to a label like Media Scare or Sumerian, it was like your first album was usually like all the songs from your EP and then like
And,
maybe
like,
4 or
other
5
shit,
like new ones.
Two
Like
transition tracks. and
yeah,
then-
like Conducting from the Grave is a perfect
Yeah.
example. That first album is like all of their first EP and then like a couple new songs. And Upon a Burning Body was the same thing. It was like a bunch of their old shit that was on their MySpace and then some new songs. And like all the song names were changed to be like Al Pacino movies.
yeah.
Very weird.
You
Yeah, weird
think
gimmick.
Ash Advilson wrote fucking "Here's to you, here's to me"?
I don't know, but I
Best of
probably will always be.
If we should disagree, then fuck you or something. And here's to me.
Chug.
That's
Chug.
chug the chug
Chug.
part. Writing songs about being from Texas.
Yeah, because that's where they're from. They're from Texas, so they're like,
They're from Houston or
I don't know. I think so. Maybe
San Antonio. I don't know.
they're still a band. They're
Yeah, I know,
on. They're
they
not on
just- I thought they
Sumerian
just put
anymore.
out a record like a year
They did,
ago.
or like an EP, I think.
Yeah.
But they got into big trouble because like their third album with Sumerian, they did like the album covers themed was like their vocalist like was held captive and like tied like with hands. You remember when that went
Yeah,
down?
they did a thing where he was like kidnapped.
Yeah, they
a
did
fake
this
kidnapping
publicity song for the
thing.
album
Yeah.
where everybody was like, "Oh, he got kidnapped. Is this guy okay?" And like people believed it, and then like Sumerian, like everybody had to come out and be like, "Oh, this was a mistake. Like he's fine. It's just promo for the album."
Yeah, it
What a
worked.
shit fucking.
Yeah,
I don't think
know-
it did.
I don't know
People
how.
talked about it, right?
I
Yeah,
don't know
but that
how
album
you-
did not
I think it
sell
hurt
well.
them though. It
What's
hurt
up?
them
Yeah, I don't know
more.
how
hurt
you would
them
think
more.
that
Yeah.
would be a good idea. That sounds like
They're
a
like
horrible
they're one of the
idea.
only bands I've seen that did not like most bands that I've seen that have been on Sumerian. If they don't end up breaking up, like they end up re-signing with Sumerian.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rare that I've seen, unless like they're a band like that got picked up later in their career by
Yeah,
Sumerian.
Or Periphery was
Where they
probably
did
the
their
only
own
one
thing,
that
yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but they're in control of their own shit,
Yeah,
you know, and that
exactly.
makes sense.
Yeah, that is a
as
really
opposed to
good
just
idea.
looking for a better
Because like
deal.
what Misha was saying about how like he want like Ash was like, you guys could be like hit makers if you wanted to, but you want to write like weird prog songs.
Yeah,
And he's like, yeah, I don't want to like write hits. I don't care about that.
yeah,
But they could. They could.
Yeah,
write,
oh, it's
they could
absolutely
do a
true.
whole album of fucking Jetpack Was Yes if they
yeah.
wanted to.
Look what Velamaya did. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He probably just wanted them to do that, but like more.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably had a lot of influence in who they got as that vocalist and shit.
Yeah,
And it's probably no fucking, coincidence that his clean vocals sound just like Spencer Sotelo.
yeah,
You know.
absolutely.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah, that's so fucking weird though to me. Just like
They did a fucking theme song title album with the
With
fucking
all-
Velamaya,
chicks.
yeah,
Yeah, with
all
the
the all
matriarch
like the
one.
women
Yeah.
in movies and
anime
shit.
chicks. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Well, duh, I remember that. We played that CD release show.
That's right. Yeah. That was a fun show.
That was. Were
That
you
was
there?
awesome.
Yeah. Okay. I came.
Yeah.
I got the CD.
Yeah, I got like
Good
4
time.
copies of
Yeah.
the CD that night, and I remember I'm such an asshole, but like I took like 3 of the copies and I brought them to Reckless Records to sell them back because they were unopened. And I was just like, I'll give them back. Get some money. I think I got like $10 or some shit, something like
Worth it.
cheap, but yeah,
Yeah,
because they were
cool
doing that
move.
thing where it's like you buy a ticket,
Sick
we'll give you a CD.
Yeah.
and it's
it's
yeah,
like
like
yeah.
they were only like $5, I thought too, if you wanted to buy
it was a $5
more.
ticket, yeah, something like that.
How'd you,
Super.
how'd you end up with 4? I didn't even get one.
I just kept getting them. Like we were in the green room, and remember that dumb whiskey company, Cold Cock Whiskey, was like a big thing at the time. Like, and they were like trying to sponsor metal bands and shit. We got like a bottle. We got a bottle of that.
Yeah.
And like we got a bunch of like
whiskey, right?
Yeah, and then there was a vape company. Remember, they were like, take this disposable vape.
Yeah. That company fucked off real quick.
Probably both of them.
Company.
Oh yeah.
I remember that when like all of a sudden like bands I was on tour with, they're like Cold Cock. I'm like, why is this showing up everywhere? And then it just disappeared.
That was their market. Was
Didn't
like
work out.
touring alcoholics.
Yeah, that's such a weird like endorsement to like
broke metalheads.
Yeah, I drink
that's
this
what
whiskey
want.
because my favorite band drinks. It's like, how does that like?
I don't know. That does work to some degree, but
yeah,
you're
but
too
like
old for it.
I don't. Yeah, it's so fucking weird. I don't know. I definitely fall sucker for like endorsement shit because like, oh, this guy's tone sick, so I'll use that.
Yeah,
but that's different because that's like,
not different.
I think it's different.
It makes your choice easier though.
What's different?
Yeah. Like if you like this guy's sound or this guy's sound and they're all using this kind of shit, it's like, all right, well, this pickup probably is going to get me closer to that. I think that's where
but
relevant.
If you like this whiskey, but that guy likes this whiskey.
But if they don't,
but
if they don't sell it at the nearest liquor store, I'm not going to get it. I'm probably just going to get a fucking bottle.
Yeah,
of
I'm not going to go my way to get it.
I've never seen a bottle of Cold Cock whiskey at a liquor store.
I never have either.
I think I did when it was
a thing.
I've
seen someone's Cold Cock at a liquor store, but I've never seen.
Hey, pull them down.
It's icy.
And if you're talking about
like Arctic winds blowing out of it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But if you're talking about a $1.50 drink, that's a little different than investing, $5,000-$8,000 in a guitar or a pickup or an amp.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's going to decide if your band sounds good or not.
Yeah, I mean it's all the same, really. I mean you get
it's all marketing.
Yeah, it definitely is. But Cold Cock.
Yeah, weird shit, man. But yeah, that was a weird time.
It also wasn't a very good whiskey. Like
Cold Cock.
It wasn't that good.
All whiskey sucks. So.
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
The honey thing was like whatever. I don't know. It just wasn't.
Was that
good.
their thing? Was honey?
Yeah, I think that was like the big selling.
Jack
point
Daniels
for it.
has a honey whiskey, right?
A lot of companies do now.
Yeah.
Most companies. That was fucking Andy Eisen's drink of choice, man. Honey whiskey.
By
Wild Turkey, I think. Honey whiskey.
Oh yeah.
No, it was Honey Jack. It was Honey Jack.
Honey Jack.
Yeah.
Honey Jack.
Yeah, he would have that and sweet tea, and he called it porch drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would mix it.
Yeah.
Sweet tea and
honey whiskey. It's really good.
Was it good?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Probably really good.
Yeah, it's a delicious combination of drinks.
Remember when I got
what
that?
do you call it? Porch what?
Porch drink.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Porch drink.
I try to combine like Grey Goose vodka with Baja Blast, and it was not good.
Dude, just fucking buy the cheapest vodka and then just get Coke Zero, dude.
I don't even like.
It doesn't have to taste good. It just has to get you drunk.
I only drink. I don't know. I don't even like drinking that much anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll drink it. I like to drink a cup. I drank last night a little bit and like
drink some White Claws on Friday.
Yeah, like the White Claws I can handle because it's like it tastes like nothing to me. Like the only reason
air. Tastes like air.
Exactly. That's why I like it because it's like, all right, this doesn't like. Back in the day, if you wanted to get fucked up on shit that wasn't beer, that wasn't expensive, it's like you buy a Lime-A-Rita, or you buy a Four Loko, and it's some gross ass shit. Yeah. And like
or those Monaco drinks or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, okay. At least like I don't, like the seltzer trend. It's like I could give a fuck about it, but like it's like, oh, it doesn't taste like burning violence, and it's
That's
like,
true. Yeah, you're right. That is true.
And it's 5%, so you could control it. Like you could get fucked up if you want to on White Claw, or you cannot. You could get a nice little buzz. So it's like I got two. I'll drink two of them, and I'm like, oh, okay, And I'm a fat dude, which makes it even weirder because it's like, where's the tolerance on? I never understand that because it's like
I can't get anything off those unless I drink the whole 6-pack.
Well, you also drink like vodka and shit, though, right?
Not really anymore, but I did for a while.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe your body is more
funny.
like a
it is,
prone
it tastes
to
like
it.
shit, but it's like cheap as fuck.
Vodka.
Yeah, you get like one of those pints for like $3.99 of like Skull or Dimitri.
Remember when we were in like Winnipeg, you bought that like blue water bottle and you like tried to cover it with like duct tape, like Adrian, so like. Nobody knew there was booze
so
in there.
Drink.
But it's like it was vodka anyway,
yeah.
so you could have just said it was water and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Such a sick move. Just like
whatever.
Yeah, that was sick. And I remember you got mad when I realized it. You're like, well, fuck it. You're like yelled at me about it, and I was just like, why are you rapping that? And like Max was just staring and he was just like shaking his head.
Yeah, it looked like shit.
Yeah.
It's
So I just took the tape off like a day later.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, who
Do
cares?
you still have that water bottle?
He tried.
No, it's in the garbage.
It's in the garbage.
It's
Where do you
in-
think all garbage goes to?
To an island.
Landfill.
Yeah, Garbage Island.
Garbage island.
Garbage Island. Man, do you think Joe Rogan's gonna like conquer Garbage Island and turn it into a new podcast studio?
Dude, I hope
After
he
he's done
fucking
with
does that
Texas.
fucking debate, dude.
That's
It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna
That'd
happen.
be so funny.
It would
if
be
that
funny
did.
if it
That'd
did
be
happen.
insane,
It would be.
dude.
It would be insane.
The guy from News Radio.
Yeah, the guy from News Radio
Guy
has
from
on.
Fear Factor.
Yeah, and then Trump's like, "I'll do it."
Yeah.
Trump would definitely do it.
Yeah. That would be so fucked up. Like no moderation at all. And like Joe Rogan's not like, he would be such a bad host for that.
I think he'd be great, dude. He would just
I
be
think
like,
if
you
he
guys
just-
want to do mushrooms? And be like,
Yeah, sure. That would be sick. But like, if
he
he's
would just talk about like what chimps do they like the most?
I would
and
be
shit.
fine if he just like, if he like had them on to talk, like I guess it would be cool, but like to moderate, I don't think he could handle it.
No,
Because he
definitely-
flip flops all the time on everything.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, it's just like he caters to whatever the fuck he's thinking based on who's there.
Who's on
It's
the
just like,
who's on the podcast? Yeah,
come on, bitch, stand up for your beliefs,
yeah
Joe.
having, like Ben Shapiro on. Just like,
Yeah.
you're not friends with Ben Shapiro.
No.
like you guys are like the opposite of each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there could be more opposite.
Yeah, like what? You can't be friends with that guy.
Yeah. No.
Like, I like Ben Shapiro's a nice guy. Why? Because his sister's got nice cans.
Yeah. Oh man, remember that?
Yo.
Yeah.
What, that was like a thing?
Awooga, awooga.
Yeah, Alex finds her very attractive. And she's got nudes on the internet, I'm pretty sure.
She's got really nice
What?
cans.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
Well, she
funny.
has, she has a
He's gotta
YouTube
love
channel
that,
too
right?
called like Classically Abby, and she just talks about being a Jewish conservative wife.
But then has news on the internet. So
Yeah, it has nudes of
works
her
out well.
of her like
Conservative.
she's on her like back, and she has her legs like over her head, so you can see her tits and her pussy in one shot.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Sweet. Does she look just like Ben Shapiro?
In a way, but with nice cans.
Okay. I'm
Like a
in.
little bit in the
I'm
face.
into it.
Yeah, definitely in the eyes and shit. But her nose is different, and I think she got it done. It looks different in her YouTube videos, but her YouTube videos is all just people going like, "Mommy milkers,
Oh my God.
I
Oh,
love your milkers."
Oh, geez.
that probably fucking sucks.
Well, maybe she shouldn't have fucking started a YouTube channel
Yeah.
knowing what she had out there.
Yeah, those guys, like both of those. Like,
Knowing who her brother is.
talk about
Exactly.
not father and son, but brother and sister watching the world go down, man.
Yeah.
They're such easy targets. It's
Yeah,
just like
man.
so easy. Like remember when everybody was making fun of like when that clip of like him reading lyrics from
Yeah,
WAP,
dude, he got
wet ass
fucking
pussy.
carried through the he
What?
got dragged through the
Yeah, 'cause he's a
coals,
fucking,
dude.
Why did he do that?
He was
Fucking
because he was
egghead.
like trying to point
Yeah,
out
he
how
was
like
an
it's a negative
egghead.
song for like people like children to hear like wet
Yeah.
ass pussy, which I mean like
And then everyone was memeing
Why don't
that
the
he
kids
can't
should really
like
listen?
get his wife's pussy wet or something.
yeah.
Oh,
'Cause he's like-
I saw those
Yeah,
memes.
like,
I didn't
people were
know
just, like,
it was
making-
connected.
It's really
to
funny
that.
hearing him read it though. Like he's like
I'm
Yeah,
sure
because
it
he
is.
like
Make
he
it
says
flop,
like
to make
the
it
Fucking
drop.
nerd, yeah.
he says
Yeah.
like the first like fucking
Holy
letter
shit,
of the
that's
bad
so
words too and shit. He's like F this and
Oh,
my
he won't
pee.
swear.
Yeah, it's like
It's just like
Yeah, he's
if
got
you
a
don't
genuine
wet ass
if he
pee.
swears.
Yeah.
if you don't like that song, just
Or
don't
whatever
fucking
Jewish
like
people do.
acknowledge it. And it's
Is
such
he-
a
oh, yeah.
stupid move of like this is bad, this is bad. It's like now everyone knows about it. Good job, you fucked it up more. You know,
Well, it's just like also
So
it's like
fucking
how
weird.
many times do like songs come out that are like immoral and then people are like this is the death of the culture. It's like no, it's not. It's
Yeah,
just
we've been
not.
okay,
like
yeah.
there's other
Some new
there's
hit
other
comes
shit
next
that
and it's
yeah, there's
done.
other shit that's like worse than this. Like a lot
Oh,
of shit
yeah.
is worse than this.
Yeah.
It's a stupid fucking song that sucks. It's not even a good song.
Is I
It's
don't.
like shut the fuck up, dude.
yeah, I haven't
That's
listened to
funny.
it, and I don't care because it's not.
I think it's all
something
right.
I would ever
Yeah.
listen to.
Who is it?
Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
Stallion.
I mean, Rob Arnold's not on it, so I would
That
never
woman
listen
is
to
very
Yeah.
attractive.
Megan
Megan
Thee
Thee Stallion. Yeah.
Who's that?
Ooga.
She's a rapper.
Ooga.
Yeah, she's a rapper.
Oh, you go to the
I think she's better than Cardi B. Like she's got some good songs.
Finding women attractive sounds. Gung, gung. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
cartoon heart. Yeah.
the dog pansy was really good.
A horse neighing.
I'm like,
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah. Dude, when we were hanging out last week, Max, and you brought up that new 6 Feet Under song,
Yeah.
I didn't realize the gravity of how much people were making fun of
Dude,
it.
people are fucking shitting on it
Yeah.
because it sucks.
It's bad.
It's whatever.
I mean, but it doesn't suck any more than their old shit does.
I know,
That's the
but
thing.
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what's
It's
weird.
like everybody's making fun of his vocals, but like Chris Barnes refused to let anybody. His thing apparently in the studio is like no compression on his vocals, no EQing on his vocals. Like he won't allow it. It's all natural
tell.
vocals. Yeah, that's why he's like. That's literally what he sounds like.
Yeah. And it's like off like tempo and shit.
Zodiac. Yeah, off the tempo.
When it like stops and he like does that fucking stop. It's so
It
bad.
literally sounds like I could do the vocals in that band.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
it'd be sick.
Do you know Chris
again,
Barnes?
it's like just don't fucking listen to it.
Yeah.
You don't like it.
Yeah,
What do you
Gobo's been
expect?
shit
You're not
talking
gonna
it
like
too.
get any like.
that band is always like, you guys don't remember Graveyard Classics 1 and 2?
Yeah.
That's like the worst shit like ever made.
Do you remember the album where they covered all of Back in Black by AC/DC?
Yeah, isn't that one of the Graveyard
Yeah, it
Classics?
is. Isn't that sick though that they did that?
Back in Black.
That's sick though.
You're not gonna get like revolutionary like
me
thoughts.
all night
You know? It's just-
Yeah, it's like, but it's like, dude, they did that like fucking 15 years ago.
I know, and nobody said anything. It's
that
just like,
was
why
when
do
it
you guys
was
give a
fun.
fuck
It's 'cause
now?
now, dude.
But the thing is, 6 Feet Under has been putting out records consistently. They never
Yeah,
stop.
they never
They
stop.
have a shitload of albums out.
Which
Yeah,
is
so you got a
like
couple
that-
years.
That's why I
yeah,
was
the one
very
with
confused about
Rob.
that, too.
Rob Arnold.
Yeah, Rob
it's like
Arnold on
10
it.
years ago now, I think.
I bought that, and then the like, because that was supposed to be it was Undead and Unsomething, and it was like a
Undead
double
and
album.
Uncircumcised.
Yeah, Uncircumcised. And that one had like they swapped out Rob for I think Ola Englund played on
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
album. Yeah.
That's Ola England fucking playing. That's weird.
Yeah,
but
money.
like,
I mean, now Lord Marco plays drums in 6
Yeah,
Feet
that's
Under,
really
and
weird,
Jeff
too.
Hugnall from Brain Drill, that bass player.
Oh, really?
He's in fucking 6 Feet Under.
Yeah, for a while now.
They've both been. They were both like, because 6 Feet Under for a while was doing this thing where like every album he would just get like sick dudes to play on it. Like Brandon Ellis was playing guitar on one of them. He got the guys from Cannabis Corpse, I think, a couple times. He's had like a bunch of different people like come in and do stuff on the records, like Rob Arnold from Chimera,
I
Ola
remember that,
Englund,
yeah.
like. But then like I guess like Lord Marco and Jeff were like part of his live band, and the big deal about this album is supposed to be like Jack Owen, that bald dude that was like one of the OG Cannibal Corpse guys with Chris. He's in 6 Feet Under now with Chris, so like it's supposed to be like, oh, it's this return of like classic Cannibal Corpse dudes, and it's like, A, this band like doesn't sound anything like Cannibal Corpse at all, and it's like, B, people were expecting that, which is like, why would you do that? Like just because Jack Owen's back in the band? Like, come on. It didn't make any sense. And then they put out a song that's clearly like dumb as everything else they've put out, and everybody's like, these vocals, I can't believe these vocals.
It's weird, dude.
It's like, well, you're not. This is what you're getting. Like, what do you
Yeah,
want?
exactly. It's like, guys, yeah. But apparently, they had to disable the comments.
Yeah,
I saw that.
video.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that sucks.
Yeah, they had to
Really?
disable the comments.
How many dislikes does it have on?
I don't know.
YouTube?
Probably a
It's
lot.
probably hidden if they disable the comments.
That's true.
The likes and dislikes. Can you do that?
I don't. Maybe you can't do it for individual
Probably.
videos, but you
I'm
can
not
definitely
sure.
disable like
Comments can come
the
off for
likes
sure.
being visible.
I
Like,
think view,
you can't
views
see it.
you can disable too. I think.
Yeah, maybe views, but you can definitely disable
Uh-huh.
the likes or dislikes. But I'm not sure if it does it for all your videos on the channel or if you just do it for one.
Dude, I want to hear Chris Barnes cover Wet Ass Pussy on the next Graveyard Classics. From the top, make it drop on this wet ass pussy.
I want to hear him fucking.
That's
cover-
sick when there's a lyric
Wanna
though
hear
that says
it sound like-
that says swipe your nose like a credit card. Like imagine taking your nose and putting it in a vagina and like going like sling. My card's not working. Let me put it in the chip.
Decline.
Oh, this one is I think this
good, man.
pussy is insert the chip. Yeah, now they have those tap cards. Just tap it with your nose.
Yeah.
That is a sick line though.
Yeah, that is.
Swipe your nose like a credit card. There's a mac and cheese line too. That's really good. I just think that song's funny because it's like you're like compare like it's just like that's funny to me. Swipe your nose like a credit
Yeah, that
card
is
in a
funny.
vagina. That's hilarious. I mean, it would also be weird like to be a child and hearing that and being like, I don't understand that, and then like years later being like, oh, whoa, that's funny.
Yeah, back in our day when we were kids, we had that "I'm Going to Disneyland" song. You remember that song?
No. Who sang that?
Hell yeah.
I just I'm going to Disneyland.
I forgot who the fuck that was.
I just flipped off President George. I'm going to Disneyland.
George Bush Jr. or Senior?
It was 90s, so it was
senior.
probably
That song's
Senior.
sick, dude. I like that
I don't
It's
song.
remember
bad.
that.
I listened to it the other day. It's
Who
band,
sang it?
I've listened to
band
it for
called
like 10
Dada
years.
or something. It's
Is
Dada.
that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, Neo-Dadaism?
Yeah, it's neo-Dadaism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to Disneyland.
I'm going to
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Yeah.
Way better
So
than
it's really
Disneyland.
bad because it's just like that's the whole song, and then like they do like these weird interludes that are like they do like this weird atonal shit and it doesn't make any sense. You're just like, what are
They're
you
just having like 8 choruses and
Yeah.
just like verse, chorus,
The whole
verse, chorus.
song.
Yeah.
Dude, when I was like, when you listen to fucking 500 Miles by the Proclaimers, that whole song is a chorus, dude.
Yeah.
That's so
It's
sick.
Yeah.
You're like, this whole song is memorable,
Yeah.
and it's like that's so hard to do, man.
Two nerdy
When I
twins
go
from
out-
Canada.
No, they're Scottish.
Scottish.
That song's very
And
sick.
when I wake up,
That's
then
like
I'm gonna
the
be
Yeah, did you hear Bareface's version of that?
yeah, I'm gonna be.
that's like I think the earliest memory I have of a song like liking a song, I think was that
Yeah,
song.
well, that's a good song as a kid to
Yeah,
like because
yeah.
it's like it's basically like a fucking kid's song. It's just like it's like repetitive and fucking
Very repetitive.
Yeah.
Easy
Catchy.
to remember.
Yeah.
But with sick accents.
Yeah, that song is fucking like so sick. Like if
Yeah.
I wrote that song, I'd fucking be so happy. But you listen to like other Proclaimer songs, and it's like, dude, what do you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just,
nobody.
like,
I don't know
Scottish
any of their
folk
other
shit.
songs.
It's like listening to like Sinead O'Connor's shit. It's like she has nothing compares to you. Then the rest of the album is like bagpipes, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
It's like the Cranberries,
yeah,
where every
that's
other
it.
song is like they just like yell. It doesn't happen.
Yeah, dude.
They're from Scotland, right?
Yeah, they're
or
Scottish.
Ireland?
Yeah, I think they're Irish.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
they're
they wrote
Irish.
songs about the fucking IRA and shit.
Yeah, IRA.
Being in the IRA is so sick.
Is that like the IRS?
No, it's like the terrorists that were like, because Northern Ireland is like Protestant and or Catholic. I can't remember.
Protestant.
Yeah, and then
Protestant
then
or
the
Catholic?
regular Ireland is Catholic, and they had like all these like what Sunday Bloody Sunday's about. It's like the IRA blowing shit up.
So is that
like,
other-
religious war.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're from fucking.
Yeah, they're Irish.
Yeah,
they're-
Bareface, dude,
Yeah.
and you too.
Sunday Bloody Sunday.
Yeah.
Can be as what? That's so sick.
What is
That's
it?
like the fucking Veil of Maya cover.
Of oh
Sunday
yeah.
Bloody
Sunday.
Sunday. That part is sick when they do that.
I don't remember that. Oh, I
Yeah,
do.
Pete Grossman
Yeah.
fucking engineered it, didn't he?
Yeah, remember when?
Him
Yes,
or
he
Andy?
did.
Or he
It
mixed
was
Pete or
it was
Andy?
Pete, and Pete
Yeah.
when we were tracking because that song is a little rough, and when we were tracking about it, like somebody brought it up to Pete, and Pete was like, "Oh yeah, I got a lot of rough feedback on that one."
Yeah, it sounds
I
like a
remember him
demo.
telling me about that.
It sounds like scratch tracks.
That's
But
funny.
Yeah, it does sound like fucking scratch tracks, but
Well, didn't they just like
Whatever.
They just banged
He
it
knows what
out,
he's doing.
right?
yeah, I mean, it sounds like
So.
they fucking
I don't think they put much of an effort into it.
no, and it was
That's
for that video game
Yeah, Homefront.
Homefront, and like
Yeah,
Oceano
Oceano
did a
cover.
cover of like
war.
why. War.
By Ed-
yeah, and
Metallica
then
did-
Acacia
or,
Strain did
Periphery
War
did one.
Pigs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so weird.
The War Pigs one is pretty sick.
Yeah.
But I think I remember reading that when Periphery did it, like Misha wasn't home, he was gone. So like the rest of the dudes came by his apartment and recorded it at his house. So like I think they were all probably under like the gun to get it done quick or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that might explain why
Oh,
all
there's
the
this-
songs are a little.
Theirs is fine, but it just doesn't.
But that's weird to
matter.
like, hey guy, we need to record the song. Well, can you wait till I'm back? No, we have to do it now.
we
Let's
have
go to
to
your
have it
apartment and record it. Like,
Yeah, that is really
All right,
weird.
Here, the keys under the mat. Like,
yeah, it's like all right, you know.
That is probably like the best. If I could think of a good war song, that's probably one of the best ones.
Which one? One?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably one of the
Yeah.
better ones, at least for a metal band to cover.
Oh yeah.
You're not doing fucking that Buffalo Springfield song like Winds of Plague did or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, they were on it.
Yeah, there's war over there. What is that? Whatever that song is.
I don't forget what it is.
Do, do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the fucking Vietnam song.
There's a man over there.
Dude, I want to go back to that in time and go see Kitty headline with like God forbid,
Dude,
Dude, that
Periphery,
was a sick
and Winds
show.
of Plague.
you at that?
Well,
Periphery
Periphery
wasn't
didn't
on
play
there.
the one. It was at Bada but Periphery didn't play it. But
Oh, because they were that was when they were like not doing full US tours yet, right?
Yeah, I think
were-
we had like Greeley Estates or
Ugh.
Green. One of the
no,
Green
it was
band,
it
or,
was Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy, the
Yeah.
G band. Yeah,
Oh.
Weird Christian band.
Were they
Yeah.
Christian?
Or Chris, he talked about it.
Oh,
The whole time.
stage.
Yeah.
I didn't
He was
know
like,
that.
We're a Christian band, fuckers.
Yeah, that's what he said.
We're a Christian, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, motherfuckers. And then he
Doing
genuflects.
with the mic. Yeah. Man, his vocals suck. Man. I can't hear him.
Yeah, because every time someone in the crowd's like, "Fuck yeah," he just stops and he's like,
Damn it.
I keep wanting to call it Genelec-ing, but that's like a
Genelec.
Yeah, it's a monitor. Yeah, dude.
What is Genelec?
They're like studio monitors.
Yeah, Genelec also sounds like a very like high profile injectable like serum. Take the Genelec, Alex.
Dude, so when Jason and I have been hanging out at the Riverwalk, there's the Carillon Tower.
Yeah.
Jason sometimes calls it the Caledon Tower.
Yeah, Caledon
It's
Tower.
like, how sick of a name is Caledon Tower for like a fucking like evil corporation?
Yeah, the
Caledon
Caledon
Tower.
What is that, Caledon 28 or whatever?
Yeah, Caledon 28.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
There we go.
fucking-
Okay. That makes sense.
Good story. It's a creepypasta story. Caledon 28. That's a fucked up one.
Is the number
What
28 or 29?
I don't remember. Caledon.
The channel number
Yeah.
that it was supposed to be.
It's about like for preface for the listeners,
It's very
it's like,
similar to Candle Cove, but different.
Okay.
have you read Candle Cove?
Yes, that one I know.
That one's fucked up. It's kind of similar to that. It's basically like about this like public access channel in Canada, and this kid remembers it, and it was basically this like really fucked up dude that like would kidnap kids and shit and like kill them, and like they would show it on TV, and he was like, I don't remember why nobody remembered this, and he like discovers it and brings it to the cops and shit. It's this whole
It was like
thing.
the hand puppet.
Yeah,
show
the
where,
hand
like,
show.
The hands were like
It's like freaky.
destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah, they like show it on camera where it's like they don't show it, but they describe it like there's a hand and it's getting stabbed repeatedly and shit like that. Oh fuck, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, even though we're in the middle of the daytime. But yeah, it's pretty freaky. We listened to it on some drive.
Yeah, driving back
Wyoming
from-
or some shit.
Yeah, I put it on and I was just like, whoa,
Yeah, dude,
this
that
is
makes
scary.
sense. Caledon now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Caledon
but
Tower.
that is a good evil name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grim
Yeah.
Lord's up there in Caledon Tower.
Grim Lord. We are true.
I like Carillon Tower though because it's a sick prog name.
Yeah, Carillon Tower.
Yeah, it's a fucking Inside Out band. Or a fucking sensory record band.
Yeah. That's Carillon
Yeah,
Tower,
good.
man.
A good track one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
It's like
there we go.
Some 50-year-old guy singing like he's from the 80s, and you're like, this is so off the mark.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. How is this going to
Like
sell?
Watchtower shit. Where it's just
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Yeah.
The music is so sick, but that guy's vocals are stupid. Or Spiral
Yeah.
Architect.
Yeah.
Spiral Architect is like badass though.
They are sick.
That album is fucked up.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a classic Alex album.
Yeah, it's
You
very
guys showed me
classic.
that record.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I didn't know who that band was before you told me about it.
Sensory Records, man.
Was that Sensory?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
I'm pretty
I
sure.
thought they were on like Century Media. I thought they were on like a real.
I thought it
label.
was Sensory. I'm pretty sure it was Sensory. I'm pretty sure they were like the biggest
Sensory
band
had
on
some
Sensory.
rough shit.
Canvas Solaris and that are pretty much like good bands.
What was the band that took like that Dream Theater stole like part of the album?
Circus
cover from?
Maximus.
Yeah, there we go. That band
Yeah.
sucks.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Based off the
Horrible.
Xbox game.
Yeah.
Was it
That
really?
game was
No.
sick, dude.
There was an Xbox. It was like Twisted Metal for like, but it was like a Roman gladiator, like like chariot.
The
game.
chariot race game. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd like
It was pretty sick.
It was like Road Rash kind of where you're like
Oh, okay.
one dude's driving, and the other dude's like hitting the other guys
Beating
and
the
shit.
shit, yeah.
It's kind of cool. But
yeah, I remember that game
yeah.
being cool. I bet it's like impossible to play now
Yeah.
because every game from that era just like doesn't make sense anymore.
yeah,
From what era?
From just like the 2000, like any like PlayStation 2 game is just like most of the, unless they're like a revered classic, it's just probably gonna suck.
Yeah,
Like it's
that's
just
pretty true.
the fucking controls are gonna be hard and like it's gonna like
Mhm.
take 20 minutes to load.
That game just that console had so many fucking games.
Yeah,
It
dude,
did,
like
it's
yeah.
like the longest running console like ever, dude.
yeah, we had a lot of really
Besides the Game
like
Boy.
bad games
It's not
too that
bad.
were made. The
Yeah, there's-
Nintendo Wii, like remember when like there was a shitload of games for that console that were like real bad. Yeah. If it like wasn't made by Nintendo, it was usually like no.
Dog
yeah,
shit.
dog shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Shovelware.
I remember I had this game called Endless Ocean, and it was like I thought it was going to be like just this ocean exploration game, like very basic. Yeah, but it's this weird mystical story behind it. It's not. I mean, it is sick, but it's not good. There's this really weird like singer that's like this Irish singer in the game. It's fucking strange. I barely remember it. I still have it though. It's in your storage locker.
Oh,
there was a Dreamcast
Grab it,
game
man.
that I was thinking of that I was like, man, that was.
What game was it?
I'm trying to remember. I can't now, but Dreamcast had a lot of really weird bad games too. Where it's just like, why did I even have this?
Yeah.
I don't want to play this.
Dreamcast.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad games for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even like Sonic Adventure, man. Like so much audio is like missing from that
Dude,
game.
we were talking about
It's
it the
like,
other day.
what?
Eric brought that up about like how many Sonic games are just like stupid and don't like like Sonic Colors, like what that existed.
Sonic Boom, and, Sonic Boom, and Sonic Unleashed, and
remember that one that came out in 2006 that like everybody hated?
Yeah, just Sonic the Hedgehog. We were talking about that one.
Yeah,
it was like one of the worst games ever.
Yeah, because they try to like introduce like real human characters into like this world that like you were making a good point about that like. They're trying, like, you already have this whole cast of characters in this world. Why don't you just stick with that?
Yeah, you can do all these. You created like, you know, Big the Cat and all this shit. Like, why don't you just fucking like create more cool?
A lot of those guys
were
like from Sonic Adventure, like Gamma. He was
but then they have like humans you interact with. Like, just have like weird fucking creatures. You know,
Gamma and Big weren't even like that good at characters to begin with.
No, they fucking suck.
Yeah, it's still like it's not like Donkey Kong, you know, where it's like a revered character in this universe that makes sense.
He's got Diddy Kong, man, to Diddle Kong.
Diddle Kong? Yeah. Diddle Kong.
Diddle Kong's fucking.
Yeah, Diddle Kong.
Yeah, the fucking of Diddle Kong, man. Let me diddle you. Let me diddle you over there. Yeah. Get that diddle hand. Yeah.
Hey, dude, he sucks, man.
Who?
Fucking Big the Cat.
Yeah. Did you ever play any of the Sonic Adventure games? Do you know what they're like, what they're about, or like what it is? It's like when they started making it like a 3D platformer instead of just a side scroller shit. And like the gimmick of Sonic Adventure was like they added like 6 characters you could play as, and you go through their stories to unlock like the final story, and then you beat the game. But not like 100%. There's like shit to do, but yeah, they added all these weird, because it was like the first Sonic game for Dreamcast, so they were like, let's just throw
a launch title, wasn't it? Or it was close to
it could be.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was just like they threw so much shit at the wall, and they were like, let's just see what the fuck sticks. And like there was a character named Big the Cat, and your missions in the game were like his best friend is a frog that doesn't like, talk to him.
He was like retarded or
something. And like hey, he had a Chaos Emerald, dude. Remember he ate the Chaos Emerald?
He ate it and he had to
Big the Cat?
Out.
You mean Big the Cat was kind of...
Oh yeah, the frog ate the Chaos Emerald.
Yeah, the
Which
frog
character was
Big
the
ate
slow
it, then you had
one?
to, there was that
Big the Cat. Yeah, he talked
there
like
was that mission.
He literally talked like that. Yeah, like
there was a mission where you had to
find my friend.
Really?
Like, yeah, that's literally what his dialogue was like.
There was a mission where Big the Cat ate a Chaos Emerald and you had to press the A button for him to shit it out. It's coming, Sonic. You had to get the bars and get all that.
But yeah, anyway, like the mission was you would have to go to like some level, and there would be a big body of water, and you would have to fish and try to catch this frog.
You would seriously, like when I was a kid, I would spend like 3 hours on one level, and like I'd just be sweating and angry.
If you didn't like, I got really good at it. Like I used to be able to clear his mission because I was like obsessed with that game. I used to be able to clear his mission so quick. But
I
yeah,
recently
it's hard.
like replayed that game, and I did it like really. It was like not even as hard as I remember it.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you play it recently?
I played it in like March and April
on your Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Because I never had a Dreamcast. I had the GameCube version of the game, which was Sonic Adventure DX, which was the director's cut.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't add much to it. Yeah, that's what they called it.
Where they cut
the
Sonic
seeds.
Yeah, they cut him open.
He was uncut on the Dreamcast version, and I was cut.
Well, I think all they added was like you could unlock like old
joke.
Sonic games. Like the more shit you would clear, you could go back and play like a classic Sonic game.
The
and
best
it's like,
one being Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Yeah, that's such a sick game, dude.
I think
Sonic R is the best Sonic game ever.
what was the
Super
isometric one?
Sonic Racing. Sonic 3D Blast.
Yeah, ugh.
That game was bad.
Fuck isometric games unless it's like a strategy game.
I agree.
Yeah.
They're really hard to control.
I fucking hate isometric.
Like which
games.
way's up then? Because there's no up. It's like left or right.
Yeah, and they never and like none of them had like set rules. It's like everyone had different controls.
Yeah,
it's just like everyone is like, ugh.
Well, that like game doesn't make sense for like a Sonic game because it wasn't even structured like you do this to clear the level. It was like you would go to a certain part in the level and you'd have to kill all the bad guys, and the robots would turn into those little animals.
Yeah.
Then you'd have to bring the little animals to like this little hole that they get in, and then it opens a gate for you to go to the next part of the level. It's like, what kind
That's
of
because
Sonic
Sega
game
was
is
just
this?
so fucking stupid with shit where they didn't have the new Sonic game ready. So like, we can do this in the meantime.
Yeah.
And we can take this other game we made and just put Sonic in it and sell that
basically.
instead of actually like making a
Giving
new
a
game.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah,
just
they
so
really
dumb
fucked
with
up that
stuff.
company.
They did.
Yeah, they really shot
It's
themselves in the
really
foot.
fun watching hour and a half videos on YouTube about how Sega failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I love that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I mean,
did fail,
Genesis
man.
was cool. I even like Sega Saturn. I think that's an awesome system.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? The Sega Job for a Cowboy
Genesis,
collaboration?
yeah.
Genesis.
Yeah, that's sick that they're coming back.
The new album with Naveen.
Yeah.
on
Naveen's going to
drums,
be
too.
playing drums on it. That'll be dope, probably. He's good,
Sick.
obviously. That'll be sick. I'm very excited to hear that they're doing another record.
Yeah, man.
But it's just like, I like how everybody was like, where is Job for a Cowboy? It's like, what do you think any death metal band is doing when they're not being a death metal band? They're living life.
Yeah,
like,
dude, they
Yeah.
don't make money.
yeah, and like everybody was like, the Metal Sucks did this big article on it to be like, oh, this big reveal about what they were doing. And they were just like, oh, yeah, some of the guys had kids, some of the guys went to school, some of the guys had jobs. It's just like
And one of the guys like becomes some sort of like hotel.
Johnny Davey.
Something.
What I had heard from a bud from
And that's
Brody.
the vocalist, right?
Yeah, that like this was years ago though. So, but Johnny Davey has like a wife and kids now. Like that's his thing. But he like his parents owned some like hotel or restaurant, and he was working as like a
running those.
a sous chef and shit. Yeah, or like a one of the head chefs or something. He was like cooking and stuff, I think. And yeah, so it's just like, all
A
right.
job that pays well better than a musician makes sense.
Yeah, a job better suited for a cowboy.
Right.
Yeah. That's what they should
Yeah,
change
I mean,
their band.
yeah. What do you
name
think
to.
they're gonna do? They're just sitting on their chair going, "Well, I can't wait to play another show."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is sick.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they're fucking working and like living a normal life because
Saving
it's hard to
money
maintain
to make
this.
another fucking
Exactly.
album.
Yeah, you know.
And it's like, it's super, it's weird to me because, and then like in the interview, they're like, oh, well, what about the fans that like want you to sound like the first EP? And it's like, why are you still asking this band that
Dude, who
question?
gives a
Yeah.
shit, man.
Yeah. And they were just like, we don't know. And like Johnny
They
Davey
have
was
more
like, that was
records
like,
that don't sound like that.
yeah. And he was like, that was a completely different band. And they don't even have, like, Johnny Davey's the only
the
guy
only
from back
guy,
then that's
yeah.
still in the band. So it's
Yeah.
like, doesn't make any sense.
I
Very
mean, I think,
weird.
like, there's not a lot. That band is a little bit of a revolving door as far as members. I
Not
think.
towards the end though. I think they kind
Yeah, I
of
mean, I
figured
think
out.
the last two records had a pretty similar lineup.
Yeah.
There was,
Wasn't there a guitar player that was in there for a while? They used to do the articles or like Guitar World and stuff like that.
there,
That guy pretty long standing in the band.
well, there was Al Glassman's in the band. He's been in the band for a while now. He's that dude that used to be in Despised Icon, and didn't join. Like he played on, I want to say Al played on Ills of Modern Man, I think, and then didn't do the next record. I can't remember, but like he's in it. Then they got that Tony, I forget his name, but he's their other guitar player.
Tony Clifton.
And they had that bass player from Cephalic Carnage, that dude, that like big guy. I forget his name, but he's a really good bass player. And then like they had John Rice on drums forever, like on almost all of their studio albums until the last one. Then they had Danny Walker do them before that guy got canceled.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, like right before that happened. Like pretty.
I
I don't know how
Sunny,
close that
Sunny Day
was.
was like 2015, wasn't it?
Yeah, 15 or 16. No, I think 15. I think you're right.
And then
yeah.
fucking Danny Walker got canceled in like 2017.
Was that the last record?
Yeah, that was the last
Sun
record they
Eater?
did. Yeah, but like he wasn't. I don't think they were even planning on touring it at that point, which is why they just had that guy do it anyway.
Weren't they like they were calling it right before that album even dropped? They were like,
They didn't like. No, they didn't call it like publicly, but like they never did any touring off of that record. It just came out and that was that. And it was like, oh fuck, this is this weird ass progressive death
really
metal
sick, dude.
album. It is an awesome album.
Really good record.
Yeah, it was really cool. And it's just, it's like the band is so different now. And it's like, yeah, a name like Job for a Cowboy doesn't make sense for like how they sound now.
No.
Yeah,
Like
did
they
you
could
hear the
even
new-
change their band name if they wanted
the new
to.
Job album, dude.
Yeah, the Job album.
Yeah, that new Job album is so sick.
Yeah, Job. J-Fac, dude.
J-Fac, yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait for Finn McKenty to put out like a 45-minute diatribe on that band when that new record comes out. And he'll be like, this is why this band sucks shit now. This is why nobody likes this band, because they're not appealing to the people that want to hear the old music. It's like, dude.
Yeah, shut up, dude.
Yeah, I'm having like a hard time watching his shit
He's
recently.
really annoying. Now.
Yeah, it's like
Who is
the
this?
Finn McKenty.
He used to be Sergeant D on fucking
on Metal Sucks and stuff, and he's got a pretty infamous YouTube channel now called the Punk Rock MBA, And essentially what he does is he goes in and he like
review albums.
does these episodes. No, not really. He like talks about
retrospectives and like
retrospectives
bands
on
or
like different styles of music, like all kinds of shit like that. He'll analyze bands, but he goes all over the spectrum from like death metal to pop punk to Warped Tour shit. Hardcore bands. Like that's his thing. And he'll be like, this video, it'll be like, why are these bands the most hated? And he'll go through like 5 bands and like talk about why they're hated, but they're still successful or something like that. It used to be kind of cool because he was really insightful. He's done shit with URM. But he like knows those guys and I know they've worked together.
Mm-hmm. What's his name?
Finn McKenty.
Yeah, the punk rock MBA. But he's like,
he's not a musician himself. He's just like a business guy.
Like he tries to be funny in his videos now, and he's not funny. Like he's just like he has bad delivery, and he's just like
it's like his Instagram bled into his fucking like.
He's not funny.
Yeah, I like when dudes do funny shit on YouTube when it's like I just want to come here for information, and you're trying to put like the joke where you do like a quick like thing where it shows like a little girl going. Moo. It's like stop, just fucking tell the story.
Like some of his videos.
Do a joke. Don't fucking half-ass it.
Yeah. Some of his videos I think are really cool because they give you a lot of perspective on certain shit that like I didn't live through. Like he talked about like the blow up of like slam and brutal death metal and how like that got really big and then how it fizzled out and shit and like all the different bands that were encompassed by that. And then like, you know, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's also hard because he's like an East Coast hardcore guy that's like, I'm pretty sure he's straight edge, right?
He was. That was like what he grew up as.
Yeah, so like a lot of it is like a lot of shit like that. It's like goes over my head because I'm like, I don't really listen to that stuff and like, but it's interesting to hear. It used to be interesting to hear his perspective.
His video on Earth Crisis was really sick.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was good. And then like, because it's like I wouldn't know about
the black rhino was extinct because we weren't militant enough. And we could never be militant enough. This next song is called
Yeah, that song's sick. Deliverance.
The black rhino gives. You care?
Black rhino was extinct. That's how he says it, dude.
But, he did that.
Because
and, like,
we weren't militant enough.
He does a series called like How This Band Got So Big, and then he did one on Slipknot, which is interesting, and then one on like Blink 182 was really interesting.
That one's really cool.
Because it's shit that you like vaguely remember. You're like, I remember this band getting really big, but I don't really remember.
But he points it out like, because it's like we were kids when All the Small Things was a big song. But then he points out like he goes through All the Small Things music video and he picks it apart because that music video is like a parody of pop videos at the time. Like they were making fun of like 98 Degrees and In Sync and shit. Right. And they were this band that just sang about penises and like.
Because the All the Small Things one I think was the one where they were that was the What's My Age Again where they were all naked running through the fucking town.
Yeah.
That
is all. Yeah,
that was What's My Age Again.
That was What's My Age Again. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever listen to the episode of Rogan's show where he has Travis Barker on?
Yeah, it's insane.
It's fucking
he talks
crazy.
About like the plane crash and shit.
The plane crash, all the weed he would smoke back then. Like when they were like on that tour cycle of like because he joined when they did
that one and the fucking Tom DeLonge one are like insane.
Are good.
Dude.
Yeah,
those are really good podcasts. I like when he has musicians on.
Like I like that live Blink 182 record, the Mark, Tom, and Travis show, because Travis Barker just like bumps up all the songs by like 75 beats like per minute, like 75%, and he's just like he's ripping all over it. It's like whoa, like these songs do like if any pop punk, if a pop punk band had and that's so weird that like there was never a pop punk band that took after like his style of drumming. Like I wonder why they didn't do like nobody did that because they were like the biggest pop punk band ever. And no, like this whole new wave of it, there's no drummers that are like doing gospel chops and shit over like this like I fell asleep in my car by your house. Some shit like that. And it's like, where's the sick drums? And they're not there. But then like you hear that episode and he talks about like that period of his life where like he was like, I literally don't remember not being high. And he would talk about how much, like, he smoked so much weed that, like, it, like, fucked up his lungs and shit. And, like, I mean, Nate knows more about it, but, like, it's pretty fucking insane.
So, like, what was it? Was that the fucking Mars Volta guy that talked about, like, how he would spend, like, $1,000 a week on weed? Remember when that article came out?
That sounds about right.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The Cedric guy.
Cedric Bixler, Zavala or whatever.
He spent $1,000 a week on weed. It's just like,
yeah, that guy was nuts too.
A lot.
Yeah. I mean, how much fucking weed is that? That's like ounces.
A lot of fucking weed.
I mean, you're probably sharing a lot of it if you're like around people all the time and on tour and shit. But like, dude, $50,000 a year basically on weed.
Like,
God, they make that money. They probably make that money just based on the first at the drive-in record.
Still fucking save it and buy a fucking, buy some nice windows.
Anything else? Nice
Dude,
window.
you could buy a fucking.
You could buy a car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird too. It's like
Prelude.
Yeah, you could. You could buy 10 of them. Yeah.
I don't know what
That'd be so sick.
what anything about like
What?
Honda Preludes.
Yeah, dude. I want to
Those
get
are
a Honda.
sick cars, man.
Yeah, they are.
2 doors.
What are they? Oh, they are. What
Yeah.
year?
Like 90,
90s.
80 something to 90 to
A
like,
Prelude? How do you
Yeah.
say?
Honda Prelude.
Oh, like Prelude?
it's like
PRELUDE.
2002,
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
was when they stopped making them.
Nice.
Those are like sick fucking
No,
cars.
I've been looking into getting a car, and there was one I really wanted to get, but it's like definitely one of those cars where you need to like, there's no support for it because like the
It's
parts are
all the
really
parts are
rare.
obsolete.
Well,
Yeah.
the problem with
Yeah.
a car like that is that it's a cheap car that a kid can buy. So you don't know what kind of $3,000 Prelude you're gonna find with 200,000 miles that some kid like
Yeah.
drove
Fucked up the
shit
transmission.
and then put it back
Yeah.
to stock and like fucked it up. So there's a lot of risk in that. You want to find one that's some
it's-
adult
if you don't,
owned.
if you don't know anything about fixing cars, it's not really a thing to get. But
Right.
They're like
Yeah.
they're
Not
a
so
good
sick
idea.
looking, dude. It's just like fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah.
I remember in
That
Gran,
is a
I'll check
sick
in
it
car.
Gran
out.
Turismo fucking 3, man. or
You could
2.
race one?
Yeah, I had one. And I
Nice.
souped it up to 700 horsepower.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
That was my car, dude. I won the fucking the fucking major race.
Cup.
And, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever that cup was. Yeah.
Just like
Cup.
my Buick Grand National in Forza,
Oh
it's
yeah.
like got
sick.
like 800 horsepower, man.
Dude,
It
they
came
I
it's
gotta
got a
play
roll
those-
cage, man.
I gotta play those racing games.
I think you
man.
play
Yeah,
on
they're
the
sick,
computer.
man.
Yeah, I
Gran
know.
Turismo, the
Fucking-
new one for the newest one for PS4 was awesome.
I gotta buy that.
fuck, what are they up to
and
now?
buy some
8?
fucking
I don't know what it's even called on
I don't think
PS4.
they give them numbers. They just like Gran
This is
Turismo,
Gran
like
Turismo.
this year.
super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys ever play Project Gotham?
Yeah, that one's all right.
Dude,
Oh,
that
yeah, I
game's the
remember, yeah, you
shit.
had that
I
game,
love
yeah.
that game. That
Is
was
it
one
a
of my
Batman
favorites.
game?
No, it's a racing game.
Yeah, it was a
But
race.
it should
Gotham?
be because
It only
Gotham is very misleading.
It is
It's just
very
a racing
misleading.
game.
Every
yeah.
time I hear that word Gotham, I'm like,
Batman.
Batman. But there's a lot of instances where it's not connected. And I'm like, well, what does this word come from?
Get off your fucking high horse, man.
Me?
Yeah.
What high horse?
You know.
You're Batman high.
I don't give a fuck if it's about Batman or not.
I love Batman.
I don't love Batman. I
I
like
love
Batman.
Lego Batman the most.
Oh,
dude,
God.
That's okay. So I was looking up the new like Xbox and PS5 like launch games and shit. They're $70 now. Which are you kidding
Yeah.
me? And there's a Lego
that Xbox
Batman
too?
game or Lego Star Wars game for it. It's like you're really gonna buy a new console to spend $70 on a Lego Batman game.
Oh, for the newest one?
or it's Lego Star Wars. Sorry, but still like a Lego video game. It's like it can't be that good to spend $70.
They're
on
fun, but I wouldn't drop more
Right?
than
It's like
$40.
that's such a weird.
Yeah,
like,
I'd rather
here's
buy
your incentive to get a new
Lego
console.
planes,
Like,
trains, and automobiles.
yeah, right.
Little John Candy. Like,
Now that bothers me. The games are $70 now. It's just
Yeah,
like, all right,
Lego,
you know
Lego
what?
John Candy.
Fucking
I'm
done.
out.
That would
Yeah,
be
I'm out,
sick.
man.
Lego Uncle Buck.
Yeah. Does he come in with a chainsaw or something?
Yeah, the golf. He's like shooting
Yeah.
golf balls at that dude's
Lego
boyfriend, or that
Wagons
chick's boyfriend.
East.
Yeah, Lego Wagons
nice.
East.
Dude, Lego.
That movie sucks.
It's so bad.
Lego Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, Lego Jingle All the Way would be really
that would
sick,
be an
dude.
awesome game.
Or Lego
Bad,
Lego Kindergarten Cop would be sick.
Yeah.
With twins.
Lego twins.
I want a Danny DeVito Lego.
And they're just the same size because they don't make tall or short
Right.
Legos.
No, they make the ones with, like the little stubby legs. They can
No,
make
they,
a
well,
little
they,
Danny
they,
do.
put,
Yeah.
they put 2 legs on Schwarzenegger.
Right, just to make them tall.
Yeah.
But you can get like stubby legs for like little Legos.
So his torso is the same,
Yeah.
but his legs are just really tall.
I'll have
Dude,
I have like
Legos,
a little
like-
Star Wars Lego where he has like a little like stubby legs.
It's
like the
insane
funniest
how
thing.
expensive they are now.
Dude, it's nuts.
Yeah, man.
Very
it's
expensive
fucking
for a piece
wild.
of plastic.
I was looking at. Did you see they did that Super Mario Lego shit?
Nah,
and
I
it's
just fuck
like
with the Star Wars one.
it's got like a built-in LED screen in like the Mario figure, and like it's like interactive, and you could buy like you get like this main course, but you could buy like different stages for it, and you connect them all. It looks
That
it's
sounds
expensive
awesome.
as fuck though. Yeah, I like there was a point where I was considering like, ooh, this is cool, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
not.
it's
I
like,
refuse.
As an adult, it's like
Can't
you're
buy
just
a
gonna build
fucking
it.
toy.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna build it and be like, okay. I mean, that's what I did when I was married. My ex-wife got me. She's like, "Oh, I'll get you a Lego DeLorean for your birthday." I'm like,
That's kind of
like
sick.
Back to the Future. It's like, okay, cool. I built it. Then I'm like,
Now
all
you just
right.
have it there to stay.
yeah, like cool. That was like what you spent $80 of my money on that. I'd rather just not have you do that. You know, like,
How about you just give me an $80 check with my own money?
yeah, right. Or just make dinner. You know, that'd be
Yeah.
nice if you did that when I was working. But
I just
whatever.
had my Millennium Falcon.
Did you
sitting
cook a
on my
lot?
TV.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
fair.
was a blur.
Yeah, it was all a blur now. but
Yeah.
thankfully. But yeah, it's just like Legos are like because Alex and I have a shitload of them, and I've been going through stuff like all of our old toys lately to like see what's worth something, and we have a bunch of Legos. And it's just like, man, like, what am I gonna do with these? You know?
Legos?
Yeah, it's like, but there's just like a big pile of pieces, and it's like,
Right.
well,
Yeah.
I know these. I have the booklets for the sets we have, but like, I'm not gonna build
Go
them
through
all.
them all. Nah.
Yeah, there's one I built, the Fort Legarado set, which it's worth like $200, and like that's worth trying to sell as
That's
a set.
cool.
The Fort
But
Lego
rest of them-
what?
Fort Legarado. It's like the Wild West Lego set. It's like a fucking Wild West Lego thing. But it's like all the rest of them is like someone want to buy them because it's just like I just don't want this anymore. You know, you're in
Fair
all my
enough.
fucking kid toys that I was saving. It's like why? It's a toy
Yeah.
for children.
What's the
No.
age limit on that? Like, let's
On
take the
Legos?
youngest or whatever, because it's like a choking hazard.
I don't know.
Probably 8.
Yeah, maybe like 6 or 8.
Well, they make these like. Have you
The
seen
big
those like?
ones, yeah.
They make the prestigious Lego collections now, where like you could build the Empire State Building,
Yeah,
or you could
like
build
the
like national
architecture
monuments
ones.
and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the more technical ones.
yeah, and then it's like $130, and it's like, dude, come
They're like
on.
more than that usually.
Yeah.
They're very expensive for those. For
I'll
some
make you a
reason.
fucking Lego set to build. Here you go, kid. Here's a piece of paper and a stick.
Build your own Legos.
Make something. Yeah,
Yeah, here's a 3D printer and a high-powered computer. Figure it out.
yeah,
Get them
bitch.
Yeah.
Lincoln Logs. Those are cheap. You can build
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, Lincoln Logs.
They
What was,
still
what
make
was
those?
Connects? Remember
Connects.
those?
Connects
were
Connects.
sick, yeah.
I had
What was
those.
the bootleg version of them?
Duplos.
Mega Blocks.
No, that was
Roblox?
Legos. But what was there was like a bootleg version of Connects.
Of Connects?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Strap-ons.
Canucks.
Something
Strap-ons.
Yeah, strap-ons.
I remember. Mega Blocks.
Yeah, Mega Blocks suck, dude. They just like didn't work. Mega Blocks were just shit.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
like weird. The colors were wrong. And
Yeah.
shit. Like they were like pale.
They
and
never
it
stayed
didn't look
together
like-
and shit.
Yeah.
And, yeah, sucked.
Are they
Fuck
still a
those.
company? Mega Blocks does shit
think
now.
so, yeah.
Because all those companies now, they're like, oh, let's just do themed shit, and that's how they get their fucking money.
Yeah,
now.
like if Lego did the Bugs Life set, like Mega Blocks is doing like the fucking
The ants,
ants.
yeah.
That's what Mega Blocks should do now.
Mega Blocks, I'm pretty
All
sure
the
did Halo
bastardized
2
Legos.
Legos.
Yeah, like they had like the DC Comics Legos, all the
Yeah.
shitty ones.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
lost, like the fucking Suicide Squad sets are
Yeah,
Mega Blocks.
you're right.
Ant sucks, dude.
Yeah, they did Halo Mega Blocks. I remember that
Yeah,
for the video game
right.
series, and it's just like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, Lego got Mario and you got Halo. But I think the Halo ones existed a lot before the Lego Mario
maybe.
ones, but still.
Ice Age or fucking Madagascar.
Yeah.
That's Bill DreamWorks though, isn't it?
Those are both pretty popular though. I
Yeah,
think
you're right.
they made like
Dude,
18
I was looking up the
Madagascars.
Ice Age fucking how much those grow. Like those movies gross like $800 million
Yeah, it's
each,
insane.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, wait, I
What?
think there's like
Really?
7 of them.
Yeah, because I was thinking about the squirrel shorts where he's like, "Wow!" He's like screaming. I think that's really funny. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That is sick. That guy was cool. Yeah.
who was the cast? It wasn't Ray Romano. One of the
Ray Romano, John Leguizamo,
Dennis Leary.
Yeah, Dennis Leary
yeah,
was
that's
one of
right.
them.
Yeah.
Dennis Hopper.
Yeah,
Still doing
fucking Bobcat
Yeah.
Goldthwait.
Yeah, still doing the character in Blue Velvet. Yeah. Everybody, let's fuck.
Robert Blake.
PBRs.
Yeah, Robert Blake. Yeah. Who else?
Ray Liotta.
Yeah, Ray Liotta.
Coked out Ray Liotta
Yeah.
specifically.
Fucking Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte, yeah.
Good one.
Ray
Nick Nolte.
Liotta's such a sick Jace.
Yeah,
He's
man.
like such a sick Jace.
yeah, that's the best one.
Yeah. It was the best one. I like Kelsey Grammer as you two a lot, though. I think that's
yeah,
awesome.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Kelsey Grammer.
That's sick.
You
Though.
know, like so that show. It was like a.
And Marlon Brando as you is like so
Yeah.
spot
funny.
on now.
There's that show Girlfriends. Like it just got on Netflix, and Tia's been watching it because it's like a black show, and she remembered it from when she was a kid, and it's really funny because it's like it's like black Sex in the City before Sex in the City.
What was
and,
it
like,
on? Do you remember?
NBC or UPN.
What's it
I don't
called?
know, UPN.
Girlfriends?
But Kelsey
you know what?
Grammer's the executive producer on it.
That's weird.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
No
why?
Yeah.
Making
I
money?
love you, baby girls. Hey, how's
Yeah,
it
man, I can
going?
definitely see him like having some weird thing going on.
Yeah,
Some like cult thing.
yeah. He
With
went
children.
through like wanting to have sex with hot black women phase.
Kelsey Grammer?
Yeah, dude, because his all of his wives are like fucking in their 20s and shit.
Oh,
And he
I don't know much about him. Like,
and he
his real
divorces
life.
them when they get too old. He's had like 4 wives.
Oh, so he's like fucked.
Yeah,
up.
dude. So he was
Yeah.
probably like going through like a fucking phase at that time.
Man,
He's like-
Dr. Fraser Crane sounds like he needs to talk to Kane
Himself,
or Crane?
man.
Crane.
Crane, right? Yeah. Raisin Canes. Raisin Dr. Fraser
Raisin Cranes.
What's your favorite Frasier sauce?
Oh, man, I don't know.
The Niles spicy anxiety sauce.
Spicy
Yeah, it's not spicy. It's like if you poured a bottle of Whiteout into like a cup. You guys remember Whiteout?
The Daphne fucking Irish gravy sauce.
Yeah.
Whiteout sucks, man. It's like just fucking like spell
Dude,
right.
I remember-
Roz has the spicy
It's
sauce
easy for
because she's always
everybody,
getting
right?
laid.
Yeah.
Use a fucking
Roz
process.
is
Bang,
banging,
dude.
dude. Sauce.
Yeah.
Hey, Roz, I'm Roz. Hey, Frasier.
Also the voice of Elgar.
Hey, what's going on,
Goldar.
Goldar from Power
Hey,
Rangers.
fuck you, Ranger. Fuck you, Fraser, you goddamn old prick. You fucking think you know how to solve someone's problems and you don't know.
You goddamn fucking Ranger.
Yeah. That's so sick. I fucking hate you. You have ruined my life and everything I wanted to do. You goddamn son of a bitch, Ranger.
Everything I want to do.
Yeah, everything I ever want to do. Yeah, he's sick.
Say
God damn it.
You fucking Ranger.
You fucking piece of shit, Rangers.
Goldar.
Yeah. That is sick. Yeah, because they do stop everything he wants to do.
Yeah, they do.
Let the man
They
live his
ruin- they
fucking
ruin his
life.
Let him like fucking.
I like how
Robot,
technical he looks
man.
too.
Yeah, he's got like
He
the
looks like
fucking-
way sicker than he actually is. He's
Doesn't
like
he
a
have-
piss
doesn't he have
ant.
wings and shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looks like some Yu-Gi-Oh card character come to life. And
Yeah, compared to fucking Rita Repulsa, who's just like some fucking stupid bitch with a hat.
yeah, sick name though, Rita Repulsa.
Rangers!
Dude, when was the last time you met someone named Rita?
Probably never. I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever met anyone named Rita.
Yeah.
Except Lima Ritas.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you know.
Let's go back in time and get on the Ricky Lake show. And then we'll maybe meet someone
Yeah,
named
that's
Rita.
a pretty Rita shit.
Yeah, right? Ricky Lake.
Just
You remember
Sally
that
Jesse.
Offspring song that was like, and then you go on Ricky Lake?
Yeah.
That's in the chorus. You know, right? That was a sick
That's
song.
very sick Offspring's reference.
Yeah. I used to love the Offspring when I was a kid.
They're pretty sick, man.
That was like my favorite band when I was like younger.
Official band of Crazy Taxi.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bad,
Well, 'cause
bad
I'm like-
religion.
I remember listening to Green Day and being like, yeah, this was all right. But the Offspring, dude, what I, one time I was hanging out with Craig and I mentioned him that I liked the Offspring and he just looked at me and went, yeah. It was so sick.
Day after day, yeah,
Yeah.
beats the whole time.
You're old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, why don't any pop punk bands sound like that? Why is there no revival for that shit? Not that I would want that, but like,
Like doing all the sick Egyptian riffs.
yeah. Yeah. And Monkey Bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, classic movie. Remember
Monkey
that?
Bone, dude. Yeah, the
Brendan Fraser.
Weird
Did you get-
fringe movie.
Did you get the Lego
Weird
Monkey
fringe
Bone
movie.
game?
No, but you know what? I'll tell you a story about Monkey Bone. Was like,
Chris Kattan build high on that, and he's in it for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, dude. He's on the
So
fucking
stupid.
cover.
I remember there was one time.
Fuck Chris Kattan.
There was one time my
Got a lost
dad.
stock at Chris
but,
Kattan.
like-
What's up?
Look, he's
It's
just
so
a fucking
bad.
hack, dude. He
Lego
sucks.
Corky Romano.
Yeah.
Lego Corky Romano.
Right, so
Sorry,
what
go
about
ahead, go
this
ahead.
In the
Monkey Bone?
commercials, like for that movie, they had that Offspring song. That was like the theme song for the movie. Was
Yeah.
like, come out and play, and I loved that song. I was like, damn, this song is sick. And like, I remember like I didn't know where to find it by the Offspring, so like me and my dad was like, oh, let's just go buy the soundtrack, and we went to the record store downtown. It was called Rock Records, which was co-owned by Rolling Stones. It was like the same place. They've closed. They've been closed for
Yeah,
years.
probably,
But like
I assume.
we got the soundtrack and I listened to it and it was like a film score. So there were no like actual songs. And I
no.
was so bummed. I was just like, oh man, this is not here. And then eventually like
That film had
I got
a
that
score.
CD. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I mean, whatever music was in the movie, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I figured you put the Offspring song in there too. Just
yeah, it wasn't
for the
like
sake of it.
it wasn't like that kind of soundtrack, unfortunately. But
Then why even
very
release it?
disappointment.
That movie was such a fucking bomb, I bet, too. I can't remember how.
But they
lost
were
a lot of
amping it
money.
up to be like
Yeah.
a huge movie. But
yeah,
it,
it
just
looks.
didn't work.
I thought it looked like the craziest movie ever, and I was like, I gotta see it. And then yeah,
trying
it
to
was
make
not
a
good.
Monkey Bone franchise, man.
Yeah,
Monkey Bone merch, man.
Yeah, Chris
Monkey
Kattan.
Bone
I
long
forgot
sleeve.
he's in it.
Yeah, for
What does that
2
guy do
seconds.
now?
Yeah, he sucks.
Nothing.
Yeah, I hate Chris Kattan.
Do you really hate him?
He
Wasn't he
sucks.
in?
He's not funny.
What was that thing you did with Will Ferrell? That was like the
Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah.
One of the worst fucking movies ever made.
Really?
Dude.
You don't like that?
Oh, dude, every Saturday Night Live movie that's not Coneheads or fucking Blues Brothers is trash.
Whoa. Ladies Man's a great film.
It's really bad.
I love that film.
Ladies Man? Who's in
Yeah,
that?
Tim Meadows.
Oh, I don't know.
I think that movie sucks.
Oh, I
It's
love that
really
movie.
bad, and
The
Superstar's
Roman Greco
horrible.
wrestling at the end.
When I was a kid, that was like one of the first movies funny movies I remember I ever saw was
Superstar?
Superstar.
What was it?
Ugh.
Superstar?
Yeah, it was
Dude,
not good.
I remember
Yeah.
liking that as a kid, but I
Molly,
feel
Same,
like,
yeah, it's
Molly
probably
Shannon
bad.
has like the worst star power like ever. Dude.
I don't even remember her.
She has like no fucking star power.
Yeah. Well, wasn't Will Ferrell in that too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's
wasn't
like-
that one
he's
of
like a
his
love
first
interest or
big
whatever.
movies?
Harlan Williams is in it.
Really?
That's awesome.
He's like the guy she ends up falling in love with.
Really?
Fucking Artie Lang in the movie.
That'd be sick if he
Yeah,
was.
Howard Stern in the movie
Remember
wearing
Pat's the
assless
movie?
chaps.
Yeah, playing himself in the movie.
Yeah.
What
God,
a
fuck you.
fucking ego on that motherfucker playing himself in his own biopic,
What is it?
Private Parts with Howard Stern.
Oh, yeah.
It's so stupid.
Based
Yeah.
off the book.
Plays himself.
Well, who could have done it better?
I don't know, fucking
Who,
Will
who would
Smith.
Talk
make a
about stuff that
good
would never fly now.
Howard Stern?
yeah, Howard Stern.
Yeah. Gary the Retard versus Beetlejuice in a
Gary
battle
the-
of
the
yeah. You remember
retard.
Gary the Retard?
No.
And yeah, he was a character. They would bring him on the show, and they would do these like intellect battles between. You could watch them on YouTube. Between you know who Beetlejuice
Yeah,
was?
that little,
Yeah.
Little black dude.
Yeah,
black
and
guy.
all Beetlejuice would do would come on the show and talk about how much he wanted to like fuck. What was the woman's name? Robin.
Yeah, Robin.
Yeah, he just talks about how much he wants. He's like, I'll fucking take you in the back, and she was like, oh, like can't like badmouth him because he's like clearly
God,
mentally
I'm in a
like,
separate room.
dude, it's fucked up. But it's
I like know nothing about
you
Howard
should watch
Stern.
these videos
Yeah.
because it's sick. Because they'll be
Pretty
like,
funny.
when were you born? He'd be like 1976, and we were like, they were like, what was the first year you had sex? And he was like 1977. It's like, what? You were not a year old and you got laid, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
And they ask him like,
But yeah.
what, like to do math problems.
So
and
they
he's
ask
Like
these guys like
easy math problems
really
too,
basic
yeah.
questions. Like they'll be like spell red, and Gary the Retard will be like RED, and then first they'll give it to Beetlejuice, and he'll be like LFTG, like just not even like a word that makes it's like not even sensical. And then they have
So fucking lowbrow, man.
yeah,
Oh,
it's rough, man. It's rough. It sucks.
the retard.
Yeah,
dude.
not good. Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus.
That shit would not. I mean, I'm sure
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Well, all the
Yeah,
fucking,
definitely.
all the fucking
Genuflect.
shit he would do with women and stuff. Like that's not good.
Who?
Like just like having to, like remember when they have him on like E and they would fucking
Oh,
have
shit,
like
Howard
the
Stern
curtain,
did
yeah, the
women?
curtain,
Yeah.
and then they would drop the curtain and they would be blurred. You're
Oh
like,
yeah, or the
kids
Miss
are just
Butterface
"Whoa."
contest.
Yeah, that one.
Like I remember my parents would like record that on a VHS tape and watch it. And I remember like they would just play it while I was there, and I'd be like, "What's Mrs. Butterface?" And like my parents would explain to me, it's like, "Oh, everybody's attractive but their face." Like, and then it's like, "Oh, they make them wear like paper bags over their heads."
Yeah,
it's like
it's so
really
demeaning.
nuts. Yeah,
Shit.
that shit would
Bogus,
not
man.
fly today.
No, fuck
Yeah.
no. I don't know what he even does now.
I don't
He
know
doesn't have
either.
to do anything. He has like $1 billion.
He still does that Sirius show.
Yeah.
On Sirius XM.
But it's like, what do you even? What do you talk about?
I don't know.
Like, you
Apparently,
already
somebody
have
told
so
me
much
that he's like
fucking
really
money.
reeled back now too.
I bet he is.
He's got to
He
be.
gets a
Yeah.
lot of people in there to interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he just concentrates on that. I don't know. You gotta ask Gobo. He's the
Does he
So
still
much
keep up
fucking
with
money,
Stern?
dude. For being
Okay.
a radio personality,
Dude, Gobo.
what's up?
he's got like $2 billion.
Like
I
one of
have
the
to
biggest
say,
ones.
Something
one of the
crazy, dude.
biggest laughs I got this weekend was like when Gobo dissected the Ozzy Shot in the Dark video. On your fucking on the Instagram story, and he was like, Italian chicks get headaches, and there's like this one chick that's just like, oh, like in the music video, or is like there's another shot of some girl that's like at a concert, but she's standing there with her eyes closed, and he's like, when you bring your girlfriend to a show, and like she's just pissed about everything. It's so funny.
Damn.
Yeah, he's so dude. Sometimes with that shit, it's like
Dude, his stories are so fucking
Our
sick, dude.
Instagram does well
Dude.
because of him.
it's
Yeah.
literally like I look forward to
So
it every
funny.
time
What
I
is
see
that?
something
What is
there.
that DVD over there? Is that Biker Boys?
Hell no.
All this Brett
New-
Michaels shit's
New
funny.
metal.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
You've seen this.
Oh, Loud Time. Oh yeah. Nice, dope.
All of his good Brett Michaels shit. I like that.
Yeah,
I like.
yeah. Brett Michaels shit is awesome.
Yeah, he does a good job with that.
When he makes fun of MGK, it's like the funniest too. Machine Gun Kelly. Talk about a dude that like I never
Dude, talk about me and Max like played
Yeah.
at shows with a band called Machine Gun Kelly, and like it took me like a little.
I still don't
bit.
quite get it.
Yeah, it took me a little bit to be like, you heard a name like that, and it's like, oh, now there's like a famous rapper, and you're kind of like, wait a minute,
Are they related?
What are you
But they're
talking
not.
about? Yeah, they're definitely
all.
not,
Yeah.
but like just because
Yeah.
the name's the same, you're like, what?
What is it? Does
Yeah.
that mean something?
I don't know.
It's like some
Famous gangster.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Machine Gun Kelly
But
was.
yeah, so like some shitty like Chicago local band called Machine Gun Kelly. You can imagine how much that would suck.
Yeah.
With fucking,
I remember
PV
them
Valve
not being
Kings
like
and
the
stuff.
worst though. I
They
remember
were-
them being one of the more
Yeah.
tolerable ones in that.
Yeah,
whole
more
band
tolerable,
collision.
like a 4 out of
Did you
10
play
versus
with
a
them?
2 out of 10.
Yeah, we played this battle of the bands called the Band Collision,
The band collision. Okay.
and they made it to the top bands with us.
Who won?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Was it
either.
Screams of Winter?
Yeah, this is
Nice.
Screams the winner.
I don't remember either who won. Was it?
We got close. I thought we won something.
Thorn Fetish got like second or third.
Yeah.
place.
Thorn Fetish?
Yeah, Thorn Fetish.
Yeah, it was like a whole like
shitty
fucking-
like ministry ripoff that
Oh,
isn't even
okay.
good. But not even like industrial. It's just like shitty like drop D
it
rock
was just,
music.
yeah, it was just like
that's,
white
yeah.
trash metal. Just
Yeah.
like sucked
Have
shit.
you guys been following any of the Fear Factory shit?
I saw that they're going to be making a record.
Oh, okay. That's
and
Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Nice.
the
Yeah.
Original.
Yeah, he looks
AR-15
a lot
Kelly?
cooler than the
Yeah.
rapper, I'll tell you that.
1895 to 1954.
I bet you he was a much sicker dude than the real Machine Gun, like than the rapper Machine Gun Kelly. I bet you, dude. If I don't know that, how many people you think don't know that? There's probably a
Machine
shitload.
Machine Gun
yeah.
Macaulay Culkin.
Especially the further you get away
Yeah.
from Chicago.
Yeah, Machine Gun Macaulay Culkin from Wilmette, Illinois.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's the whole name, dude.
Yeah.
Gotta shorten it.
From Wilmette, Illinois.
It's a sick
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, dude.
It's a long one, but yeah, fuck. What was I gonna
Macaulay.
say? Yeah, there's got to be
Sick
so many
name.
people that don't know what the fuck that
I'm
means.
sure.
Like
Yeah, you're
I didn't
talking
know
about
what that
Fear-
was.
Fear Factory.
Yeah, Fear Factory.
Yeah.
We talked about it on the last episode because we had Gobo on, but like all this shit that like I honestly like, and I'm not trying. I like feel kind of bad for Dino because he's just like
Yeah.
trying to put out this record and like he's trying to make it good and like everybody's just trying to shit on that dude and
Yeah, 'cause
like
he's an easy target.
yeah, and he's
Yeah.
like, he's known to be an asshole. Like, I've heard that from a lot of people that he's like known to be a shithead. But like, he's just like, guys, this is not money for my fucking. Cause like, I guess what happened was they started a crowdfunding campaign because they wanted the record was done, but they had programmed drums and they wanted to have real drums on it. And he wanted to redo a bunch of shit on the record. So he was like, yeah, I need to get money to do that. And like, they already had enough from their advance from Nuclear Blast initially to get it done the first time. So it's like they didn't have any more money to take. So Dino's like, all right, I'm going to reach out and do a crowdfunding thing. Which for a band like that, I think that's fine.
How much
Yeah.
they
You
ask
know?
for?
25.
25,000, which is not a lot
that's
for a
easy
band
for
like
Fear
that.
Factory,
Like,
I would think,
yeah.
For a legacy fucking
Band? Yeah.
influential band like that.
It's not, I don't think that's that bad either. And then like they finally like Burton C. Bell was coming out and he was like, yeah, this is just for his legal bills. And he's like, no, it's not. It's to get this fucking record done, man.
Yeah.
And then he's
Yeah.
like, Burton hasn't talked to me for a year. I don't even know why he has no reason to say anything because he doesn't even know what's going on. And Dino's like, I've reached out to him multiple times and like he won't contact me. Like, you know.
Yeah, I used to kind of think Dino was the dick, and now it seems like he just wants to fucking make music.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
it's like
the
I
rest of
feel
guys
bad
are
for the
fucking
dude.
him up.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of bad beef with because they finally like he won that case between Christian and Raymond Herrera, right? Was that the
I think
drummer?
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won that lawsuit against. They were two separate lawsuits. That was the whole thing. They had to settle both of those before they could continue on, and he just ended up getting the rights back.
They were like fighting over the name.
Yeah.
Yes, and then Dino, I believe, paid Burton for his share of the Fear Factory name, like bought it out from him as well.
Oh wow!
So
it's just Dino.
well, I mean, right now, I mean, he's the vocals are going to be Burton C. Bell's on the album because it's already like done.
tracked,
Yeah,
whatever.
that all that shit is already tracked. So it's interesting because it's like I don't know, like give the guy a fucking break, man. Like
Yeah, just release the album.
yeah,
That's the
and
big
that's what
fucking
all
deal.
he's trying to do. He's like, I'm just trying to get this done by 2021 so it could be out there. Like that's it. And like, I feel bad for the guy.
Really interesting. If you listen to the Devin Townsend podcast on City that he did, he talks about like how much Dino and like Fear Factory's like first two records were like a huge influence on strapping.
Really?
Oh,
He was
hell
talking
yeah,
about-
you can
Yeah.
hear it.
He was talking about how he like saw them and he like went backstage and was like talking to them and he's like, you guys, like I'm doing strapping and lead. And it's like, if you guys are like black and blue, like that's your colors. Like I want strapping to be like black and red. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's pretty close
That is
to what
cool.
actually happened. But
Yeah.
he was like talking about Dino and how like Devin was in that frontline assembly band. That band, Frontline
was
Assembly.
Dino in
it
that?
was supposed to be Dino, but Dino couldn't get across the border to Vancouver to record the record.
Oh,
so like
charges.
I guess
Priors,
Got them
dude.
chargers. Yeah,
so
those
he
prior
fucking
charges.
he told Dino, or the Dino told the, I can't remember what the guy in Frontline Assembly, but he called and he was like, yeah, I know Devin, he can do it. And then Devin did that. But it's like, it's really interesting how much he was talking about how much he like loved Fear Factory.
Really?
Yeah. And how like, it was really funny for the scene.
Yeah, I want to listen to all those.
Because he was talking about Gene Hoglan, how he wanted Gene to like, he met him like at a place when they were like both really drunk. And like, he was like, Gene, I want you to be on the record. I love your drumming. And he's like, oh, okay, sure. And he gave him his number. And then like Devin called him the next day and he didn't even like remember giving him the number. He was fucking, but they did it anyway. And then he like, Gene Hoglan was like, I don't even like, he didn't even want to do like blast beats because he didn't like them. And Devin was like, no, like there has to be blast beats on this record because it's like sick as fuck. And like, Gene ended up just doing
There's
it.
not a lot though, are there?
There's like a decent amount.
I don't listen to. I've never listened to City.
There's not like
Yeah.
Good album.
there's not like crazy fucking blast, but I mean, there's definitely a lot of parts.
Yeah.
There. Like it's like the quarter note cymbals with the fucking. It's like a lot of that kind of blasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick,
Yeah.
and he's good at it.
Yeah, but I guess like Gene, he was talking about how Gene Hoglan like he prides himself on being a drummer that like copies exactly what like guitar players write for drums,
which makes sense.
Yeah, which is
he's
really
good at
sick.
that too.
Yeah, it is. It's really sick. And
That dude's a nice. I met Gene Hoglan once, like on accident, but like I was at. It was when.
What'd you get stuck with him in the shitter?
No, it was when. It was when Rivers of Nile did that show, that Death tour, that Death to All tour. Well, yeah, I got stuck in the shitter with Gene Hoglan.
I just remembered something else from the podcast, but I'll tell it after.
But I remember running into him because like they played the Metro and like I got to watch like them do like Death do the sound check and Gene was playing drums and that guy, you guys remember that drummer Tony Loreno? He was on. He was in their Darkened Shrines by Nile.
Okay.
In between George Calais and Derek Roddy, and he was in like Dimmu Borgir. He was in Knockmistium. He's been in like a bunch of bands, and I'm pretty sure he's just like a drum tech now.
Okay.
Because he makes money doing that, so he's drum teching on that. So I was watching both of them playing drums, being like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
And then like Gene came down and was hanging out in the stage area, and like I wasn't looking, and he like bumped it to me. He's like, "Oh, hey, sorry, man." And I'm like, "Oh, it's all good." And he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, what are you doing around here?" I was like, "Oh, I'm buddies with the Rivers guys." He's like, "Yeah, they seem like a pretty cool band." And I was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "You're really good at drums." And he's like, "Thanks, dude."
Fucking
And
Gene
like,
Hoglan, man.
he asked me something
that's
about
awesome.
like a Chicago hot dog or something like that. He's like, "Where can I get a Chicago hot dog?" And I was like, "Well, there's that place. What is it? Red Hot Ranch across the street."
Yeah.
One of them. I was like, "Just go there." I mean, you could go there. And I was like really nervous because I like wanted to be like Gene Hoglan. But I was like, at the same time, I was just like, I gotta play it so cool right now.
Gotta be cool,
Yeah.
man.
Well, there's a part in the same podcast, the city one, where he's talking about like there was a moment like when the recording was done where like all four of the guys in Strathing were like where they were listening to it and like they were all like farting and like Devin was like really high and he was talking about how like everyone's fart was like it like resembled their personality so well. And he was talking about Gene Hoglan's fart and he said some guy that was like a drum tech or something described he's like this guy like described it perfectly. It sounds like 5 people farting at the same time and then 2 people clapping.
What? That's weird. 5 people
farting and 2 people clapping
in one fart.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's really strange.
But there's other one like he talks about Jed's fart. It was really funny. It's really funny the way he describes everybody's fart.
Yeah, I'll have to listen to that
So
episode.
fucking
Yeah,
lame.
so Devin
the
Townsend.
City one's really good. And the Infinity one's like my favorite because he talks about how crazy he fucking
Yeah, that
is.
one was hard to I didn't get through it, but like that one was a really interesting
it's
one.
Insane, dude.
He's been doing this series of podcasts where he dissects like every album he's ever done. It's really sick.
yeah. Cool.
The only thing I'll complain about though is that he has that ambient guitar track in back of
love
them.
that,
Oh,
dude.
do you?
I fucking love
I
it.
feel like it is cool, but I get distracted by it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, that's sick. It is sick that he did that
yeah,
though.
I like that. It makes it a little.
Oh,
more
is that
interesting.
like? Because remember, he's been releasing these ambient.
Yeah, I
things.
think it's
is
the
that what
same
that
thing.
is?
It's like just in the background. He just improvises for like an hour and a half and then just puts it in the background of the podcast.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so funny when he was talking about City and like, or not, what was the other one you were just mentioning?
Infinity?
Infinity, where he's talking about how like he refused to like wear nothing but all white because he like thought he was a god and thought that like he was above so many other people and like
fucking scary.
He would just do like a shitload of drugs and like he would show up to like he was talking about how he would show up to all these like record executive meetings like blasted, like just like high as fuck and like just pissed off and angry. I mean, he like on the have you ever seen that album cover? It's like all white and he's sitting there naked like but you can't see his you know schlong because he's like in a certain position, but he's like he looks insane. Like he looks like he's losing his fucking mind.
It's later in the podcast, but he talks about how like he was like obsessed with him on the cover being like sort of like seen as asexual. And he like made this one lady, like there was a bunch of naked pictures of him, and he like made this one lady like Photoshop out his dick in a bunch of photos, and then he like never talked to her again.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It was
wild.
like his friend's wife or something, and he made her do this shit.
And what was the
talk to those people?
What was the story he mentioned about like they were recording a strapping album and they like shit in a toilet and never flushed it?
It was Ocean Machine or City, and him and fucking Byron Stroud.
Ocean Machine and City?
Ocean Machine or City. I can't remember which one it was, but he talks about it in, like for a second in that podcast about how like they had this toilet that they would shit in, they wouldn't flush it, and they called it the Super Bowl. And him and Byron Stroud were like shitting in it and stuff. And like they flushed it finally after like 2 weeks, and it like broke all the toilets in the studio.
Dude.
It's like animal shit, dude.
Yeah, it's like, come on, dude.
I don't know how you could take a shit in a toilet that already has like a pile of pre-existing shit.
Dude,
two guys shitting. If any two guys in our band shit into the same toilet, it would not be
touring
safe.
guys, so
I would throw up, dude.
They're touring guys, so they've
man.
probably sat through worse. So
was Byron Stroud on Ocean Machine?
No, it must have been City then.
Yeah.
Because that was when he was.
Was he always in strapping that dude?
He
that guy's
was,
a sick
but he
looking
didn't.
guy.
Yeah, he is, but he didn't.
He was in Fear Factory.
He was talking about how. Yeah, he was talking about how he didn't record Alien, like Devin Townsend did, based on Alien, because Byron was like doing Fear Factory shit at the time.
Okay,
but he's always like was a member of the.
Okay, member of the band. Yeah. What's your favorite strapping album?
Probably Alien, and then City, and then New Black, and then I don't really care about SYL. I don't think that's like a record. When he talks about that record on the podcast, he talks about how he didn't give a shit about it at all.
SYL? Is that the one? Is that the red album cover with the feather on it?
Like the baby.
I like that album.
It's okay. Cool. Well, he talks about how he like didn't really like do much. Like, well, he did, but like he talks about how like Jed and Byron and Gene like wrote a lot of it because he didn't want to do it.
So really?
Like, yeah, because he was like, he was like the whole time he talks about strapping a he seems like he never wanted to do it.
Yeah,
he only wanted to do City, and then after City, he was like, I don't really want to be.
I think he's like changed so much too, where it's like hard for him to like relate to that older self.
Yeah,
almost, you know?
I mean that's the theme of like all these, where he's just like doesn't. He's like over it. He's like, it shouldn't have.
What about? Isn't their first album "Heavy" is a really heavy thing?
Yeah, he doesn't have
like
a podcast on that one. He talks about because it was like it's all like demos and shit, and there's not really much of a story behind.
So he didn't even have a full band for that album. I've never even listened to that.
No, I never have either.
Yeah.
Never even
sick like LimeWire band for me, Strapping Young Lad. It's like I just downloaded my discovery from that band was like I just downloaded a couple random songs and liked them, and I was like, this is cool, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're a cool band. Like I
love that band.
Oh yeah, duh. Gene Hoglan did drums on everything.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's just so like I think it's such a cool idea that like a dude like that would come out and do podcast episodes about everything he's done. Like
he's got a lot of shit.
Yeah,
he's
much.
only on the New Black, so now he's gonna do the fucking Devin Townsend project shit.
Oh, interesting.
Which is gonna be good because I can't wait for the one on
I wish he would do.
It's gonna be insane.
I want to like hear him so badly like talk about like Of Malice and the Magnum Heart. And how he recorded.
Yeah,
that.
I want to hear that too. And I want to
hear
Controller.
Yeah, and even the like. I would love to hear about his
production
stuff.
Yeah, I want to hear Natural Born Chaos.
And I mean that
his involvement
Burn documentary about like Lamb of God, where he like recorded that. And he like fucked up the album. Like that's interesting shit too.
Did
I want to hear about.
He talks about that. I never saw that documentary.
It's cool.
Is he in most of it or just a little bit?
A little bit.
Yeah. But they talk about how the computer shits the bed.
Yeah. So didn't they use like demo tracks or something?
Yeah, he'd use the scratch tracks.
Well, no, it was like it was like a DAT tape they recorded to, but he didn't know what he was doing. So like, as the songs got further along, the quality got shittier. So like, by the time you get to the last track, like the guitar tone was just like all fucked up.
What was he supposed to do?
So, I think it was like he didn't like the studio they recorded at. He didn't know how he was recording it, so like they had to bounce it out to like a studio in Vancouver.
It had something to do with the conversion.
Okay.
Yeah, they converted it wrong. So
yeah, that makes sense.
But he was like, he felt bad because he's like, and I guess the reason they wanted him on the album was because like of work he did on another album, but he he was credited, but he's like, I didn't actually do anything on that album.
Yeah,
He was like, it wasn't what they liked on
He
that album
didn't
wasn't
actually
me.
engineer it.
Yeah.
He
So
just got like a
Interesting.
co-production credit or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Or,
Well, then Lamb of God talks too about how they were like super like not receptive to someone like saying anything about their music. Just pretty much hit record for us.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's like, well,
He's
I
not
want to
the
help
guy.
that. Yeah. And
I forgot. I
interesting.
always forget he did that album.
Yeah, it's
I
weird.
always
Kind of a
forget
weird
about
one,
that.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that album
He did
sounds
a lot
like
of shit
super
in the
sick
early
though.
2000s that was like I want to hear him talk about his involvement in that fucking Arion record, dude.
Yeah, that would be
Human,
sick.
Human Equation.
But he didn't do any production on that, did he?
No, but he
just
did
did the
vocals on a couple
yeah.
songs, which I want to hear. Like, how
Yeah, I
that-
mean,
What do
he's
you
got
think
a lot
about
of cool
that?
production
Yeah.
shit that he does that he doesn't really do that anymore.
no,
But I think he
He did the
decided.
two Darkest Hour records
Yeah,
that I like.
yeah.
The best ones he did. Do you ever like that band? These guys
A
don't.
little bit here and there.
Yeah.
I don't hate them.
Like an old album that
They're
I
fine
used to
or whatever.
like. but-
Was it Hidden Hands of a Sadist Nation?
Yep.
That was the one before Devin did it. But that album is sick.
Yeah, I remember Tom. Used to like
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
and Jack. Like used to love that
They
album.
like Darkest Hour?
I liked a couple songs on
Oh,
that
okay,
album.
cool.
Well, there's so much stuff that like Loving Soil Work. It's like there's so much stuff he did for that band that made them who they are now.
You
Where
think
it's
so?
like, yeah, I think so totally. I mean, like, you listen to like Nashville and Chaos and all the weird shit they do in that album. That's
Oh,
like
yeah.
what
Yeah, it's
still
the
do that,
groundwork
you know?
for what they do now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's, like,
compared
cool to hear
fucking
that
Predator's
influence.
portrait shit. It's
Yeah.
way different.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. What was the other record he worked on vocals
he did some.
with?
He did.
Sworn to a Great Divide?
Yeah, he did the vocals.
The vocal
with
production
them.
on that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is cool.
Yeah, I think he's like, yeah, man. I would love to hear all those stories about the bands he worked with.
Yeah,
There's a
that
lot
would
of
be a
cool
cool
shit he
thing to
did.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so sick that he's a guy like that like had a hand in some
It's
big
like-
ass albums.
I don't know like
Yeah.
when the fuck this guy had time to fucking take a fucking break, dude. Like how did because
I
like
think that's why
he's
he like
always-
fucking
That's
burned
right.
out.
yeah,
man.
he's always writing like 2 records and recording 2 records at once. He's
Yeah.
producing the shit. He's going on tour. It's like when did you fucking
But he
have
like
time
took
to do
that
anything,
break,
dude?
and I think he like realized like I need this to live, and that's what's
Yeah.
so cool about him is like he's one of those dudes that like if he's not creating, he's like he just might as well just die.
Yeah, he's
Because like this is
suffering.
what it's
Yeah.
like it's insane like that's like real fucking art, real music
Writing a
shit.
lot
Like
of
a
shit
dude who
at
can do
once,
that, who
man.
like
Mhm.
has to create to survive. It's like fucking I can't relate to that, and that's
I
like
haven't listened
cool.
to a lot of his fucking 2010s shit, like
Like the Devin Townsend?
Epicloud to like
Oh, really?
recently.
See, that's like the shit I'm like
I like that stuff. Epicloud is really sick. Like the
Oh, yeah,
Save Our Now. That song is so sick. And
Yeah.
I mean, I listened to Empath a couple of times and I really liked it. But like,
Empath, yeah.
there's a lot of shit like the Ziltoid 2 and Sky Blue. I remember
Sky
being
Blue was sick. Yeah,
It's just
Z2
like-
was
Yeah.
whatever.
I
Yeah.
don't like the Ziltoid.
Yeah, neither do I.
That's right. That's gonna be probably the next podcast is the Ziltoid shit because that came out before
Devin Townsend project. Yeah.
And I can't wait for him to talk about that because I want to hear him talk about like Easy Drummer and shit and how like the drums
Oh,
in that
yeah.
album sound so stupid now when you
Yeah.
listen to it. But
Wasn't
it's
it Drum Kit from Hell?
yeah, because it was same
It
thing
was
as like
Thomas
fucking
Hawk, yeah.
same thing as Catch 33 and shit.
Mhm.
But Catch 33 sounds a lot better drum wise than fucking
Oh yeah, big time. How often does he release these? Once a week?
He has been very because he did like the first 2. He did City and Ocean Machine like right away, like in like April.
Oh, okay.
And then he like waited a really long time in between a couple, but he's been consistent. I think he did New Black and what was the fucking album he did? Synkestra.
Did you get? Oh, okay.
He did those like pretty close to each other, so he's been back to it.
Did you guys do? Did you guys ever see Strapping Young Lad?
No,
Yeah, neither
Just
did
Devin
I.
Townsend a couple times.
By the time I discovered Strapping Young Lad, I don't even think like
They
the
were
New
broke
Black
up.
was
Yeah,
out.
they
Yeah.
were broke
Yeah.
up.
Did they tour on that album, The New Black?
I
or
thought they
no?
did a Sounds of the Underground, and that was
Yeah, they
it.
might have.
They did, like,
That's
a
like when I knew
download.
who they were.
Yeah, they did that shit.
But yeah, it's really that's so weird. What were we just? Oh, we were. What was? Oh fuck! I had a point to make. And I lost it. What were we just? Not Devin Townsend. What were we reeling?
About soil work and production and
No.
Malice and Knife and
working
Heart.
your ass off.
Oh no, it's lost.
It's
Fuck
over.
it. Fuck it.
It's
Something
gone.
that has to do with. Oh, the 2010 shit is like the shit I'm most familiar with
Yeah.
because like I saw Devin when he did that tour with BT Bam and Cynic.
Yeah,
And I was like, whoa, maybe I should like really be into this dude. And then because I remember he announced the Devin Townsend project and the first release was Key.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't understand it because like that was the first thing I tried to listen to by him. And I'm like, I don't really even know what this is. I didn't think it was bad. But I was just kind of like,
those records those first 4 that he did with Devin,
Yeah.
those are all like my favorite ones. Those
Yeah,
are,
they're
like,
the best
that
ones.
I'm like,
They're the best ones.
Addicted is so sick.
Addicted is good.
Ghost is super sick.
Ghost is super
Yeah.
sick. There was supposed to be a Ghost 2.
Yeah,
he was supposed to
I
do
remember
another
that.
version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. His ambient shit and like atmospheric shit is awesome.
Yeah, it's my favorite stuff that he does.
That's good. Deconstruction was all right. The metal.
I really
one.
liked it, but now when I listen to it, I'm like, there's a lot of parts that are too much.
Yeah, I don't
A
know
little
if I
too
could go
like
back.
cringy Devin Townsend humor
Yeah.
where you're like, nah, you just
Be serious.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But there's some really sick parts, and like the first song, like, "Praise the Lord," is like so sick.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's like, I want to do acid.
Uh-huh.
I want to do crack cocaine.
Yeah, it is
That
sick.
part's so sick. That song is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a good song. And that was cool because that album had all those guest vocalists on it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure the dude from November's Doom is on that song.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Fucking, Dirk did drums on it.
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's
And
cool. That
Jens
makes sense.
Bogren mixed it and shit.
Did you guys ever listen to Bent C?
No.
No.
It was that grind project that Dirk
Oh yeah,
did.
no, I do remember that. Yeah.
It was like him. Devin Townsend played bass on it.
Yeah.
And I think Sven from Aborted did vocals. I could be
Did
wrong.
Dirk do guitar too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like wrote all the music.
I remember that now. Yeah, that was
Did you
really
see-
sick. It was like really fast.
Did you see Dirk's in a new band with that dude from Napalm Death,
Oh yeah.
the guitar
I did.
player? And it's like not good.
I think you told
I
me
heard
about
one
it.
song and I was like,
Can't
this is
fucking
not what I
remember.
expected it to sound like. But
a bummer.
yeah, it's pretty weird though. I mean, now that the dude's in Megadeth, it's like,
Yeah.
you got
Sad,
it, you're
man.
fine.
Yeah, he made it to the top, dude.
Yeah.
He worked his way up the corporate ladder.
I know.
Tippy top, man.
Yeah, all the way to tippy top.
So weird. Yeah. But I mean, I'm like the most familiar Devin Townsend shit for me is like the 2010s shit. And then the stuff like Epic Loud was like the first album I really liked by him. And I like Addicted too. But like Epic Cloud to me just sounds like a sequel to Addicted.
Yeah, it's like
It's
a
like that pop
happier
music,
version
yeah.
of it. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like that heavy, simple shit.
Yeah, it was good. And then and Devin Townsend project got stale to me too. Cause by that last
What was that album after Epic Cloud?
it was Sky Blue and Z2.
And
that
then
was
what
the
was
next
after
one.
the-
That was Transcendence.
Transcendence was
That
the
was
one
the
where
un-
I was like, I don't care about
Same,
this
and I
record.
I didn't like anything from it, but I remember a bunch of people like hyping it up, and I was like, this just sounds like not that great.
Yeah, I didn't
But it was
like that
it was
record.
cool because when you buy his record, like now if you buy anything he does, it's almost like every album he puts out, there's a bonus disc that's like a whole
Yeah,
other album full of
very
like
sick.
Damn.
demo songs.
Yeah.
But they all sound like regular. You know, the production is so good, it sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's
like
like you really took your fucking time with this shit. too.
yeah, like there's some great songs on like some of those bonus discs where it's like, wow, I can't believe this didn't make the record, or like
Yeah.
so weird. But that's awesome that like he does that. Like he did that for Empath even. He had like I
Yeah,
have
all
the
the
bonus
bonus
disc
shit,
version.
yeah.
Man, and then they had Elliot from Beneath the Massacre on that album do like 2 vocal parts,
Yeah.
but it's just like holy
Chad
shit.
Kroger.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't even hear him on that
How
song.
about ever imagining that the dude from Beneath the Massacre and Chad Kroger are on an album
Yeah, that's
together? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. That it's fucking insane.
I keep seeing memes now where people are like, Nickelback isn't that bad.
Yeah, it's like,
That's
fuck
like-
you guys.
All right.
Yeah, like
Whatever, man.
pick a stance, please.
Yeah,
and
you
like,
know.
or can we just not talk about it anymore?
Right.
Can we just
Yeah.
not? Like, remember when that when the Suicide Silence album you guys like came out,
Yeah.
and then everybody was like, the new Nickelback is heavier than the new Suicide Silence. People were like pissed
Okay,
about it.
Sure,
Yeah.
not true at all.
Yeah, no, not it wasn't true.
Yeah, that album is like really heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that album a lot.
Yeah, it's fucking sick,
So,
dude.
I
And
don't
it's
know.
like it made me respect Suicide Silence as a band because I thought they were like stupid morons.
Yeah, me
And then
too.
I fucking heard that record. I was like, oh, they actually have depth and they like want to do something different than what people want them to. And then the new record, it's just like, oh, they just fucking went back to what they did.
hmm
Yeah.
Fuck
I
you
really
guys.
respect that chance. That
Fucking
was cool.
losers. Although
Yeah.
that new record that they put out it wasn't bad. It had a lot of sick, like good raw production on it.
Who did it? It wasn't Ross Robinson.
I can't remember. Yeah, it definitely wasn't Ross Robinson.
That's probably
So-
why that album turned out the way it did, was because of Ross Robinson. I would
Yeah.
assume.
They
That's what I
probably
like
went-
about the rawness in that, where it's just like the fucking like each guitar and is like different amps and different
Yeah,
like,
it sounds
playing,
so
you know.
sick.
I think that's cool.
Yeah. Ross Robinson seems like an insane dude, though. Like, Gobo
Yeah,
told us the story once.
abusing people.
Yeah,
and
of
shit.
him like abusing the guys in Slipknot to try to get the best takes out of him, that they had to stop
Fucking
going to him.
Kubrick style.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah. Kubrick.
Yeah, I can't
Stanley
say that.
Kubrick.
Kubrick. Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah. Stanley Kubrick. Yeah, it's that would be like an insane guy to do a record with.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
Nick
Stanley
Thompson
Kubrick.
like hates him and shit. Yeah, dude, having Stanley Kubrick, Lego The Shining.
Did you guys hear that new Deftones song?
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't really like it that
It
much
was like-
either. It's
I want
weird.
them to do low groovy stuff like they sometimes do. And
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
really high up and he's playing a 9-string and you're just like, what?
Well, did you hear the second single
No,
that they did?
I didn't hear that
Genesis.
one
yet. Yeah,
that
that
one's like a heavy song.
Okay.
That is
I'll
like
listen to that one.
I
I've been,
didn't
like,
think it was
super
that good
Deftones
though.
guy.
I thought Gore was a really sick record, but you know.
yeah. So far, I like those singles more
Yeah.
than this new album. But I'm gonna still
Gore
listen
Vidal.
to
Yeah, the Gore Vidal
Yeah.
album.
it. Gorbachev.
Yeah, Gorbachev, man.
Yeah. Who was that?
He was the Russian guy with the fucking mark on his head.
Yeah. What kind of mark?
There's like a red fucking birthmark on his fucking dome.
Oh, yeah.
Mikhail Gorbachev.
Yeah. Dismantle this Soviet Union.
Nice.
The Soviet Union.
He went in and fucking.
The Soviet Onion.
Yeah. You.
Yeah, that's you, man.
I am Soviet Onion. Onion Man.
You know what's
Man.
funny? I was thinking about this earlier, like how the last time you were on here for the metalcore episode, like the camera wasn't on you for like the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was thinking how funny it was when I was watching. Like, man, does Alex like look so fucking shitty where they can't show him?
I think we just lost the footage.
Yeah, that's what it was.
No, yeah,
But
'cause I remembered.
he
I was
comes
like,
back later,
'cause
but it's just like I just
like,
thought it was really
wasn't
funny.
on.
Like, man, he just looks like shit.
This guy looks so
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
Yeah. It's.
I knew you'd like that.
Yeah.
I've been thinking
Rough.
about it for a while. I just keep forgetting to tell you that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
Yeah, man. Good times. You know?
Yeah, that reminds me. The death metal episode's next. We forgot to pick
Oh,
them.
fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'll have to-
we could edit it into this,
I
right?
can do it later.
Yeah. Oh, man. I forgot about that. Who did we have last week? Wasn't last week Gobo?
Yeah, we did new metal. Yeah, but we're behind because you were gone.
Oh,
so like we
yeah. I forgot.
What were the fucking new metal picks?
It was Deftones, White Pony, Drain, STH. Do you remember them?
No.
You probably wouldn't.
Oh,
But they
what
were-
the fuck that is?
nobody.
They were a
nobody
new metal
does.
band that like
Was that your pick?
it was a
No, it was Gobo.
Oh, okay.
What was yours?
Non-point, but
Yeah, To the Pain.
To the pain, which I'm now regretting that we should have done Statement because they're doing their 20th anniversary for it, and they're doing a show the end of this month, I think.
Like a live stream?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
It's like $10 or something like that. You can watch a
Are you
live
going to
stream.
tech it?
No, they're doing it at Uptown Recording, so it should be cool.
What are
Oh.
what are your death metal picks like?
I haven't
don't
even-
know.
I haven't
picked an
episode.
Yeah, but you always got to have some like in the fucking
Something in the
In
chamber.
the chamber?
yeah.
I mean, I've had Dechristianized in the chamber for a minute, but I don't think I'm ready to pull that one yet.
What is
Okay.
that?
Vital Remains.
Vital Remains, yeah.
Dechristianized. That album's like fucking nuts. I don't know, man. It's hard. I might do Imperial Triumphant, honestly,
Okay.
but I might do like, I kind of don't want to do that. I kind of want to just do, I don't know, man. I really haven't thought about it.
What'd you do last time?
What did I do last time?
That was the one with like Morbid Angel.
Morbid Angel.
We did 3 decades.
Yeah.
Morbid Angel being the
Fuck.
oldest.
My high brain can't remember anything anymore. That sucks. I used to be so good at remembering shit.
I did whatchamacallit?
Vitriol.
Vitriol.
You did Vitriol.
So yours
Then
is
I
somewhere
had
in
the
between.
I had the weird
Some
one.
in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 90s maybe.
It might have been like, I don't know. Man, why can't I remember it? Weird.
It's like on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. It
You
was
do.
something sick, I'm sure.
Okay.
Because I picked sick shit every
Yeah.
time.
Debatable.
Pick where the slime live.
That's what Nate picked. He picked
Yeah.
Domination on that
That
episode.
song, I've been listening to that song like every day for the past 2 weeks. It's so fucking
Yeah.
sick,
Dude,
dude.
that
It sounds like an
album is
Otme
sick.
song too. It sounds like
Oh,
fucking
yeah. Yeah, it's
Very
sick.
fucking sick.
Definitely.
Should do an obituary record.
Yeah, maybe one
Do
day.
Cause of death.
Yeah. I don't know. You know what? Like I like Obituary, but like from afar. Like I never had like a
It's kind of how it
super.
is. Like if I maybe listened to them when I was like 15, I might like them a lot more. But I like never got into them.
Uh-huh.
I was just always like, oh, this is like weird redneck.
Yeah, it's a hard
shit.
band to get in when you're almost
Yeah.
30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, get into that.
but I think they're really sick. Like they have some really cool fucking songs.
Oh, Morbid Angel?
No, obituary.
Oh yeah, they do have really cool songs. Are you
Yeah.
looking for what I picked?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. It's
Yeah.
not on my recent Spotify list. So it got moved.
Damn. Yeah, I forgot what I picked. I picked something cool though. Yeah, I don't really have one in the chamber this time. I mean, I will. I'll think of something cool to like do.
Ooh, Deeds of Flesh.
I might because they have that new album that's going to be coming out. Did you see
Or
that?
do it? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna the 29th or something. There.
That's when they're announcing it, I
Yeah.
guess. But like,
I'll probably put out a single too.
Yeah. Oh man, I am pumped. And like the promo picture had Darren Seska and Mike Hamilton. So it's just like, okay, at least fucking Mike Hamilton's involved to some degree.
Yeah.
And they showed like a little clip, and it sounds like Mike Hamilton playing. It doesn't sound like Darren Seska.
And that fucking pre.
Yeah.
Thing, yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, maybe I will do Deeds of Flesh, man. That band is like so underrated. They're so underrated.
Do a Psychroptic record or something. That's always a good one.
Yeah, that would be good. Something like the Scepter of Jar Gilnan or whatever. Scepter of the Ancients. The song is the Scepter of Jar Gilnan.
Song,
yeah. That would be fun to hear. You can't find it?
No, it's one of the ones where I did not put the description in.
Oh, shit.
Inconsistent, man.
I set these things and I like leave them because it takes so long to like upload.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I've had multiple times where every time I like fill out the description, that's the one time it doesn't upload correctly.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. So fuck it.
Like without fail. So I'm like, I'm just not gonna do it. I'll do it later.
Yeah, usually I've been going in and doing them, but I even like fucking.
You're slacking.
Yeah. I am slacking big time. I apologize. Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but oh well. Somebody
something I didn't like.
Yeah. Big surprise.
Could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
I really didn't like it.
Ah, fuck.
Was it 6 Feet Under Graveyard Collection with Alien Ant Farm?
Yeah, maybe I'll just do that.
You're the Alien Ant Farm cover of movies.
And slow speed.
Nate's probably listening to this, yelling at us right now.
Sounds so sick. Dude.
Yeah. We play out on our last scene. I'm gonna pull it up. They can't flag our own shit,
No,
right?
We'd have to flag it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see
Flag
what happens.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Alien
Fuck
Ant
you.
Farm
Flag, Jason, pay us.
Now you gotta pay us. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see.
You guys got any suggestions as far as what death metal we should do?
I don't know what death metal you like.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I don't like any of it.
I like.
know, so that's why I don't know.
I'm like a melodic death metal guy, but that doesn't count.
All right. It still count.
I don't know if you can do
what's
like.
the latest metal thing you've listened to?
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, I just listen to my classics so much.
Fair enough.
Fucking Crowbar and Helmet and Soilwork, and that's like all I listen to.
Dude, that promo, the Warforged promo
Right?
was the greatest
It was
thing ever.
sick,
And I
yeah.
can't believe what's his name from Crowbar. It was
Yeah,
like,
dude.
it was-
Yeah, he's a
so
sick
awesome.
guy, man. I took that lesson with him like a couple months ago,
Yeah.
and he was just fucking cool, down to earth, exactly what you'd expect kind of dude. I got to hit him up again about
That's
another
awesome.
lesson.
And now you guys are
He's
like
sick.
Facebook buddies. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he'll like
that's
my
so
shit, and I'll
cool.
like his shit, and he like remembers me, which is cool. So that's
Trent,
yeah,
what did
your hero,
he
man.
say on the comment? It was so funny.
He said
It was
something
just
about
like,
how
like,
good
we
did
did
it.
it
yeah, we
better.
did better. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember when
That's
I was
so good.
trying to learn. I asked him to learn the song "Lack of Tolerance" on their album. The Only Factor. Time is the only factor, or Time Heals Nothing. Why can't I remember that? And he's like, I can't remember this. He's like, that album was like, I wrote it when I was trying to like be more like hardcore. And he's like, I don't think that way at all anymore. But I was like, that was the album I kind of tried that on.
Interesting.
And he's trying to learn it as I'm like,
He's trying to learn
Yeah,
it.
and he pulls up on like Spotify. He's like, yeah, dude, this is how I
That's
do my shit. So he pulls
awesome.
up on Spotify. He's learning it. And he's
Kirk
like, I
doing
think
it?
this.
His own song.
Yeah, he's like, I think this is how you play it, but I wouldn't put my dick on the chopping block. I'm like, that's a sick
thing to say.
my
I wouldn't
dick
put
on
my
the-
dick on the
That's
chop
so
block,
dude.
bro.
It was like, that's cool, man.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Like, dude, this is worth the lesson. This is it. That's all I need, man. I got it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he was a cool guy.
He was
So,
a cool guy.
Is
I
he
gotta-
still doing
He
those
is a cool
lessons?
guy.
I think so. Yeah, I got to hit him
Yeah,
up
you
about
should hit
another
his
one.
ass up.
Yeah,
Be
just
like,
got to figure out which songs I want to.
let's go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
You gotta
sweet
like
dude.
message him first, like, which ones do you know?
Yeah, any of the newer stuff he's
Well, I
more
like
familiar
that,
with.
Sure,
that
that guy's,
slap
like,
snap.
Discography is probably ridiculous, right?
Yeah, I
This
mean,
is
they
the
got
rim, and this is the fucking snare.
9 or 10 albums. So,
Fuck.
and I mean, the oldest, it's like, early 90s, where if you're like in your mid 50s, it's hard to remember what song you wrote that you never play live
Right.
in your like
You
late
haven't played
20s.
years.
Yeah,
That's
right. So
funny.
it was just weird to think about that, having like all these songs and there's like ones you've never played live. And like you never will because no one likes it except for me.
Right.
You know? That's like all my
There's
favorite songs are the
few
songs no
hardcore
one
fans.
plays, you know?
Yeah,
But
That's fair.
yeah.
Testament how big of a fan you are.
I was gonna
man,
say,
deep cut only.
Yeah, what did you pick?
I picked. It was Inherent Disease. It was Visceral Transcendence by
okay.
them. So it was like a slam.
How did I
Like,
forget that?
Disgusting. Yeah,
yeah,
that band is really sick.
yeah. That album's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that band is sick.
guttural secrete record, man.
Maybe. I don't know. I probably won't go for something that like off the map this time, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I really haven't thought about it. I honestly like all the death metal shit I've been listening to is like newer records, and I haven't been feeling like talking about another record about it. I honestly really haven't like thought about it. Like I was thinking about doing the new Otme, but we already like had them on the show and went through the whole album, which was fun to do. The Breath of the Death of the Angel. That part was sick where he's talking about that lyric. They're such a sick band, man.
Yeah, they are.
Love those guys. Yeah.
Big fellas.
They are fellas, and they're such good. Craig just got back from like that month-long trip. I want to get him on the show so we could talk to him about like how fucking crazy like these expeditions he's been taking have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he told me the story about how like earlier in quarantine he took a trip to hike the Badlands by himself, and like he literally he backpacked through the Badlands, and like he like at one point he like because you got to watch out because he went like during I think migratory season for bison.
Fucking oof.
Yeah, and it's like he was squished. He was like he said he woke up once like one day he woke up in the morning and there was like he was in the middle of a herd of bison, like they were all around him, and he was like holy shit. Yeah, it's like, and he like he was showing me videos, man,
Lion King.
of like because like he like there was a video. It's actually kind of freaky because he was telling me he was like so like you have to like behave a certain way around bison so they don't pick up your movement and shit, and like. There was a video of him like walking along, like he was walking one way, like this way, and there was some bison walking like to the right of him, but like down a hill. But you could tell that like they were kind of picking up on his presence because a couple of the guys started swinging toward that way, and he like ran in the opposite direction. It's just like holy fuck. Yeah. It's like, and he's got it on video. It's like I can like
sucks.
That's a matter of life and death shit. Yeah. And then he kept like he would like show me pictures of these like cow skulls that he would find, and he was just like, I almost tried bringing one home, but I just didn't want to carry it the whole time.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah,
you
that's
shoot
so
the
wild.
bison and make a burger, man.
Yeah.
Do you guys like bison burgers?
Yeah,
I don't think
I've
never tried one.
Maybe a little dry.
Are they good?
Yeah, you can fuck up cooking it pretty easily.
Yeah.
Have you cooked them? Where do you go to get a bison boy?
I don't know. I don't remember where, but I know I've had one for
Country
sure.
House. That's a good place for it.
Ted Turner fucking a Timmy Turner place.
Yeah, it's downtown Naperville. Ted Turner's Burger.
Oh,
the country
I've seen that
fried
place.
Steakhouse or some shit. Yeah.
It's got a bison as like the logo.
I think they have ostrich there too.
That's good.
Ostrich meat? I've never tried that either.
It's like turkey.
Yeah,
really?
I never had it.
It's really good. Yeah.
Have you had an ostrich burger?
Yeah, it's like George Costanza. Ever had an ostrich burger?
Yeah.
Like thinks it's impressive.
Yeah.
Shut up, dude.
Not high class. It's just weird. Did you see that album cover that there's that I gotta show it to you because I have a picture on my phone. It's some like Japanese slam band that I can't even pronounce the name because it's in Japanese, but like they have an album called Ostrich Existence, and the album cover is like a cyclone of ostriches.
Very cool.
Yeah, isn't that sick? For the camera. Check it out.
Ostrich exists. I think I saw Kevin Kowalski post that the other day.
Yeah. It's called Shinda Saibo no Katamari. That's what the band's called.
That reminds me. So there's a shirt I ordered from Textures. It was like a lizard shirt.
Recently?
Yeah. Like, so I was listening to Textures the other day and I'm like, I wonder if they have any merch still. And I found like they had like 3 XXL shirts on their Bandcamp, and I ordered all 3 of them.
Nice.
But the lizard one, it was all these like fucking sick lizards on it, which reminded me of that ostrich one. It was like green and shit. And that one was like sold out, so I didn't get that one. But
did you order them though?
Yeah.
Did they ship? Did they come?
I think they just shipped, yeah.
Wow.
So they refunded me the lizard one because they didn't have it in stock.
Oh,
but yeah, I don't know
cool.
who the fuck's like sending it. They only have like 2 shirts left. They're like girl size ones. So.
Oh, you know what would be a cool death metal band? And maybe I'll pick that band Brutus that dude was in.
I've never listened to
one
him.
You would not be down with it. But the thing is like
that was Bart was in that, I think.
Oh, okay.
That band had like this. It's like there's like their last album that they put out was like posthumously because like their drummer killed himself by jumping in front of a train or something like that. There's a bunch of weird history behind it, and like it's a really sick record. I can't even pronounce the word because it's like insane, but like it's a sick. It's kind of like a slam record, but like not really slammy. It's more like disgorgy.
Is that Brutus with 2 U's? Like
yeah, Brutus. Yeah,
oh, it's not UUS.
No. That's a different band. Yeah, but they're sick, and like there's all this because like that album was supposed to come out on Unique Leader, and then it ended up coming out on Willowtip, and like essentially it was like an incomplete album that they had to finish because that guy died, and like it was like put off for years, and then finally somehow Willowtip put it out, and it's really sick. But yeah, that would be a cool one to pick. But that's also like one where it's like, man, that's
pretty
a real,
off the map.
That's a real deep dive.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. That's definitely a contender though, because I would like to talk about something like that. Maybe that, or maybe something like Vomit the Soul. That would be cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good one. That's like a good slam record, or like, I don't know.
I'm glad you're
gotta think about
laughing
it.
too. That makes me feel
Yeah,
good.
Vomit
there's
the Soul.
like all these bands Jason knows that I know from hearing it from Jason,
Right.
and it's like that's a classic like Jason like
Yeah.
Vomit the Soul. You're like, yeah, that's
that is a
sick, dude.
classic.
Cool,
Me
man.
and Rich used to like that band a lot. Vomit the
Yeah.
Soul. Yeah, they were good. They were like that first band that really like. I feel like that brought that style to like a really clean production style, because like that album sounds really good.
Okay.
Like it doesn't sound like they recorded it in a cardboard box.
Yeah, it's those almost Devourment
Yeah.
records where you're like, is there a riff happening right now? I can't fucking
Yeah.
tell.
Man, that would be a good band to do too. We haven't done a Devourment record yet.
That shit is like too much for me, man. I don't like get
All
it.
of it, or just some
Just
of
that.
it?
Well, that last record they put out was like
Oh,
insane.
I think that album's awesome.
It is cool,
Yeah.
but it's just like I can't even like. It's not fun.
Yeah, the last
It's
one was
like-
good. Did you
It's
listen
like
to?
hurts, man.
Did you listen to Conceived in Sewage, the one before it?
That
That one's pretty
I don't
good.
know.
Dude.
Yeah,
Conceived in
that was
Sewage.
the one Eric Rutan did with them. So it like
Okay.
sounds
a little
not
better.
great, but like a little
Sounds
better.
like they're treading on like Atme's territory with that one.
Yeah.
Conceived in
Conceived in Sewage.
That's great.
Yeah, I
That's a great
mean,
name.
it's pretty disgusting.
Sewers.
That band's got a weird history though. When we played, do you remember? We played that show on the Way to the Altar Beast tour. This is almost a year ago. Is it a year ago
The
now?
end of September, or like the first week of October. I
It was
think.
October
Yeah.
4th or
Remember
something.
we played that routing
Yeah.
date in, where was that?
Columbia,
Yeah, in
Missouri.
Columbia. And the dude, the guitar player from Misery Index.
Yeah, he was the sound
He's a
guy,
professor at the college down there. Like, what's that school?
What? Really?
Yeah, he's a
It's like
professor.
Missouri State or something.
Missouri
Yeah.
State University.
Columbia
Yeah, Missouri
State,
State.
University or some
Yeah.
shit. I don't know.
Columbia University, and he
Whatever
like put
is
on
in
the show
Columbia.
for us, and like there was nobody there, but like I was just like, he bought me like a drink, and he was just like, yeah, man, sorry there wasn't a lot of people here. I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck. Like I got to talk to him about, because he plays in that band with Phil Anselmo, Scour, that black metal
Yeah,
band that he
yeah,
does,
sick.
and like he like knows that dude really well, and like I don't know, he's like a conscientious guy, and like he was talking to me. I was just picking his brain about anything I could, because I used to really like Misery Index a lot. I still think they're cool, but he was telling me, because they were supposed to do, when Nails put out their newest record, they were doing a headlining tour, and it was supposed to be Nails, Misery Index, Devourment, and it was like Devourment's first tour back, which was like, oh, it's a big deal. But it was a really short run. It was only like a 10-day run. And they played a sold out show at the Metro. And then like somebody else was on it. It was like Misery Index, Nails, Nails headline, Nails, Misery Index, Devourment, and then another band. But then like
For my Valentine.
yeah. And then Devourment ended up having to drop. Like they and there was like this drama behind it. And I asked him, I was like, what's up with that? And he was like, yeah. He was like, well, like there's Canadian dates, and there's dudes in Devourment that cannot go to Canada, and like they didn't know, and they literally just backed out of the tour apparently without like telling anybody. Yeah, apparently there was some sketchy history behind that. And like they ended up getting Outer Heaven. Remember
Yeah,
John's
fucking John-
band,
yeah,
John
fucking-
Kunz's
yeah.
band. So that's cool. But yeah, I was like, I really wanted to see Devourment, but it was like that tour was like a day before we were leaving some tour.
Oh,
it was
okay.
like, I think before the Canadian tour we did. And like, I'm trying to remember. Like, I didn't go to the show. It was at like the Metro. It was like sold out or some shit. Yeah.
Nails. So Nails is like,
Yeah. The one band that like,
people love that fucking band. For
yeah,
some
dude,
weird
put the
reason.
mic by your mouth, man.
See that shirt
It was-
worn by a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nails. Oh yeah, you'll probably continue to see it for a little bit. They haven't done anything for a while though, at least
Yeah.
since then.
You Will Never Be One of Us
Uh-huh.
or whatever. Wasn't that their last record?
I think
Gatekeeping
so.
fucks.
Like, yeah, cool. Yeah, just get like
All right.
every 3
Don't
years
care.
we get a 20-minute record.
Yeah, and then that guy pulled like a
Sounds great.
Kanye West on Twitter and was like trying to take down like Metal
Yeah,
Sucks.
I remember that.
He's like, fuck
What?
Metal Sucks. Yeah, the singer Todd from, I think that's his name,
Yeah,
Todd.
Todd something. I can't remember.
Yeah, he's
Nails.
the singer from
Yeah, Todd
Nails.
Nails, yeah.
He went on this like Twitter tirade years ago, like trying to take down Metal Sucks, because Metal Sucks is like,
He was just talking about how they're clickbait bullshit.
Yeah, and how they're
they
like-
just
Oh, yeah,
generate
yeah.
revenue for their ad company
they're-
that what's his name runs.
they try to cancel a lot of metal bands too, or they call out a lot of bands on shit, and like it was fucking weird because he started putting like, because he found out that like Ben, one of the guys that owns Metal Sucks, manages Rivers, and like he came out and was just saying like, oh, he manages Rivers of Nile. Like maybe we should convince them to like stop doing it. And he was like, they're a sick band, but he kept calling them like a deathcore band. And it's like, all right, man, like really, dude, like he's such a shithead. But it's sick because that's what Kanye West is doing now, where he's like trying to. You don't have Twitter. Do any of you?
I
have Twitter?
I just have Twitter to look at shit.
Have you been seeing all of his shit?
Yeah, how he fucking pissed on his Grammy.
He threw his Grammy. He's trying to like.
Oh, I did see.
He's putting
He
like
posted he did like 100 tweets of like scans of all of his fucking contracts.
Yeah, contract scans, like literally pages on pages of
Yeah,
his
it was
records.
like 100 tweets. It was a lot of
it was
fucking
insane.
tweets.
They're still up. You
Yeah.
can
What
read
the
like all the
fuck?
details
All
of
his
all of his
contracts?
contracts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he has like a couple separate contracts from Universal,
From-
Sony, and shit.
yeah.
Any good dirt in them?
I'm not gonna
It's so
read
hard
through
to
Did
it.
read,
anyone else
dude.
read it for us?
I try to
haven't
read it.
I haven't looked it up what it says.
Like a summary, some Kanye
I gotta do
nerd that
that.
did it for us.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure
tr-
somebody did.
I try to
Max,
read
do
it
the
and
research.
All right.
I
give
try
me
to
a
read
week.
it and decipher it, and I
Be back
couldn't
next
figure
week.
out any of them.
Yeah, it's legally. It's hard to. It's so. That's
is
the kind
really
of shit
hard.
you read, and it makes you fucking tired because you fall asleep.
Yeah.
Ugh, I
It's just
don't
like
know.
And
this
there's so much
language is
shit that-
there to screw me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that's what he's just coming out and just saying shit like, hey, like this is gonna fuck up other artists. Like, let's like take control of music back. Like, I want my kids to own my music and not like these shitty ass dudes, like record executives. And he's like he's like on this nonstop tirade. So he posted all those record contracts. Then he posted a video of like his Grammy lodged in a toilet and he's peeing on him and he's wearing his like signature Croc shoes.
Yeah.
They look like Crocs, but they're not.
Dude, he needs to fucking hit up Artisan. He'll get a good deal with them.
Yeah.
I know. And I was
You
like,
know?
it was so
We gotta
funny.
write
Like,
Sumerian.
that's-
Sumerian.
Get a hold of him.
Yeah, that's so funny that like, because I was trying to read, I was like, let me just take a crack at it
Didn't
and see if
he,
I can
like-
figure out anything with one of these
Didn't he just get
contracts.
committed like 4 months ago or some shit?
Committed?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
like to
I
the
don't know if it
hospital.
was. I don't know if it was 4
'Cause
months
didn't
ago. I
come
thought it was
out,
like a
like-
year ago.
Didn't some shit come out? Like his wife was like saying like
Oh,
He didn't get committed for it though.
he didn't. Okay.
No, I don't
but he
think
was
he
talking
did.
shit about like
should've.
Chris
But he
Jenner
came
and
out because he
shit.
came out and tried to like, that's when he was doing his presidential campaign.
Right.
And he tried to, he's like super Christian and anti-abortion. And he came out and was saying like, Kim wanted to kill our kids. Like, and like, it was so
well,
weird.
he was talking to Nick Cannon about Planned Parenthood and shit. There was all that stuff.
Yeah. And didn't he get canceled, Nick Cannon?
Yeah, because he said some fucking black Israelite shit, which is like, who cares? There's guys.
What did he say?
There's guys in the streets of New York that like will tell you that shit with a megaphone.
What did he say?
He was just saying that like black people are like the Israelites. Basically,
Oh.
it's like black liberation theology shit where it's like super,
Okay.
like it's like Professor Griff from Public Enemy will fucking tell you that shit. It's like not new. But
Oh.
like Nick Cannon said it, and because he was on Nickelodeon and shit, people are like, "Oh my god!" It's like,
Well, he
what?
hasn't done like
Yeah, what are you
kids
gonna
shit
do,
in
man?
Yeah,
forever.
What?
Yeah,
I
he
know,
hasn't
but
done like a
still.
kids show in forever.
Yeah, but still, it's just like it's not a very controversial thing to say.
I
but
just found out because I
people
read a
thought
tweet from
it
Kanye's
was.
Twitter saying like they tried to cancel Nick Cannon, and it's like
yeah. But yeah,
I
he
didn't know
was
what
saying
happened,
some
though.
shit, And then there's like a whole conversation between them where Kanye was talking about Planned Parenthood being like fucking black genocide, which is half true. I mean,
Yeah, you think so?
Well, yeah, Margaret Singer, who started Planned Parenthood, like openly was like, I want black people to not be around, and this is a way.
Oh.
This is
And
a
she was
way.
big into like eugenics.
Yeah, this
and
is a
shit.
way to
Yeah.
do it. Like I can fucking kill, black people's kids with abortion clinics, and I mean, I don't think that's what they are now, but
No, of course
No.
not.
But
Yeah.
that intention was there when
that
she
was the
started
idea
it. Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah, and there's a whole number where it's like 22 million black kids would be alive today if they didn't fucking. Because it is a weird thing where it's like you look at the racial demographics of America and like black people have been 13% of the population for forever. But
Yeah.
like, every other fucking population demographic has been going up or going down. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's because of abortions.
Oh yeah,
Kind of.
big time.
I don't know. I don't really care about shit. I really don't.
Save the children.
Dude,
I don't
die on a
give a
fucking
fuck.
hill, man.
I don't. It's like that's not my hill. I don't care.
Abortion, yeah.
And it's just like now that like what's her name's dead, like everyone's like freaking out that they're gonna overturn Roe v. Wade. It's like they can't just like do that. They
But
can't
isn't
just be
Trump
like,
like trying to do that?
Well, he's trying to get like one of his guys in.
It's
for the
look,
seat.
dude. They're never gonna. They're
From
never
Ruth
gonna.
Bader Ginsburg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
Supreme
They're
Court
never
seat.
gonna take away your guns, and they're never gonna cancel abortion. It's just two things that are never gonna happen.
I know.
that people on the left and right are like always fixated on. They're not going to take
And it never
back.
happens. Yeah,
They
nothing
never
ever
will.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too back and forth. And even like, let's say they took it away and
And
4
they're
years
not going
back,
to take your
they
abortion.
just switch
It's
it
just
back.
like, that's
you know,
one of those
like,
things that they just use
yeah.
to fucking make you mad. It's
Yeah,
just like,
just so you buy shit
they're
on
not
Amazon.
going to do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, just piss you off, so you buy like a
freak out
fucking
and you buy
diet
something to
pill
make
on the
you
commercial
feel
break
better.
after that ad you did. The
Yeah,
study you
remember
saw, you know?
diet pills?
Yeah, dude. What was that? Cortisone?
Fucking
Or whatever
just
that one was
speed.
called?
Cortisone.
Dude, I remember
Cortisone
like
agent.
in the 90s
Oh,
or
you're
the
right.
early 2000s going to Walgreens and just seeing all the diet pills they would have like at the front, like when
dude.
you go to the
it's
checkout
all,
section.
It's all speed. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
And amphetamines.
Yeah.
That's
Now you get,
illegal?
like, fish oil shit
What?
now.
Is that illegal?
Trying to
It should
sell that,
be.
yeah.
Yeah, and there's a certain
somehow they
percentage.
make it
There's a
legal.
certain percentage that they can make it where it's not illegal or
Right,
something. And I think a
yeah.
lot of those aren't even FDA approved.
No, most
You know?
stuff that like is even FDA approved goes through so quick because all you have to do is change a few things like the ingredients and like you ever see what was that movie, the one about steroid use and stuff like that, and he was showing like he goes, yeah, you just put like your own like wording of I forgot the exact term, but it was like this hodgepodge of chemicals is what we
Yeah.
use. That's our secret ingredient. You just have to say that, and then it's
Yeah.
like okay,
And it's
and
fine.
it's fine, goes right through, and you can make it.
Yeah.
So yeah, same shit like that.
But it's just like, oh, hey, I don't have to work hard. I can just take this pill and I'll lose weight instead of
Yeah,
like
it's an
changing my
appetite
life.
suppressant, basically.
and
just do
fucking-
cocaine, you fucking loser.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Makes
Get
you
a
not
bunch of
want to eat.
nosebleeds, man.
You know, yeah.
Or just like eat
Way
right
cooler.
and like exercise.
But that
Just, like,
takes
do
work,
that.
man.
Do
That'll
drugs.
take me a year. I can just take this pill and I'll be fine in a week. And
No,
like, well,
it
that's not like
Then you have
working.
diarrhea
Fucking
for
idiot.
like 2
Yeah.
months
Yeah,
and
you
you don't
shit
know why.
water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's too fucking
Yeah,
crack
nasty.
and
Yeah,
meth
it's
and
just
everything
one of
else.
those
It'll be
things.
fine.
Well, it's also like the thing with like you guys have seen the cuties thing, right?
You were
we were
talking
talking
about
about
that.
that.
I didn't watch the scene though.
I didn't show.
Yeah,
you,
it's
I
on-
didn't
it's
send
on-
you guys the
it's
scene.
on
Oh, was
Twitter.
it a
It's
different
the
scene?
joke.
I didn't even
Yeah.
look. I'm sorry.
Honestly, think I would. Yeah, Nate said the same. He goes, "I didn't want to look at it." And I was like, "Dude, you think I'm
Dude.
gonna send you that fucking scene?"
I didn't know.
Dude, it wasn't even shocking.
What
I-
was it?
It's
What
not
is
even
it?
I
shocking.
don't care.
What
I
is
saw it
it?
on
It's
Twitter.
like,
It's like I saw the final dance scene on Twitter, and it's like
What is it?
11-year-old kids dancing provocatively, and
Yeah.
it's like
and they're
oh,
dressed.
I'm
like,
not shocked because I'm not a pedophile. The only reason you'd be shocked is because you secretly want to fuck them.
See, like that's my.
And it's just
thought.
like it's just kids. It's just like so fucking what? Dude,
Yeah.
like, this has been going on for so fucking long in this
Kids
country.
dancing
You have
provocatively?
fucking you have
Yeah,
fucking
like
Britney
underage
Spears is
stuff.
15
Yeah.
talking about how she wants to get fucked in the ass, and it's just like
What?
hit me baby one more time. I don't know.
That's about ass fucking.
But it's just
It's either ass fucking or domestic abuse. I mean,
yeah,
one or
it's
the
just
other,
like
you know?
it's just like yeah, dude, this has been going on forever. And now because it's right now, people want to be able to take that fucking stand, and it's so fucking lame. It's like you don't care.
Well, and
Shut
it's the same thing
fuck
as the
up.
Cardi B song where now you're talking about it. Now
Yeah.
it's like bringing
It's
attention
been
to it.
going
Just
on for
ignore
forever,
it. And
dude.
Yeah, you're
the
only
shit
And
goes-
there's
yeah.
not only that,
Yeah.
but there's been like men talking about fucking stuff and in their song, like Led Zeppelin shoving sharks up people's pussies and shit.
What?
You never heard
Yeah,
that story?
I need a citation on that one.
No.
It's a really famous story about
You
how
better
Led
quote
Zeppelin like
this.
shoved a shark up some groupie's
Oh, really?
pussy.
How do you
Damn.
shove a giant
It was
like
a dead,
baby
it was a
shark?
dead
Small
shark.
shark.
Yeah, it was a dead shark.
Well, dude,
They come in
fucking
different sizes.
Steven
There was
Tyler.
it was a red snapper or some shit. Yeah, or Steven
Steven
Tyler.
Tyler, 28,
or
you're fucking a
fucking,
14-year-old.
Anybody. I mean, fucking Elvis did it. Fucking
Yeah.
Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent,
Ted
big
Nugent
time.
did it.
Ted Nugent became a woman's legal guardian when she was
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Yeah.
That was their
16.
fucking move. And it's like these guys have been doing that shit all the time. It's like everyone's been doing it. It's just like now because some fucking movie comes out that doesn't even fucking it's against it, first of all.
yeah,
That's the whole
from what
premise
I
of the
hear. I
film,
don't
yeah.
really know.
But that's a weird
I
thing
didn't
to
watch
do
it
that
20
way.
I didn't watch it
Pedophilia?
25 times.
Well, it's not saying
Make a movie
pedophilia
with,
in
like-
general.
Yeah, I
don't
don't care. But it's just like
it's
who
mainly
cares,
the
dude?
idea of like social media kind of portraying this idea and sexualizing women, and then it goes into like younger girls being like, "Oh, well, this is so
That's what they're
popular.
talking
This is
about.
what
Oh,
I
yeah,
want to
yeah,
But
do."
like, wow, shocking! That I didn't know that
That's
happened.
never
Like,
happened.
Yeah, it's like
And
that's you
like,
fucking
come
idiot.
on.
You don't know that's going on.
Come
like,
on.
come on.
Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you said, even with like the Britney Spears thing, that just like everybody wanted to be, all girls wanted to be her.
That interview of the guy. Have you seen the interview of the guy who's like the producer?
No,
And he's talking about it. He's talking about the scene. He's like, yeah, dude, it makes him look so fucking bad.
Like, guilty as
Because the
fuck.
way he says it, he's like, when you watch the final scene, you're supposed to have two thoughts in your head. One is that these are 11-year-old children and that they're hot. And it's just like,
Oops.
What?
Where is this PR
dude,
guy
it's like,
on that?
it's so fucking bad. It's just like, dude, what the fuck
Isn't
are you
it
talking
a French
about?
film?
It's a French film.
Yeah, but
Is
it's
it
like this guy. I don't know. I think he was the producer on it, but like he's some guy with glasses and.
Is he
black
American?
Some egghead, man.
Some
He has an American
Some
accent.
four-eyed
He's definitely
egghead.
not French or anything. But yeah, he's like, it's really fun. That is like genuinely like
Whoops.
weird and
Yeah.
creepy.
Big
That's
time.
weird as fuck.
Doesn't
Yeah,
but,
it's
like,
weird as fuck.
Situation.
the scene is just like people are freaking out. It's like, yeah, it's fucked up. I'm not gonna watch it because it sounds like a stupid fucking movie.
Oh
It's
yeah,
That's the thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
regardless.
that's the thing.
Well,
with
it's-
this, with
you
You
this
also have to
and
remember
with
it's a
WAP and
coming
with
of
all
age
that shit-
film for a girl.
Yeah,
That's
for a
not
child.
us.
Yeah, that's not my
we're
demographic.
We're not the
yeah.
demographic for it.
No, so
Don't
yeah,
need
like,
to see it. Yeah.
pretending like children, like 11, 12, 13-year-old kids like don't like think and talk about sex is also like ridiculous.
unrealistic.
Like,
ridiculous.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, like
It's
we all
unrealistic, yeah.
fucking talked about it and thought about
Oh,
it
yeah.
all the fucking time, dude, when we were 11 and 12 and 13. It's just like,
Yeah, once
I
you
don't
know
know,
about
like literally like I was like I saw that scene on Twitter and then like I was like still scrolling and then I saw some like clip of a dad who like found his kid, like his 10-year-old kid, like subscribed to some like girls OnlyFans with his credit card. And he was
Whoa.
like, shaming the kid on the thing. It's like, oh, these two things are completely related. Like,
it. Yeah, also, like, way to
It's like-
fuck up your kid
Yeah,
by doing
like-
the internet. Come
yeah,
on.
like posting a video of you like making fun of your kid for wanting to look at tits. It's just like,
Yeah,
yeah,
just
that's
be
so
like,
fucked
yeah,
up
dude,
when
he's
people
gonna
when
be
parents
fucked
do
up
shit
forever.
like that.
yeah,
like,
listen, son, if you want to do this, I'll help you earn money and you can get your own credit card.
yeah.
Just make sure you pay it off.
And also, it's like,
Don't use mine, you know?
and
Like-
also, it's just like now it's like this whole thing with like the right versus left, and now pedophilia is in that now too, and it's just like,
Nobody, like,
Can
we were
it- can
saying
we
this,
be,
like,
like,
nobody's fighting
real about
against
it?
that.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying,
Yeah.
like, no, we should allow pedophilia. Nobody's
I
fighting.
mean, there's
Yeah.
like there's
You
a
know?
fringe, but like
There's
it's
a
never
fringe
it's
group
never
for
going to become a
everything, yeah.
main fucking voice in
But like
anything.
we were saying, like we noticed on Facebook, I had a lot of friends that would just have these statuses of like, if pedophilia is part of your sexual identity, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm like, who are you saying
Yeah,
this
there's
to?
no one who
Dude, I
thinks,
love-
like,
I love
very few
that.
people.
No.
Yeah.
I love
Like,
those fucking
Jesus.
dudes that are like all macho about like they have
all
YouTube
aggro
channels.
about it,
Where they
yeah.
have YouTube channels where they like go follow pedophiles. Like I'm gonna kick this
I'm gonna
guy.
kick the shit out of
It's
this
like
guy.
Yeah.
you fucking
Cool.
loser.
Well, I've been
You're
seeing,
such a
like-
fucking,
fucking
like
loser.
going to the fucking lowest rung of society to fucking feel powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah,
work
yeah,
at
yeah.
fucking Costco.
yeah, it's fucked up,
yourself.
you know, and it's like,
Fucking loser.
Well, a lot of those dudes like that they find are like fucked up.
Yeah, dude, you're
It's
fucked.
like, dude, like,
And going and putting a scare on him is probably not going to do anything.
Yeah.
That's not gonna do shit.
You know?
It's not
Not
going
at
to
all.
make you
Like,
not
fucking,
attracted to
like-
kids. Just like watching a movie is
know.
not going to make you attracted to kids. No one's going
Right.
to fuck
Yeah.
a kid because they watch.
it's like, yeah, I'm
movies.
40 years old. I just saw this movie and I get it now.
I think
Like,
I
yeah,
get it
change
now.
all
so
of a sudden.
stupid.
Yeah.
It's just like it's not
Like-
going to normalize pedophilia. It's like just don't fucking watch it or talk about it.
yeah, and that's the whole thing. It's like the more it's perpetuated, the more it becomes a
Yeah,
trending
now
topic,
it's
and
a
now,
thing, and now they know that they can press people's buttons with shit like
yeah,
that.
now I bet you will see more of it.
Yeah,
but
of
like,
course we
you know,
will.
give it a longer period of time. But that's how like. That sucks that's like how Netflix works. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, now that movie is in like the top 10 category on that fucking, on the platform. On
It
Netflix.
was. It's gone
not
down
anymore.
since. Yeah.
But,
yeah.
you know, it's just like,
Because
I-
it was a flash in the pan. Like,
yeah,
of
but
course
that's
it
how
shot up. Everybody was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck's going on? I got to see this." And then
Waste
the
your
people that
fucking
probably
time.
should have seen it, that were bitching the most, didn't see it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they just complained because of like Netflix did fuck up, I guess, because they did post like the original poster was a little provocative of these kids.
I remember. That's all I've seen about the movie is that poster.
That's all I heard about. I didn't even see the poster. So that was like a part of the reason why people got pissed off. And I guess the original description was a little weird.
Yeah,
that
there's some about that.
ticked off a bunch of
Well,
people.
there's a lot of shit in I saw people posting shit about the screenshots of the IMDb parents guide section or whatever when you look
Oh,
up like
yeah.
descriptions of like nudity and
That's
shit.
new too.
And people-
all that stuff.
Well, that's been around for a while.
Well, no, they
I
have
thought-
like this weird breakdown now of like
Oh,
what's
yeah,
in there,
yeah, yeah.
and I think you as a user can like contribute to.
Yeah,
it.
but people have been like circulating like fake screenshots of what happens, and it's like that didn't happen in the movie. It's like you go to the page and it's like none of that shit happened.
I've watched it 10 times. It didn't happen. I swear. I mean,
I'm on my 15th
watched
watch.
yeah.
still haven't seen those parts yet.
Yeah, still I was waiting for him.
I was
cut,
waiting
maybe director's
patiently
cut.
for it. And it just
Yeah, the
never
director,
came.
the director's cut. There's one part where it's like a 10-year-old girl
Director's
lifts up
cut.
her shirt in front of a crowd of people. This is described as pedophilia and can be like disturbing to some viewers. And it's like that doesn't happen in the movie.
Yeah.
You know, again, on my 12th watch, I haven't
You
seen
haven't
it.
yeah, I'm waiting.
Yeah, from my understanding, it's literally like two
Fucked up.
scenes scenes, right? That they're complaining about. It's just like 2 dance scenes, basically.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whereas the rest of the movie is about why this is bad, which is kind of funny.
I saw the final scene, then I saw there was a part where like the girl's like in a bathroom and she like takes a
Picture
photo
of her
vagina.
yeah.
Whoa.
You don't see it.
But you don't
Wait a
see it because
second.
it's a kid.
The movie's called Cuties. I thought it was about those little oranges.
Yeah, I thought it was about them.
I thought it was about those little oranges.
They're easy to peel. They're great.
How great they are.
They're
Documentary.
delicious.
How they made them.
Ain't that
What, it's about
damn
little girls? Oh my
Son of a
God.
bitch.
I gotta go to my
Clementines.
F-150 and make a video about this.
Get out my shitty sunglasses.
Yeah,
Get in my truck. Talk about this.
Oh man, people are so fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just like
It's so fucking
Ugh.
they take your fucking mental space, dude.
Yeah.
Like that you could go do and think about anything else, but you're thinking about this thing that isn't even like real.
Dude, my go-to with that is when people, it's like,
Fucking
dude, you can like
dumbass.
learn how to do a dovetail joint
Yeah.
in your free time. That's like a sick skill.
Yeah.
And
That's
Bill
like a
knows what's
joint.
up. Yeah,
I
it's like,
do that.
Yeah, it's
A
like, that's
dovetail
cool.
joint?
Like, you're
You
going to
smoke
waste
it?
your time like watching political
You
things.
smoke a dovetail joint?
No, it's like a-
smoke one at a
like
jam.
a woodworking thing where you're like, it's like zigzag.
Oh,
bills
I know.
together.
Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I got an example right here. But yeah, that's like my go-to with anyone I like, dude. That's like, I think that's a funny one because it's very like specific and it shows what I'm into, what I want to do with my free time. But like, yeah, it's like, dude, there's so many fucking skills and hobbies and like things you could do in your life that you just fucking like waste your time
Yeah, you do fucking
concerned about
nothing.
other people's problems and
You
like
do
shit that
nothing.
doesn't affect you.
And you want to fucking live vicariously through
Yeah.
other people doing shit, and you want to just talk about it. Like
Yeah,
we're doing.
Like, dude,
now.
you're gonna watch Survivor. You could fucking, you know,
We're doing that.
learn
so
how to
fuck it. I might as well go home.
swap an LS2 into your fucking, you know, Prelude.
Yeah,
You know, that's way cooler.
true, man.
way cool.
Survivor.
Do a tranny swap, man.
Yeah, dude.
That's so funny going on car forums and people call transmission trannies, and I'm just like,
Do
yeah,
they
is that
really?
allowed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
did you call them,
They've
man?
been calling it since
Yeah,
the
it's
beginning of
forever, dude.
transmission.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I
it's
didn't
just-
know.
It's really
I
funny
don't know
because
car lingo very
you're
well.
like, whoa.
Yeah, that's not what I think of right away.
Yeah,
I've
you're not
heard-
supposed to be able to say that.
You know, allegedly, like there's like YouTube channels that have gotten pulled because
Yeah.
they say
Really?
tranny.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like context
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it means different things.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Just
I mean,
like dyke.
Right. Yeah.
What does
Right.
dyke mean?
Kid,
What is
There's
this
like
dyke?
it's like a dam or something.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
story
it's
of the
spelled-
kid putting his finger.
Yeah, put his finger in the dike.
Yeah.
Spelled differently.
not
Yeah.
not a chick wearing flannel with a very short haircut.
Yeah.
Different
You know,
Yeah.
different dyke.
but I mean, you can think of that
Horrible
any like
woman.
any sort of cool like trade or skill. Like, man, you could just fucking
Do that.
yeah. It's so
You
much
know?
more interesting.
Go
and, like,
on YouTube and
meaningful,
watch some
man.
tutorial videos on how
Yeah.
to like make something
Yeah, you know, it's like that's cool.
instead of fighting this
Yeah, it's
supposed
just like-
fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like I don't know.
Yeah, like what? Supposed fight, you know?
The pedophilia shit where it's
I
like
know-
I do
I know.
believe yeah.
Right.
Oh, do you? Yeah, I forgot.
I mean, I do
Yeah.
believe there's a giant secret pedophile ring that we probably don't know about, but I'm not gonna fucking ruin my life thinking about it.
You don't want to devote all
I'm
your
done
free
with
time
it.
trying
Right?
to like
I've tried
uncover
already.
it?
I fucking read all this shit about Project Monarch and MK Ultra and fucking
I remember that.
trauma based fucking mind control conditioning. It's just like I don't care anymore. I don't care.
Well,
it's
what are you
real
gonna do
and I
with all
don't
the
care.
information? What are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, exactly. What am I gonna go to Bob Hope's grave and be like, this guy fucked. He fucked sex slaves. It's like, so what?
Bob
I don't
Bob
care.
Hope?
Yeah, Bob Hope is. If you
Did
read
some
about
fucked
Bob
up
Hope
shit.
and MK Ultra, he's like a really big fucking
Part in
player
that?
in it. Yeah,
How
Interesting.
is he a part of MK Ultra?
What about Bob
because he
Dole?
would. So there's a whole thing with Bob.
What about Bob
Bob
Dole?
Dole definitely
You like
not.
I mean,
that?
that's why he was taking the fucking Viagra,
Bob
dude.
Dole.
That's how he was popping Viagra so he could
Bob
fuck
Dole.
sex
I'm
slaves.
just trying
man.
to fuck a slave. I'm Bob Dole.
I'm just trying to do that.
Trying to
That's all
fuck
I
a
want.
Trying to
slave.
do it.
No, but there's a whole thing called trauma-based mind control, and it's a real thing. Just depending on what the uses were for,
Right.
you know. But it's like where you fracture somebody's personality by like putting them through intense trauma by like putting them in a cage every day and like making them
Right.
watch people get killed and stuff. And to deal with that trauma, you fracture your personality. So that you create like another person. It's like, no, now I'm Cindy. And it's just like, well, what does Cindy do? Cindy's like promiscuous. And then you shatter them again and they develop like, this is the one that kills people. And and you use different like trigger words, which a lot of them are based on like the Wizard of Oz, which is why people talk about Eyes
Like,
Wide Shut. People, there's a lot of like
Promiscuity.
Yellow Brick Road and shit in Eyes Wide Shut. So people talk about that being a movie about like MK Ultra and shit like that.
Oh, interesting.
And But yeah, there's like for some reason they use a lot of trigger words from
Wizard of Oz,
and I don't know why, but
like the Lollipop Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red shoes.
Yeah, red
Ruby
shoes are a big one. Red shoes are supposed to be like there's photos of like a lot of famous people wearing red shoes and they're all together and they're like famous billionaires or bankers or politicians and they all have red shoes because they're supposed to
call sign for it.
Well, they're supposed to be made from like human hide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're not even talking about pedophilia. We're talking about.
Well, I mean, this is a whole thing.
That's another. Yeah, this is another thing.
Yeah.
That's so sick, man. I want to put that in a song.
Yeah. It is sick. Yeah.
The high pitched low screaming.
I love that. Yeah. These are my lows.
Eddie Lynn Parrish shit, dude.
Kind of. Yeah.
Except not as death metal.
Yeah.
More pissed off father.
Eddie just like screams instead of like trying to think of a stupid technique.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, his is raw.
What are his highs like? What are his lows like? What are his mids like?
What are his alien tunnels like? Dude?
Yeah. Alien tunnels. Yeah.
You can't
Some
even,
shit like
Guy's got
that.
you
sick
can't even
tunnel lows,
alien
man.
tunnel.
Sounds like somebody's
Shut
dad
the
that
fuck up.
slammed
and
a couple of high lives and
laid.
got pissed because his kid didn't mow the lawn. That's what it
Yeah.
sounds like.
Alien tunnels, dude. Yeah.
go, get fucked for
Tunnel
eyes.
lows.
That's even a better activity, learning how to scream. Than,
Yeah, learning how to do tunnel lows.
Anything.
Yeah.
So you learn how to cheer. Remember that?
Yeah.
What is
Fucking
that?
in Philadelphia,
Randy Blythe.
the
Oh,
guy, yeah, Randy Blythe is talking to I think it's Willie Adler's wife.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And she's like fucking. They're having an argument about like cheerleading, and he's like,
So you
he's
learn
like,
how
so
to
you
cheer.
learn how to cheer. Big deal. He's like, all you do is scream. He's like, I make a living off screaming, honey.
Yeah. Oh, I
And
remember
then
that.
Chris Adler's like,
Now,
this
now.
whole conversation started because you were being a gigantic ass about people that take time to learn how to do something.
He said that to.
Yeah, he said it to Randy. It's just like Randy Blythe and that whole
That's
thing is just
awesome.
like a
He's
guy.
such an asshole.
He's such a contrarian motherfucker.
Yeah, dude.
And he's like 50. He's like 50.
It is
That
sick
scene
to see.
is so sick.
It's so sick
Yeah.
to see him get his ass knocked the fuck out too after
That's
all
the
that.
best.
Yeah,
too.
because it's such
so
a
fucking real, man.
such a catharsis too. Yeah, because he's being an ass the whole time. Like the show where the power goes out and he's drunk, and then like
Yeah.
Chris Adler's like, I think the show kind of sucked because you were like way too drunk. He's like, no, the show sucked because the power went out. And I guess who was keeping the crowd alive during the power outage? And it's just like,
Yeah.
dude, you fucking
I
suck.
was on the front lines.
I'm a patriot.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
patriot.
talk about a
I
dude who
serve my
fucking
time.
changed, man. Randy.
I serve my time.
I'm a patriot.
I'm
God
a
damn it.
patriot. Damn it, I serve my time in prison. That's so sick. Being a guy that served a prison sentence, therefore it makes him a patriot.
He's a patriot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I served my time. Yeah, you know what?
For
Wait, did he
treason.
serve
I'm
time
a
for-
patriot.
That killing?
Randy Blythe?
No,
Yeah.
he just.
Yeah, he
no,
was.
I mean,
he was
he went
like
to jail.
held
Yeah.
captive, like in jail for like a long.
But he
time.
wasn't like sentenced or
Yeah,
anything.
No.
he got
Okay.
off.
Yeah, but they
It was
they
like
held
two.
him
It's
there.
like a year or two, wasn't it? It was a while.
They left him there for a long time. Like they had him
2012
locked
to
up.
2014 or something.
Some shit like that. That's why that whole gap had. I'm pretty sure that was like. I blame that on like the destruction of that band. Not that they're destroyed, but like you know.
Definitely
I read an
took
article
the
this week.
wind out of their sails.
Yeah.
I read an article this week where like it was on Metal Sucks, but it was something that had to do with like Willie Adler talking about his relationship with Chris, and like they don't even speak to each other anymore.
That sucks, man. That's such a
Yeah.
bummer.
It's really
Really?
he was
Dude,
like
yeah.
he was like I want to speak to him. He's like, but he just isn't having it. Like, yeah.
What
No
the
shit.
fuck happened?
Yeah, dude. That like I remember with like Alex and I love God forbid, and they're Doc and Dallas Coyle, the brothers, and like I don't think they really talked after Dallas left the
He
band.
said they just started talking.
Yeah,
again
it's
on
like,
that
dude,
one-
I could imagine that. Like,
Beaker
if we, like,
podcast.
what would happen
That's
between
crazy.
you and I? Like, that
that's
just bothers me
weird.
so much. Like, your brother, you play in a band with, like, that's like,
Yeah, the longest we wanted to talk was like 2 months.
yeah, and like,
that was it.
I want to, like,
Yeah.
go back in time and beat myself
Yeah,
up.
but
But
that
that
was
wasn't
like- that
my
was it.
fault. That wasn't because, like, I didn't like you. It was
Yeah,
because
I was
yeah.
still open to talk and shit. It's like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
And
that's
I
a
would
weird
have
thing.
secretly tried to talk to you. Like, you know?
Yeah.
But that was
Little
another
notes.
thing, that was an external force. And it's just like, that sucks, man. Like, I didn't know that I thought,
So
Yeah.
like,
Those
did
are
they
good
give him
terms or
the
something,
boot?
but-
Is that why?
No, Chris Adler quit. I think.
He did quit.
I've been trying to like
Figure it out.
It's
figure
all
it out.
vague.
It seems like there was from the research I've done. It sounds like Willie and Chris Adler are like the big head honchos of Lamb of God. Like they're the brothers.
Oh,
so
really?
yeah, and they
The big
kind of like
writers?
apparently they run the show. I would assume from
Really?
what it sounds like. Yeah, because there was some like because Chris
I
Adler
get the
whenever
vibe like Mark Morton I would think
Writes
play
a lot
big
of
role.
shit.
And
Whenever-
then the bass
yeah.
player,
well,
I feel
whenever-
like just hangs out.
Whenever they're
Joe
asking,
Campbell, I think?
John Campbell.
John Campbell, yeah.
they're asking, whenever they've interviewed Chris about all this shit, he just speaks in like these metaphors, and he made a metaphor about he's like think of it like it's a family business, and the two members of a family have a disagreement, and I needed to move on. It sounds like Chris left. He probably had some type of disagreement with the other dudes in the band, and like, but it must have soured him because like he made this statement saying he was like, yep, like. I was in that band for like 20 something years. Like it ran its course. Like my friendships with those guys ran their course, and like I'm on to other things. And now he's in some significantly way horrible band.
He's
Yeah,
like
I
playing with
can't
these
remember.
dudes in like India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I kept saw him do these clinics with like these just like guys in India, and he's like they're playing Lamb of God songs. They're like, what?
Well, he's got a new band now too. I forget what it's
okay.
called, but it's not good. It's
Really?
really rough. Yeah.
So
It's like,
is
it
that
reminds
with,
me
like-
of like what Joey Jordison tried to do after Slipknot.
Murder Dolls.
No, like
He's doing
Scar
that.
the Martyr and
Oh,
like
yeah.
that was another band he did. Like Vimic, I think they were called.
That's the one I remember being.
That's
like,
the newest
oof.
one. I think they
Yeah.
might still be a band even.
I think so.
Yeah, but yeah.
Isn't that singer
Murder
from
Dolls he did
something big?
with Slipknot. He was still in Slipknot when he was doing Murder Dolls.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It was
That
the
was-
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday 13.
That was so weird with like fucking what the fuck was I gonna say? I was looking up how Hell Yeah is still a band.
Yeah, are they?
Yeah, they're still technically a band.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I know they're like debating on breaking up. I read an
They
article
should.
about something like
Why
that.
would you
Yeah,
be a band
The
without
band's
Vinnie
so
Paul?
different
I don't
now.
know.
I mean, the only original guy now, I think, is
He's
Chad.
the fucking
Yeah.
the singer.
Yeah, the singer from Mudvayne.
Yeah,
In
He's
Hell
all
Yeah.
fucking
yeah,
country
Chadwick-
now.
Mudvayne would
Boseman?
fucking
What's it?
Chadwick Boseman.
Was that
Kill
was
it
the singer
if
from
they
Chad
came
Mudvayne?
back.
Gray. Chad
Yeah,
Gray.
Chad Gray.
If they did another Mudvayne album, another tour, they would fucking
Oh, crush.
Oh, it would be
crush
insane.
it.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't
guys,
think it's gonna
get your
happen,
shit
though.
together, man.
Yeah.
For
I don't
whatever
think-
reason, there was a big fracture with that band.
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
well.
too many personal differences, I'm assuming.
Mm.
People
I
would eat
guess.
that
I don't
up.
know.
Oh, yeah. People
'cause
would
what's
eat
his
that shit
name?
up. Do an LD50 tour,
Yeah.
people would go
Right.
insane.
Yeah.
Because Greg came over and did Hell Yeah with Chad Gray, but then there was a big falling out there.
Yeah, and that guy got kicked
Which
out.
I
right?
imagine that's got to be it.
Oops.
Hey,
What is
that's
he
right,
doing?
buddy.
What do you?
This came loose, I think.
What do you want the mic off?
Yeah, I just don't want it to like make all
Oh, I don't care.
Thank God those were empty.
Yeah, I get all over Bill's phone.
Ding bang gang ding
Yeah.
gang.
All right. You got it. No.
Don't cut this out.
No, we won't. We don't edit like
Good.
shit like this.
Yeah, good.
We only edit out the bad stuff.
Yeah. We only edit
This
out
is
stuff
not
essentially.
Yeah,
if
I
we
was
don't
just saying
say-
a bunch of racial slurs
Yeah.
without the mic on.
fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck,
fuck, racial slur.
Yeah. Fuck is a
By the
racial
way, this
slur.
doesn't
Yeah.
control the mic.
Huh?
That doesn't
No.
control the mic. The
This
mic's
doesn't?
plugged into
No.
Bill's
No, wait,
thing.
check it out. 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 Oh, shit. Never mind.
It controls your head. It controls your headphones.
Check it
Yeah.
out. Check it out.
Just
Check it out. Check it out. Check it
Yeah,
out. Check it out.
check it out, check it out, check it out,
check it out.
There's no mic plugged in here.
You
You work for Zounds. You should know this shit,
Yeah,
man.
man.
I work for Fudge.
You work for Fudged?
Fudge.
Nice.
That's how they pay you.
Yeah.
I
Sick.
work for Fudged. That is sick. Fuck, man. Yeah, it's a sad story with Lamb of God though. Like that does suck. And like I've
Still
tried.
going though.
I know I've tried a couple of those new songs, and I was like, I don't think this is it for me.
The record's okay.
Did you listen to the whole thing?
Yeah.
Is this the
okay.
first song with the new drummer?
Yeah, Art Cruz,
Yeah.
ex
Art Vandalay.
Art Vandalay, ex Winds of Plague.
Yeah, it's a like
This is
the
an
new album's
importer,
not
exporter, right?
that sick.
Yeah, he's an importer exporter.
What
Did
is
you
the
like the new
import?
album?
Nah, I mean,
Matches.
because I really wrote off Lamb of God until like last November. I was like, yeah, this band's
That's
whatever. I don't
so
care.
insane.
And then I listened to him like for like 2 months. I'm like, this is so
Yeah,
sick.
Wrath is a really
like,
good record.
Wrath is good. Sacrament. I'm like, I always hated Sacrament when it came out, and now I'm like, what was
Sacrament's good.
I was a dumb
Yeah,
kid,
that
man.
album's awesome.
I was a dumb kid. I just like didn't like stuff for some reason. I hate
Yeah.
that.
A lot
But
of
whatever.
stupid
Now
shit.
it's like fresh, so that's kind of cool to hear it for the first time and be like stoked, like a kid
Yeah,
again.
it's so funny watching you guys get into like Pantera, and it's
yeah,
just like
dude, right?
they'll be like,
I
yeah,
don't-
Shedding Skin, and I'm like, oh, I remember listening to that song when I was like
Yeah, I don't know
13
what-
at Starved Rock,
I don't know what's wrong
like on
with
a
me,
family
man.
trip.
Like I just like missed everything.
Rise. Again,
But,
we will rise. And he goes,
Yeah,
rise.
the beating on
Yeah.
Death Store,
That's
that
sick.
fucking like that chorus riff. They don't know.
They have a lot of weird
That riff's so
fucking riffs,
sick.
man. Yeah, they
Yeah.
have
But
a lot of
anyway.
weird riffs.
So I listened to the new one. I'm like, it's just like, oh, this finally feels like they're kind of just
They're
like,
at their end.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. But at least all the other ones are sick until that one. I think I like the one before it.
Well,
I like
Chris Adler
Resolution,
should have stayed in Lamb of God.
Yeah,
I mean, in
like-
Megadeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's Chris like always like challenge shit. Like if you watch any of their documentaries, Chris was the one trying to like make him do weird shit and like push
the
things
envelope more.
and doing like splash beats. Like no fucking drummers.
Yeah, that
pull
is
out a
weird,
splash
man.
beat.
That's rough.
It's sick. Like he did it. And it sounds sick when he does it, and no one else can do it. You see local bands, you're like, oh, you're just trying to be Chris Adler. That's the thing. You can't do that without being like a Chris Adler clone.
Right, you'd say it.
Yeah, it's sick. I love
They sound
that.
good. I think they sound good in studio, but live, like splash beats are kind of hard. Unless you
Agreed.
like have 8
yeah.
microphones on a splash. Yeah, that would not be.
Yeah,
well.
nobody's spot miking your splashes live.
Yeah, he's great though. I mean, he's an awesome drummer.
Right.
Like my introduction was Ashes of the Wig when that came out. I was like,
Fucking
yeah.
now you
I
got
did
something
like
to
that
die
album a lot when I
for.
was
Now
a
you
kid.
got something to die for. Beat that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
like
there were so
weird
many
shit,
good drum
man.
parts on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even in the like the kick flow
Yeah,
there, it's
yeah.
like, oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one was doing that.
Yeah.
It was like he's filling all the gaps. It was very
Yeah, and he
sick.
had like the death metal snare tone before, like the modern death metal snare tone
Yeah.
before it
Yeah.
even made its way
Very
in.
ringy shit.
Yeah.
He never like they never did blast beats though.
On Wrath.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that's like what drew me because like Sacrament, or I mean, Ashes of the Way came out. I loved it. I went back and I listened to like as the Palaces Burned before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. And then like
that song.
Sacrament came out, and Sacrament felt like the big Lamb of God record, where it was like, whoa, this is
Now
like,
they're big. Yeah, now they're
Yeah.
fucking huge.
and that album was
like one
awesome.
of their better produced ones.
Yeah.
Like
And it was on Epic Records, I think.
Redneck
and like,
is a sick fucking song.
yeah, Redneck
Yeah.
was the first single. I
Yeah.
remember
Isn't
being like,
that,
damn,
like,
this sounds like
co-written?
Pantera
right?
I don't know.
I believe that song is like co-written by
by somebody else.
outside
I
the
wouldn't be
band.
surprised.
Yeah, because it doesn't really sound like a lot of their own
It also sounds like Mark Morton just being like
hillbilly
in Virginia. Yeah.
He was on vacation.
Yeah, it is
Because
sick,
if you
right?
listen to the song, the
It's
first
awesome.
track on Resolution, it's very similar.
Oh, okay.
You know? I don't know. The second
Dude,
track.
the first track on Resolution is like one of my favorite Lamb of God songs.
I've never listened to that album.
Yeah.
Straight for the Sun, like that.
Oh no,
is
the
like
second track. Then.
Second track.
Second track's the one that sounds like
Desolation.
Desolation.
Yes. Yeah, it
that's
does.
very rednecky.
Yeah.
but it just sounds like Mark Morton. And then there's like that one song on that album where it's like he's playing like a quiet acoustic thing,
Yeah.
or maybe that's that song. I can't remember now. But
Yeah,
Mark
yeah.
Morton has a bunch of like sick hillbilly riffs.
Man,
that
all you gotta do is
you
give me
know.
that
Yeah.
Terror and Hubris in the House of Frank Pollard.
yeah, dude.
That's all
Wow,
I need, man.
yeah. What
Sick
is
song
that?
title.
House of Frank Pollard.
Who's Frank Polar?
I don't know, man.
He's some fucking
Some guy who's all about
Shlomo,
terror and
dude.
hubris.
Yeah, Terror and Hubris.
Yeah.
What the? I remember. What
Hubris,
album was that
hubris.
on?
That's on fucking
As the Palace is
As the
Burned.
Palace
The first
yeah.
one.
or it's
Oh,
on
on
New American Gospel.
New
Yeah.
American God. Yeah, that was yeah.
Gotcha.
The
Yeah.
Black
well,
Label's sick, man. The end of that song is so
Yeah.
fucking sick.
Yeah. Tony Hawk song.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember Sacrament came out, and it felt like all those bands like were finally getting like that was when like Trivium hit the spotlight and Lamb of God hit the spotlight, and it
Yeah.
was like those were the
Yeah.
big heavy
Well,
hitters.
Trivium hit the spotlight with Ascendancy, and then they fucking blew it with fucking the Crusade.
Yeah.
And then they became a legacy band by just being like
Yeah.
consistent after
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
But I remember
It's like
like
Crusade is like a decent record when you listen to it now.
Yeah.
But people shit on it like back then because he didn't scream.
I know
Weird, dude. It's like
there's some
that's why
good
you
songs on
like
that
it.
album for
Yeah,
sure.
there's a lot of good songs
Yeah.
on it.
But there's
Some stupid lyrics. That's about it.
bad lyrics.
Yeah.
And there's
We
some
Are-
bad songs.
We Are the Fire.
Yeah, it's a
and
bad
shit,
song.
Yeah. And
But like that song, Ignition,
Honor
that song's
Killings.
good.
Yeah, what's that one
To the
about
Rats
honor
is sick.
killings?
I like that song.
I forget what it's
For
called.
your honor.
Yeah.
you
You
slaughter every one of your daughters. That's bad.
So weird.
That's stupid. Is that entrance of the conflagration?
Flagration.
Yeah.
Conflagration. Yeah, it could be
Entrance of the conflagration.
Like what? Nobody knows what that means. That's such a weird. I like that song, but it's weird. It's
Yeah.
really weird.
Ignition is sick though, and To the Rats
Ignition's
is really
awesome.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ignition.
So is that like-
Because that was why it was
No,
sick,
no.
because Ignition
Sick.
had like an ascendancy chorus. It was.
Oh,
it
it
sounded
did.
like spread the world of ignorance.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, good rap.
oh, that was a. And now the ground we call home is but a barren wasteland.
I can't remember
Wasteland. Yeah.
Wasn't there like a long instrumental song on that record too?
Yeah, the last song, and that was sick.
Yeah, that was a really fucking
I think
cool.
They're like
Shogun's
good
sick too, man.
Huh?
I like Shogun a lot. There's some cool
Shogun
songs
was
with
like the
Shogun.
one that I was just so betrayed by the Crusade at the time.
Yeah,
that
dude,
like
that hurt.
I liked a few. Oh man, that was such an impactful. I love Descendancy so much. Like that was like such a pivotal record for me that I was like, Crusade, I'm going day one, Coconuts, buying, and I bought it. And I just remember like, because I remember they had like a demo song first that they posted before any official singles, and it was the demo for. There was Ignition, and then the other song.
I think Ignition was the first like official release
single,
song
yeah.
they
But then
did,
what was the other song that was like the really thrashy one they did? That was the first single. I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, yeah. And then I picked up that record. I was like, what the fuck? Like, where's all this sick? Like, it doesn't sound like In Flames anymore, which is what I wanted. But then it was like, and then I started listening to bands like In Flames and Soilwork. And because like, that's when Trivium, I was like, all right, Trivium and like Lamb of God. Like, I liked Sacrament when it came out. But then after that, I like discovered In Flames and Soilwork and shit. And I was like, oh, these bands are awesome. And then like, Wrath finally came out, and I remember I was like, man, I used to really like Lamb of God. I kind of don't care anymore, but I bought the CD, and I remember hearing like the first song with Blasted, and I was like, oh, sick. Like they're actually doing something like this now. And it was like not a slow blast, but it was cool.
And it's like so weird to think like Killswitch was doing like blasts and shit too. It's just like,
yeah, it's very weird, right? It's so strange.
I watched fucking Set This World Ablaze last night.
Oh, did you? The documentary?
No, the fucking concert, because I saw it was on YouTube in full, and I was like,
oh, didn't they do a sequel to that? Like another Killswitch DVD?
Yeah, there's another concert DVD I think they have, but it's like later.
Yeah, when Jesse came back.
One,
Have you seen that? Have you
I saw the documentary for that, and it's like really sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like Justin Foley keeps like a log of like every show they played, and he like writes a journal about like what happened that day and
I'm gonna
shit.
do that.
So he fucking
that's sick.
Yeah, so he like can go back and like reference it and shit. It's like really funny.
That's awesome.
It's very sick nerd Justin Foley shit.
I mean, I keep a log of every show I've played and like the date and the venue.
What the fuck happened with?
That's
Because
cool.
he like hurt
Yeah,
his shoulder, and they
but-
got some drummer to fucking fill in, didn't they? I guess they said it on the
Yeah.
documentary, and I
Vaguely
can't remember who
remember
they
that.
got, but
Doing
he
a
was
journal
like,
entry.
he was like mad because
Sick.
he couldn't like document those shows because he like wasn't there because he
Yeah.
hurt himself. But
That's
Dude,
sick,
remember when
dude.
Fallujah opened for Killswitch in like New Zealand or
yeah,
something?
that was weird.
Very
I remember
weird.
that. I remember like wanting to be at that show so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, it was cool.
Because I still like Killswitch at the time. I mean, I still like Killswitch. I guess just that last record kind of bummed me out. 'cause
I'd see
it
him if they
sucked.
came through again.
I would too.
Would you have gone to that show at Radius?
I was really thinking about it. Yeah,
Really?
I probably would have done it if that happened.
The venue that Adrian and
It's
Eddie
literally
live right
2
by now.
seconds away from Adrian.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could walk there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
would've
such a
went to
weird
that.
spot for a
think I
venue,
would've.
dude.
It
It makes
is.
no sense.
Yeah,
It
off
looks
the
cool
highway,
though.
at
Like
least.
there was somebody
It's
that
huge.
yeah.
It's huge looking. It looks
But
like
where do
it's
you
the
even
size of
fucking
Concord.
park? How do you park anywhere?
There's a small fucking parking lot, but I mean, I'm sure
That's
most
not
of
enough
that's
for
going to
people.
be. It's
Yeah.
mostly going to be the bands and shit parking there.
Like good luck on like having big ass shows. Like Lil Wayne was supposed to play Radius.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and it's like imagine how many people like all like Halstead would be filled.
Yeah,
You know, like a lot of that parking otherwise on the side streets is all permit there. Like what the fuck do you do?
Canal Street
Yeah.
has some parking over
Guess
there.
I'd have to take a train.
You would, but even then you got kind of got to take a walk because
Yeah,
it's
that's
like it's
true.
not
It's a
really
little
like
brisk.
I mean, what would you take the orange line?
Yeah, you probably get off at 18th. And
Yeah, and then just walk over there.
yeah,
That's weird. I saw pictures of inside of the venue though, and it did look cool. It looks nice.
yeah. It looks really nice.
What?
Go
Not,
on.
not knowing any like.
Oh,
So you
don't
guys
know
always
this?
with your fucking train colors shit.
Well, the orange line is the one that like goes to by where
Pink
like
line too, and
But I like when
Yeah.
you guys have your conversation. You're like, oh, I think this is what it is.
Yeah,
It's very when you guys are very like, it's,
Yeah.
it's sick. Very
Yeah, that's how you gotta
methodical.
think about
you
it,
guys know
man.
it, man.
yeah,
you
you got to
gotta
plan
know.
it
I'm
out.
just
How when
I've
we
never
go,
ridden
whenever
a
they
train
open
before.
up
I don't know
again,
how to,
which might not happen.
Just take a lift or an Uber. It'd be fine.
Have any
Yeah, I'll do
Chicago
that.
music venues
Park
closed?
really far away and then take an Uber.
I don't
as
think
far as
so.
I know, I don't think any of them have closed yet.
Yeah, I don't think
So
any
far,
Chicago
so
venues
good.
have closed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I, at least
I
haven't seen
see
any.
people from all over the fucking country talking about their shit closing.
A lot of places.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Outside.
What's
of
a
here,
Gas Monkey closed? Fucking
Didn't,
Gas Monkey closed?
Club Red
Yeah,
close
didn't
or
it?
Whoa.
about to close or
Club
was it
Red. I didn't hear about that.
I remember I saw Andy did a thing for Club Red
He
saying like,
posted something
"Hey,
about
please
it.
don't go away."
Yeah.
So they were threatened to close or close to closing. I don't know.
I know the Pin closed in
Yeah, the
Spokane.
Pin,
Yeah.
that was the
Yeah.
one I was gonna say. Someplace we played.
That was a weird
Well, the
venue. You
fucking
remember that?
the place in Dallas closed too that we played at with Cognitive.
Oh,
that closed
Tomcats
like-
West.
That closed
That
like
closed
right
before
away.
yeah.
Yeah.
That did close like immediately.
It closed like in
that
March.
place looked like it was on the verge of closing anyway, though.
It's kind
And
of
there was-
sucked.
Yeah, there
I
was
mean,
a lot of
it's
people there.
it's a good place to have like mid to low level bands, but you
And
know,
that place
Yeah.
was packed open. It was super sick.
yeah, well, you're right.
So
Yeah.
and the only thing is that venue had the weird stage with like that.
The crack.
We had that weird like shaky, like fucked up floor on the stage where it's
Yeah.
like shit. You got the two fattest guys in the band on that side. You know?
Best.
Yeah, like
You're
stomping,
worried
you
about
know?
it. You're like,
Yeah.
we're gonna go through this fucking
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand over here. You
Yeah,
can
I just
stand
didn't
over
like
there, Alex.
how if you were at the merch, you couldn't like watch the show.
You couldn't see any of the
Yeah.
bands because it
Yeah.
was like in this like
Separate
the room
or
like
something.
well, it was the same room, but it went out further back, so it was like you didn't have a viewpoint of the stage.
That's a good way to like see the bands and also like do what you need to do.
Yeah,
when you can
definitely.
see the merch, I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's the best combo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
They
it's
should just
fucking
put
come and
it in
take it.
front
Shit.
of the pit, right in front of the stage. So you're standing right there. You can just do it.
Yeah, man.
Dude, Adrian had that
He's
fucking, you know,
The
3-foot burrito.
with the
Oh my God,
That
yeah.
was so funny, dude.
Yeah, that filter.
The guy's like, what?
Yeah.
Is he
Ahmed,
okay?
yeah. That was so funny, man.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
cool.
that ruled. Oh man. That was a fun show.
That was a good
I mean, it
time.
was fun because it was like the last show and
Yeah,
everybody
we all
was
knew it
partying.
was. I went to
Yeah.
the strip club
And who
also.
headlined? Didn't Cognitive headline?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Ultra Beast already bailed, right? They already
Yeah,
so
bounced
they had to
after
go
that
home.
day. Did we get paid?
I think so. Let's go find him.
There was a lot of shows
Son
on
of
that
a
tour that were kind of like rough.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one
Joy's
in
doing metal.
Spokane was rough. 'cause
That was,
it
like,
a-
horrible.
It was a huge, amazing looking venue.
It fucking snowed that night.
Yeah,
in
it
October,
snowed.
like beginning of October.
Yeah.
It was like October
Sucked,
10th or
yeah.
some shit.
Man, I like am thinking about how unprepared I was for that tour, like weather wise, because like
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
know.
realize
I
like
have
how
a hoodie, and like everyone had hoodies, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
cool. And I was
because we were like, oh,
freezing,
we won't
yeah.
need
Did
it
you
yet.
not have a jacket at all?
Not to bring anything.
Oh no.
So I'm like, I'm always sweating. I won't need anything. It'd be
And it
like
was
60.
30
No.
degrees.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. and then like
Great
in the
North,
Pacific Northwest, when there's
yeah.
like, oh, this like it's actually cold this time of year up
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. And then
We
I
didn't know.
refused
I
to
only
buy
had a
one.
hoodie.
Fall.
I just bought like a thermal shirt kind of. I wore that.
Sick.
Yeah. Didn't you end up? Oh, you got that
I got the
Cognitive
Cognitive
hoodie.
in Salt Lake City because it was too fucking
Oh,
cold.
that
Yeah, because it was a
sucked.
pullover. I don't do pullovers.
I know. Yeah.
It was too far.
I'm starting to realize the convenience of the zip up. It's very
Yeah, you
convenient.
can do both.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
zip up and button up shit.
Yeah. I like the pullover though. You know
Yeah.
me.
I used to
Pullover.
love the pullover.
Yeah.
I used to hate the zip up, and then no one did zip ups or no one did pullovers. Now everyone does pullovers.
Yeah.
It changed.
A lot
so
of people do.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I got my winter coats ready. I got 2 Crowbar hoodies in the mail this
Nice.
week.
Are
and
they
I got
zippers?
Yeah,
Both of
and
them?
I got and
Wow.
I got a Death Son of Perseverance zip up hoodie.
Nice.
yeah.
Did
So I
that come
got-
already?
Yeah, it came.
Nice.
Yeah,
Does it look
so
good?
it looks great. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I'm happy with it. So, but it's sick because I got my winter coats, man. I'm ready to go.
Nice.
Yeah,
wanna
that,
get
that
that.
death. Did you get it from the Relapse store?
Yeah.
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 All the death merch they've been doing on
Looks
there is
great, yeah.
awesome.
And I got a Son of Perseverance long sleeve that looks pretty
get
good
it.
Oh,
too.
you got that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
gotta get a fucking. I gotta buy the proto sequence fucking because I was listening to that EP again. Like it's really sick,
Yeah.
and I want to get one of their. They have like 2 hoodie designs. It's really
Oh,
nice.
really?
Yeah,
I didn't know they had any.
I gotta grab one of
merch.
those. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a bundle. It's like the disc and then the fucking.
Yeah, get one, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one on Friday.
I have like a billion hoodies now.
Yeah, I don't have like I only have that Cognitive one, and then I have fucking old God forbid one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
So I've
it.
got the God forbid one. I got 2 Periphery ones that have like holes in the pockets, and then a Revocation one with like a hole in the pocket.
Yeah, that was a.
Oh, that
classic.
revocation one's cool.
And then I've got the
Yeah.
Soilwork, which has a hole in the sleeve now. I ripped it on the fence, and
Oh,
Adrian's
yeah.
little part when we were moving.
Did you sew it?
No, my mom's got it on her queue
Yeah,
of
get
shit to show
One of
sew
those
for
yeah.
me.
dorky
so.
patches on there.
Yeah, right.
Like
And
a
then
professor.
I had a fucking helmet hoodie that I got last November, but I lost it somewhere. I don't know where the fuck it went. So I think I left it at the show we played at Reggie's in February. I'm thinking that's where I
fuck.
left it. So oh
Did
well.
you? Are you gonna re up on it?
I ordered a new one, but it's like weird made in like Afghanistan hoodie where it's
Oh,
like it's the
it's
2XL is actually like a large.
Oh,
It's
so
like,
it's really small. on
Yeah,
you? From their
so-
official merch store.
yeah,
That's weird.
right. And it was like really thin, shitty hoodie. So I'm like,
I
"Ah."
hate that.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, well,
Yeah,
Maybe
that
if I lose
sucks.
weight,
Those like
but,
weird. Those
you know.
weird like. It's like just a hoodie for the style and not for
Yeah.
like the actual
weird
functionality. of it.
Iranian hoodies.
Yeah. Iranian hoodies?
Yeah,
Is
it
it
was
actually
made in some
from
like
like
Middle
in-
Eastern country. I'm
right.
like, I've never seen merch made in like
Yeah.
fucking
Turkmenistan.
Uzbekistan or
Yeah.
something.
I remember in Fury when they were like before Revenant and shit, like before they were a full-time touring band, they did like a run of hoodies on like for the Path of Apotheosis, but they accidentally ended up getting like these really thin hoodies, and they were like, "Hey, we're sorry, we didn't know it was going to be like this." And it's like, damn, that sucks. Like,
yeah, that'd be a
and they
bummer.
like changed the price. They were like, "Oh, it's," and they called it something else. It was like a seasonal like hoodie. It's like really
seasonal garment.
Yeah, it's like thin, so there's no point in fucking like.
Yeah, imagine we're there from
Not even like a
Nashville. It's probably
windbreaker.
nice.
Yeah, huh?
Not even like a windbreaker. It's like so thin.
It's like cotton, I think, but similar, you know.
But I'm just saying, like air just goes right through it.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck this thing.
Makes you
yeah.
colder.
Right. Somehow cool.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
is
start
fun.
winding down here.
Yeah, what are we at?
A long time.
Really?
At least
Yeah,
3
3.5.
hours, right? Yeah.
Whoa, fuck! All right.
Yeah, so
well,
sorry to our listeners.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, we got a long one. That was
Haven't done
sick.
one in a while.
Jesus Christ, man, you gotta.
Oh, yeah.
Bring it back.
I don't know
Son,
which way
Holy
you
Genuflect.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Holy
Gentle
Ghost,
Lack.
Holy Spirit. I don't know.
do the one where it's the little crosses.
Yeah, hell yeah. You
Good
know that
Sammy
shit,
Sosa
man.
shit,
Catholic
man.
school, Bill.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I never practiced, so
I don't
really
either.
know.
Well, I never
Yeah,
went to
I
Catholic
should-
That's
school.
probably like some prison
Yeah.
thing, and I just like triggered the Latin Kings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's
dude,
like the
kid-
Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah,
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
doing like that, like
Kiss
No, he
up to
does
God.
the-
Yeah.
No, he does the fucking baseball.
walking back.
Yeah.
That's
Like a
sick.
Stitch.
Hell yeah.
Cool. What do you guys?
Well, sweet.
Shout out
anything
to our white brethren, Sammy Sosa.
Oh, God. Ew. Purple brethren,
Sick
man.
dude.
He's purple.
Google search Sammy Sosa if anybody's bored.
It's rough, man.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, white
It's crazy.
brethren.
He's white, dude. He's like white now.
He's like white.
He looks
purple.
crazy,
Yeah.
man.
He looks like he's like a descendant of Grimace. But anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks bad.
anything you guys got to plug?
Well, we'll have you on soon for the
metalcore.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're the next one.
Yeah.
Make sure you
I
have
know
that
what I'm doing
pick
for
ready.
that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll say it off air to not spoil it. But
yeah.
and you?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
Yeah,
Fair
man.
enough.
Yeah,
Well, we'll go to the Riverwalk sometime this week.
dude. Shout out to the smoking section.
Yeah,
Jason's,
smoking section. Love the smoking section.
It's
Dying to go
a,
back there.
It's a bench by Centennial Beach downtown Naperville, and that's where
It's
we
two
stop
benches.
and like, hang
We
out.
just stop and I'll like roll a joint, or I'll like roll out
yeah.
a joint and smoke it and like enjoy
Yeah.
it there because not a lot of
Is
people.
weed still illegal in Naperville?
I think it's
Yeah.
illegal
No,
now.
I know it's. I know
You
it
could
is, but it's
have
funny.
it. They just won't
Yeah,
sell
they
it.
can't sell it. there.
Yeah.
And shout out to Mission Barbecue for
Yeah, for supplying
And
the fuel.
9/11
for,
barbecue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
9/11 barbecue for really good fucking barbecue, man.
Yeah, definitely. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah. You got anything?
No. If anybody hasn't checked it out, we had that cover that came out.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Matt Surf cover.
Korea.
It's on YouTube now. If you want
Yeah.
to use that. And, yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah.
it.
Fuck yeah.
Mm.
I got
Cool.
nothing.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, see
That's pretty
everybody,
much it. Yeah.
Next week with our death metal episode.
Yes, indeed. And we'll have the picks. So, yeah. Sweet.
Cool. All right,
Cool.
nice. Bye, everybody.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Say hey, make sure to like and subscribe and fucking do it, man.
We should do every other word.
Okay.
All right, I'll start.
Okay.
Please
Like,
and
subscribe. Okay, hold on.
Syllables or words? Go make up
No,
your mind.
words.
Yeah.
Okay.
please
Like,
and
subscribe
to
the
channel.
and
Enjoy
your
day.
thank you.
Perfect.
Does that work? Is that good enough?